Jesus. Right, LOL? Yeah, I know. Swimmer, right? Swimmer, I think. Jamili or Gunnar right here, I think. What's up, you? How's it going, buddy? What's up, baby? Good. Let's make this big. A real Royale, finally. Hold on.
One or two people, but basically, by the way, do you guys have something that is
is that
red?
why you
need
removed
something
my mod?
that is, yeah. So well, because I had some of the questions on there too. So make sure you have something red, and that's going to be your red card. I'll explain that pretty soon, but it has to be red. It has to be visible on the stream because you need something that is very easy to grab the attention, because that's basically going to be your red card, and you can only play that once per the entire stream. All right.
I have a question about that.
The Holy Queen, by the way, make sure
automatically win because I have.
Yeah, make sure it's not breaking ATOS there.
Can I
so.
bring a black card?
I have a pair of Cubot's panties. Am I allowed to use that or no?
No, you know, probably not
Okay,
the best thing to do. Probably not the best
I
thing
also
to do.
stole
you can
a
have
pair
these
of her
back.
panties.
I have a pair of Gunnar's boxers.
Oh, you had to
Does that
steal the
work?
panties? She just let me use them. That's cool.
She lets you wear them. That's very sweet of her.
All right, so I don't know what Riot is, so I say we just get started without him because I don't feel like wasting anybody's time tonight. So who cares? And we'll move on from him. All right, so.
Alright, we'll see, boys. We'll see. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. No idea.
The unpopular opinion.
No idea.
Let's fucking go.
Woo! Are we clapping?
Yeah,
Let's go, guys.
Let's go ahead and do a quick introduction, starting with Carmen at the top left. And then we'll basically go from there.
First, I have the worst introductions on earth, man. Fuck.
Hey, don't be so, Carmen.
You're start with that.
Guys, what were you saying?
You're an extremely beautiful, intelligent woman. You need to have more confidence in yourself. Look at you, Carmen. You're an all-star. Go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, thank
Loser.
you for pre-lighting my stage. Thank you. Hi guys, my name's Carmen. I am a World of Warcraft, League of Legends, just chatting streamer, and that's I don't know. I'm nice and cool, smart, sometimes funny, except for I'm not really smart. I have like autism and shit. Yeah.
And extremely arrogant, apparently. But thank you.
Oh yeah, I get sensory overload really easily. So
Carmen.
if I start screaming, it's because I'm just like mentally breaking down. It's fine.
Well, I expect that at some point somebody's gonna be streaming. That's the whole point, right?
What? True.
Just kidding. All right, moving on to Claire Rose. Claire Rose, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Claire. I'm a content creator, actor in Los Angeles. I don't know. I like skateboarding and making art. That's about it.
Thanks,
Really
Claire.
better introductions as well. I don't know what
That's
I'm
great.
supposed to
That's
say.
great. Wow,
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
it's
are all
cool.
professional
man.
streamers here.
What are we supposed
I
to say?
expect better. I expect
It was
better.
it was
I'm
good.
a content creator. I'm a
That was
little bit
good, that
new
was
to this
great.
circle. It's been really great so far. My name is XYZ, and I really appreciate this opportunity. And I look forward to having a lot of fun with everyone here. That's like a more normal introduction.
You already
Great.
had your
Awesome.
introduction.
Awesome. All right, Elijah MC from
What's up?
Zerka
What's
Stream.
up? Yep. Hey, I'm a new streamer, you know, from Zerka's community, and I'm wholesome, you know.
Right on, man. Are you gonna bust out the guitar later for us?
Oh boy.
Maybe if you act right.
All right, Gooner Gooch. Who are you?
My name's Gewn. I'm an industrial engineer out of Cambridge University. I've just found out this new Twitch thing, and I'm excited to be taking my debating skills to the next level. Looks like we've got some people that wear glasses here, so I'm very excited to be going toe-to-toe with some geniuses.
Right on, my man, Gooner Gooch. All right, moving on to Grant, my dude.
Hey, what's up? I'm Grant. I'm a professional musician, probably maybe the oldest one on the cast here at 34. Got a beautiful family, and I stream on Twitch.
Hell yeah,
How tall
man.
are
I
you,
didn't know
bro?
you had a family.
You look like 6'6", bro. How tall are you?
That's correct.
Tall enough to party.
What the
All right, love it. I love it.
He's
All
about
right,
5'4".
all right.
What a pussy.
John Millionaire, man. My man. Go for it.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, excuse me. Can you guys hear me here? My apologies.
We got you.
Oh, all right. What's going on, guys? My name's Josh, a millionaire, Damon, whatever you want to call me, the Great Dame. People would say I have a 130 at IQ. I'm extremely humble, the greatest WoW player of all time, Qbot speed dating champion, etc. 6'6", former athlete turned pro gamer. And now, I'm trying my luck in this just chatting section here. It's one of my weaknesses, speaking, being articulate. I'm trying to be more humble, learn about the world, and, help make some new friends and, hopefully make a...
All right, great. He's muted. All right, moving on to Cammy Hankins. Okay, so thank you very much for that. I feel like that's going to be a theme of the night. So, Cammy, on to you.
Fuck, I'll smack the fuck out this bitch. Oh, sorry. I thought
Cammy, you looked really hot lately. I don't know why, but you do.
I was literally gonna say the same thing about you. Like, the glasses really look good on you.
Bro, he looks like
thanks, sweetheart.
Superman tonight. I don't know. Clark Kent shit.
Oh, shit. Okay, all right. Well, okay. So,
I'm
aside from having
Cammy.
a thing for Gooner, what's up?
I'm Cammy, I'm 22, I'm from New Jersey, I'm a content creator, and I'm a certified full-time MILF.
Sorry about that.
Can confirm.
Yep. I think that's not up for debate. Good. All right. Thank you, Cammy. Mini,
Tell my son I said hi.
I am Mini motherfucking Dombee, right? High energy streamer. I'm getting into the just chatting shit. All right. I'm new to Royales, very new, my first ever. All right, and I am gonna compete against you, motherfuckers. Good luck.
All right, Benny. Thanks, my man. I've seen him around all the E-dates. Apparently, he's a very lonely individual, so we'll see how that goes for this stream. Nina!
I'd like to use
What's
my
up,
red card.
I don't know what the red card means.
Put that
Just
shit
shut
down,
up
blood.
here. Can you hear me? Oh,
We can
make
hear you.
sure.
We can hear you. We got you.
All right.
I miss you so
I've
much.
been day drinking a little bit, so don't really know what's going on.
Are you at
but I'm
Razor's
here.
house?
She lives there, moron.
You're at Razor's
And you're
house?
not allowed to go there
At
anymore,
my
racist
house,
fuck.
you mean?
She's her boyfriend, you dumbass.
Fuck off,
Wait,
get out
isn't
here.
Razor's house where DK knocked you out, Ja?
Yeah, knocked me out. I literally saved his life that night.
Look,
Fucking
we
lying
have
weasel
plenty,
slimy
we have plenty of
bitch.
times.
I'll smack the fuck out of your
Listen,
pussy ass
Nina.
roommate.
This is my house. Just
Let
saying.
Nina-
By
No,
the
it's the
way.
Kane's house,
But-
actually. It's the Kane's house. He makes the rules.
All
You're
right,
his
well, you
bitch.
can suck my dick. It's fine. Anyways, but yeah, so I guess there's some history that I'm not aware of with this, so I'm interested to see that. But yeah,
I peed in that
I
pool.
have been streaming off and on, mostly off for I've been literally on Twitch since 2012, but not really doing much.
He said he
And I'm
peed in the
trying to get
pool.
back
I was
into
gonna
it.
say I
I'm
shit in that
Berserker
pool.
Crew, so we're teaming that, I guess, because I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's like a solo thing, but I'm excited to see what happens.
Right on. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you.
And I appreciate Kane for letting you use his hot tub. Next.
All right, you little fucking stickhead for making everyone wait. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Perfect timing, but also you're late as fuck, and never again are you invited.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Omar, aka Riot. I'm 18 years old. I live in Florida. I'm hyped to be here. You guys all seem like nice people. It's gonna be fun.
Thanks, Riot. All right, buddy. Worth the
You're
wait.
Riot.
Stunt boy Roy, my man, go for it.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name's Roy, Stunt Boy Roy here on Twitch. I'm fucking living up in Osaka, Japan right now. I'm a professional performer, stuntman, singer, dancer, actor, all that crazy stuff.
You sound like someone I know.
You want to be Datum so bad.
I think I've heard that story
wrong.
before.
Dalton wants to be him, actually.
He does
And-
want to be like me. I actually trained a lot. I trained him a lot of the
You
basics
trained
for
me a
stunts
lot
as
of
well.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys helped each other stretch, you fucking.
All right, moving on to the holy quail. The holiest of us. The
They
holiest
did
of us
hot
all.
yoga together, bro.
Holy
Go ahead and
shit.
introduce yourself.
Whoa,
Oh,
I'm a man of God. Stop it.
I'm like, holy shit.
Oh my god. I couldn't have asked for a better introduction, but also besides from being holy, I am actually a friend in real life of Datum's for the past 5 years now, and I had the privilege of seeing him perform twice. So
Well, like,
What do you
Putting that
mean
out
by
there.
perform?
That's
What was his favorite
Yeah,
position?
what are you
Yeah.
performing?
What is he
This
performing?
girl, look, this girl is a saint. Are you back the fuck off? All right, she
And
meant
I'm
my
a god.
stunt show that I
No,
was
no, but
performing
here's
in.
the thing.
Okay.
She was
She literally
watching.
looks-
Oh,
She
she
looks
was
like
watching.
Aphrodite.
Those days, a man of many talents.
she was watching
Just
you
because she
literally looks
perform.
like
watched your
Aphrodite.
performance
Yeah,
doesn't mean that she
all
was
right,
a part
okay,
of it.
don't
you
make
know?
So you're a
all
god.
right, all right.
Well,
She was
So,
watching him perform with
She
Roy.
Goddess.
They were performing.
she is a goddess. She's a
Does
goddess.
one
So
of his
thank you. This
talents
is your
include-
cast, guys, for
She
the
is no
second,
goddess.
the second version of the unpopular opinion. Say hello, everyone, one last time, and let's get this shit started. By the way, make sure you have something red with you, and I'll go over that here pretty soon.
Let's get this shit started and make sure you
All
have
right.
something red with you.
I have Carmen's panties.
So,
Those are-
I'm going to go ahead and go over the rules right now, so please do not talk for a sec as I discuss them. Rules. There will be a timer above your head starting with 30 minutes for the first round.
What do I need
As
something
the
red for?
rounds continue
I'm
and
actually
people are
confused.
kicked off,
Datum's
Chat,
always trying
somebody
to.
explain. Oh shit.
I'm explaining the rules right now, my man.
My
Holy
bad.
shit.
There we go.
I
Eli.
voted
All right. I'm starting over.
Eli.
All right. Thanks, Elijah. You're doing great so far. All right. There will be a timer above your heads.
Fucking Eli.
Starting with 30 minutes for the first round. As the rounds continue and people are kicked off, you will have less time per round to debate each other. Upon the completion of each round, a poll will be used, and chat will have the opportunity to vote for who they want to keep on the show, not kick. Keep, not kick. We'll go over that once again come voting time. Once again, when voting, keep in mind that you want to vote for who you would like to keep, not eliminate. The winner of each round will decide who out of the bottom 3 will survive, and the other 2 contestants will be eliminated. You have all been asked to provide something bright red that is easily recognizable. This can come in the form of a t-shirt, piece of paper, or anything that grabs
Yes.
the attention of the stream. When presented on screen, you will have up to 30 seconds of uninterrupted talk time while everyone else gets muted. Keep in mind that you
okay.
can only use your quote-unquote red card once for the entire show, so use it wisely.
Okay,
Whenever you
okay.
present it, it is when everyone else gets muted, so
We're
don't be
going to
pulling it
war,
out unless you
boys.
absolutely want to. Does everybody understand the rules?
I would like to use mine right now.
Yeah, and what about
Yeah,
my black card?
Oh gosh.
Where's my black
All right.
card?
All right.
you're black.
Already
Congratulations,
started.
man.
Okay,
Stop
I
talking
just want
about
my
it.
black card, okay?
I would like to use mine right now.
You would like to use
I have a
yours
quick
right now.
announcement. I have a quick announcement.
Okay. You know what? Just make the announcement.
Infowars.com, discount code Goon Squad for 15%.
All
Why don't
right,
you
so
wait until there's more viewers?
You want to be part of that lawsuit?
by the way, guys, I
that counts, right?
have a really loose trigger finger, so you will be getting muted. Try and respect everyone else. If somebody is talking, it is okay if you're going to make a really good point to interrupt them, but try and be respectful. This is a debate. This is 12 people. Try and let people make a point.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
Obviously,
it's a little hard, but we'll
do
give
your
it a
best
go.
you can, and if it goes beyond what is necessary or what is applicable to this royale, I will be muting you. So, are you guys ready for the first question?
Let's
Yeah.
see, boys.
Fucking go.
All right, Gunnar, you can use. I muted you, so you can use it again, my friend. Don't worry. All right, so the first question of the day: do white lies have any place in a relationship, or would you advocate for complete honesty, no matter if it may hurt them?
Do we get teams?
Can you get teams?
I can
No,
answer
this
this
is
immediately.
all solo stuff. This is all solo stuff. Let me repeat the
that's
question.
good.
Do white lies have any place in a relationship, or would you advocate for complete honesty no matter if it may hurt them?
That's psychotic. You
I
should
can- I can
definitely
answer
be able to
this
do
one.
white lies.
If you like, I know the answer to all of these immediately, so I'll go first every single time if you want. I don't need to think about my answer. I'm not full of shit, so just heads up.
So anybody can go.
Great.
Right?
So you're gonna go?
Just butt in whatever you want. If anybody wants to start us off.
So in a high level, in an actual high level functioning relationship that you tend to see yourself in the future with, yes, it should be fully transparent and fully honest. If you want to have like kind of joke of a relationship that you're not going to take too seriously, of course, white lies are extremely effective there as well. Because, you know, let's be honest, majority of relationships are going to fail. They are a joke. And most people in the relationship know that. But like I said, in an extremely high level relationship where you see a future with someone, it should be 100% honesty, yes.
That's ridiculous.
Wait,
That is
look,
so silly because I can you, like if you think that you're gonna show up at like 5:30, but you know you're playing video games and you're gonna show up like maybe 15 minutes later, like that's not a big deal in your relationship. Like be like, oh, I'll show up there.
It is a big deal. If
Is that a
constantly
lie
make
or
up
is
white
that
lies,
Oh my God.
of time that you can admit to and not lie about?
That's a
Nina,
mistake
that is so
regardless.
toxic. Time is our most important resource, and you would be willing to time torch
Alright,
somebody
that's-
else's time. That's toxic. You don't belong in a relationship.
it's
honestly.
So, you know, I'm sorry. I don't know if
Thank
you're
you,
in a
Harry
relationship
Potter.
personally. I don't know if you're personally in a relationship. It seems like I hit a little trigger there. What's your name? Niana. So apparently,
man,
you
it's
know,
kinda
you
hard to
don't
say,
believe
Tina.
you don't believe in your relationship,
believe
whatever
in me.
relationship you're in. And you know, me just saying that, I
Are you
wasn't even
currently in a
referring to you.
relationship?
I wasn't even referring to you. And you got
You
triggered
literally
by
said
it.
my
So
name.
look, you responded to me in a very angry, aggressive way
This
based
is
on
what
something
this
that I.
show's supposed to be.
If you want to get aggressive, well, get aggressive, damn it! You speak to me and you respect me. Because I respect you, okay? Just like, you know, I clean up all your mess and I brought
What
you
was
hundreds of
that?
dollars worth of food and you still banned me from your house regardless.
They're intimidating me.
That being said.
All right. Anybody other than Jaw? Because, you know, you
got
can
Elijah
only
with a
stand
red
that guy's
card
voice
here.
for so
Listen.
long.
Yeah, I can't take
Why-
this.
I love you, Nina.
White lies always get
We
twisted
got-
into
let
actual
Minnie
like.
go, let
Elijah
Minnie
uses red
go.
card.
Listen, what I've seen
Elijah
is
uses
that.
red card.
All right, red
Oh.
card. Who's using Elijah's using his red card. All right, everyone else
I'm
get
using
muted
my
for
red
30
card.
seconds.
I'm using my red card. They're ranting. All right, look.
All right.
I would say that in a relationship, as a man, you're supposed to be a leader, so you should be honest. You know, I would say you should not do a white lie. It's pointless. But as a girl, you know, if there's some things that you want to hide, you know, if you think you're gonna lose your man, go ahead and try. But 9 times out of 10, we're probably gonna find out. You know, that's all I want to say.
All right, gonna start unmuting everybody. Okay.
Why the fuck was I muted?
No, I agree. I feel like white lies, like small lies like that, like it can just kind of unravel and like what's the word? Like snowball into like bigger lies, and you just have to kind of like make sure that you
It
know what you're
exacerbates
talking
and
about all the
becomes a
time.
different monster.
Exactly. Like why tell a lie in the first place? Like
Because then you have to
It
cover it
just-
up with another line. If you forget one of the lies, you're already covered.
Okay,
you have
relax,
to just
Matt.
cover
Yes.
your tracks for everything.
Yeah.
The thing is, one or
Do we
two.
want to
Like-
define what a white
Listen.
lie is? Maybe?
One-
It's a small lie.
One or two white lies aren't a huge problem. The issue is when it becomes a thing that you start doing and then you get caught and it becomes a bigger and a bigger and a bigger lie and they're like, bro, why did this become a huge problem out of nothing?
That's not most
like,
white
why are you
lies.
fucking dumb?
Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think no matter how small, the lie is, lies are always equal the end of a relationship. Because if you're in a relationship to better each other because you together make better people. And so whatever you're telling that person, even if it might hurt their feelings, it's coming from a place of love because you want them to improve themselves and to improve your relationship. So that's what I think.
So I
Whether
believe
it's
that's
like-
extremely naive. Because, you know, majority of relationships, like I said, are not very serious. People are in them because they're afraid of being alone and they kind of just want to spend some time and, you know, be with somebody. So, of course, in that situation, I feel like, I mean, you might as well just white lie at that point. Me personally, I'm not interested in those relationships. But if you're in a poor relationship, which majority of people are, like, it's okay to white lie. You know, have some fun. Do what you can. Don't be a terrible person. You can white lie every now and then because inevitably your relationship is going to fail regardless. That being said, I've moved on past that. I prefer a more serious relationship with a future. And of course, that requires 100% transparency and honesty. So.
What
Oh
if
yeah,
you-
like why would
Why-
you want to build a relationship like that's supposed to be built on trust off of like white lies? If it's something like in the
As
beginning or
somebody
like
who
in
is
anything, like how are
in
they
a
gonna
relationship? Am I the only
Mo-
one who is actually in a relationship here?
No, I am.
Everyone here is free.
I'm married to the
Wait,
game.
how long have you been in
Okay,
a
I've
my
been with my lady for
God.
over 9 years.
Nice,
We've been
nice.
together. We have 2 kids together.
Are you married?
I think
You've only
You're
had
not
sex
married, no.
twice in 9
You're
years.
not married.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
9
let,
years?
Hey, what?
let Grant talk. Let Grant talk.
Okay.
So I think the purpose of a good relationship is to challenge each other and to help each other grow and to call each other out on their bullshit. That includes being honest to each other. I don't think lying is good in a relationship at all. It might happen by accident, right? Little white lies are very small ones. In a long-term relationship it's going to happen, but it shouldn't be something that you intentionally do. It shouldn't be something that becomes a habit. Because I agree with what Claire said, that it becomes a snowball effect. Once you give in to a small thing, you break a habit, a small thing, and it turns into something bigger, and it turns into something bigger. Say if you're trying to quit drinking, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll just have one step here, and then you continually start to cave into that. So white lies can become a really big problem if you give into it, and it becomes a bigger problem. So
I think lying is essential to a relationship, because every relationship I've ever entered, it's because I tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And women don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear sweet little lies, sweet little nothings whispered into their ear. So lying is essential if you want to keep your woman on the hook.
Wrong.
Would you want your woman to lie
Listen.
to you if she was cheating on you, though?
Listen,
That's
whatever
not a
she
white
wants
lie.
to do,
That's not a white lie.
That's
I'm
not
not
a white
loyal to
lie,
her.
though, right?
but she's going to be loyal to me, and they'll cheat and they'll lie anyways. It doesn't matter.
So she's loyal to
I
the
just
lie.
listen to her.
That is
What
true.
you literally just described.
Grant,
So,
if
you know, we're talking
I've literally
about
just outplayed every woman on
smaller
earth.
lies here. Smaller lies here, white lies. So no more comment. But yeah, smaller lies is what we're talking about, which is what inherently a white lie is, right?
Give us
So
an
that's what we're
example.
talking about.
An example.
I feel like I got an example. I got
If
an
she
example.
asks, do I look
got an
fat?
example.
And she looks fat?
Let Elijah talk. Let Elijah talk.
So a
Right?
girl
Yeah, I was gonna
says,
say that. I was gonna
"Wait,
say.
you gave me chlamydia. Oh
Gunnar,
my
he
God,
just said, let
was that
Elijah
from
talk
you, or
talk.
did you give it to me?"
Gunnar,
so you
let
have to
Elijah talk.
gaslight them and lie. Just
He's gonna trigger finger you.
Go on, Elijah, man.
This guy just passing around chlamydia, bro. Like, what the
Yeah, it's not a white
The
lie.
gift, it is the gift that keeps on giving.
Everything you said has been a white lie so far.
Make your point. Make your point.
Yeah, I got you. I was just gonna say, if she asks you, does this dress make me look fat? You might have to say, not really. I don't know. It depends.
Listen, I didn't know chlamydia was passed tongue to ass. You know what I mean? I didn't know that's how it worked.
Chlamydia was a troll response because that's not a fucking white lie. But let's hear from Riot, because I don't think Riot said anything so far.
Look, I feel like, let's say, for example, you're meeting a person and you've known them for 1 to 2 months, okay? You don't want to be telling them everything that's going on in your life, your family. So if it's something serious and you're a private person, I don't see why you should tell them the truth. Yes, sir, they're your partner at the time, but I feel like you need to build more trust. And in that situation, if you need to lie, then yeah, so be it. Once you get to know the person more, then I think that's when you need to be more truthful with them. But in the beginning, if it's just simple lies, you don't have to tell them everything. Don't show all your cards.
So building trust by lying.
Exactly.
I'm saying don't show all your cards.
Is a mission a white lie?
If it's something serious, if it's actually a serious lie, then yeah, of course. If something that can affect your relationship, of course, yeah, tell the truth. But if it's
Is a mission a white lie?
What does that even mean, bro? A
Yeah,
mission,
is
a white lie?
you is you
don't
not
say everything.
Yeah,
Like lying by
yeah.
omission.
Is
And
that
you,
a white
leave
lie?
out a fact oh, like
just
I went
not
to go see
saying
your
it.
mom today, and then you don't include the fact that you went to pick up cigarettes on the way there, and you're both trying to stop smoking or something
what?
and you
Well, something
omit
like
the fact
that,
that you got cigarettes.
Something like that, that's a serious topic. It's health. Cigarettes affect your health, and if you're both trying to commit to something like that, and you're not, but she is, then I think you should tell her the truth. I don't think you should lie about that.
I'm seeing a lot of codependency issues in this Discord
all this.
call.
There's several different things that vary into this. It's not something you could say overall. There's so many different variables that play into this.
Well, you
Way
guys
too
need to
many.
be your own people. If you want to smoke cigarettes, smoke cigarettes. Don't let your relationship dictate what the fuck you do. Holy shit, you guys are pathetic.
So I think
No,
that
I honestly second. I second that.
Let Kimmy talk. Kimmy talk.
Good God.
I think on that point, you should never
Let
ask
Kimmy talk.
somebody-
Let Kimmy talk.
Your
in
name isn't Kimmy.
relationships. Hi. Okay, so in relationships,
your
I feel like
boundaries?
realistically, obviously telling the truth is the better option, but sometimes
Well, religion's
telling
a
the
lie.
truth, it makes it a lot worse. Like with everything. So I think it's like healthy and it's realistic to have little white lies.
No,
You know what's good for relationships?
Realistic
Fun.
and
You know what's
lie.
fun?
You can't call a lie realistic.
Listen.
It's
Yes, you
literally
can.
the opposite
Little
of
white
reality.
lies.
A lie is
It's called a white
holy
lie for a reason, though. Like, you know, have
Yeah,
you
but
ever
the
have
lie
you
is
guys
still
heard
the
of
name.
like
It's a fucking lie.
happy
It's not the
wife,
truth.
happy
It's not
life?
real.
Listen,
It's not
relationships.
real.
That's what beta
If
males
your
do.
wife's
That's not
cooking
real.
sucks, you're not gonna tell her it sucks.
Yeah, you
because-
are.
are.
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
you are.
Yes, you
You
are.
just tell her and prove,
Holy
dude.
shit,
You can't
bro.
just coddle people
Listen,
for
can
life
I-
as adults and just sugarcoat everything and say,
One
oh
at
no,
a
everything you
time.
do is perfect when
Cammy,
it
this is
fucking
why.
sucks.
Because Cammy, this is why you'll never be in a good relationship. You're too fucking stupid and weird. I don't even know what the fuck you're saying. Of course, the truth is almost always the best for a healthy, long-term, high-level relationship. That's how it is. If two people respect each other and they're not some insecure, frail, like ego-filled rejects, then you're gonna be able to talk to them, and you're gonna be able to tell them the truth nonstop.
I fully agree with what you just said.
And if you
Listen.
have an issue with something they do, you don't have to be a dick about it. You can, offer
All right.
criticism and tell them the truth in, a certain way. So you're not a dick about it. You know what I
So
mean?
when
If-
you're old as
Listen.
fuck and you're wrinkly and your old ass wife is with you and she asks you, am I still the prettiest girl in the whole entire world? You're gonna look at your wife in the face and say, no, you're ugly as shit.
If I'm with somebody, first of all, I'll be dead way before that. I'm not going to live that long because I don't want to be old. And second of all, of course, she's going to be the most attractive girl to me ever. Like, I'm not gonna, when I'm with somebody in a serious relationship where I don't give a fuck about anybody else, they're nothing to me. I will never let anyone interfere with something like that, especially something that's been going on for 50 years. As far as I'm concerned, she is the prettiest girl.
lied.
She is
You
the
literally
prettiest
just said
girl.
don't lie, and you
Bold-faced
just
lie.
lied.
Look, everyone in here is
Literally
No,
a
that
lie.
wouldn't be a lie though.
Literally a lie.
Bro, for him.
I'm not
Goes
attracted.
beyond-
Literally
We
just
haven't
fucking
heard
lied about
much.
that.
We
When
haven't
you
heard much
got
from the
with
Holy
her, she
Quail.
wasn't old, bro.
We
Yeah.
haven't heard much from the Holy
lied, bro.
Quail. Let's
Nobody
see,
looks
let's
at
see
some
her
old
talk.
dusty bitch and says, "Oh my God, you're so hot."
The hell?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Quail. Go ahead, Quail.
Okay, well, like basically going back a little bit to what everyone's like been saying, like okay, if you want like a long-term relationship, yeah, don't build it on lies. But nowadays, everyone wants, like being in a relationship is like a game of musical chairs. We feel like, oh, like we have to quickly sit down before like the music ends because I don't want to be the one person without a relationship, without a chair. And then you're sitting there on the chair and it's like, oh, my chair only has like 3 legs. I'm not going to sit on a chair that only has 3 legs if it's like based even on like the smallest little lie. Because once you start one little white lie, it builds up and builds up. And honestly,
It's a
I
very
would just
odd analogy.
Listen,
it's
relationships
an odd
is supposed,
analogy, but it's the truth.
relationships
That
is
you're
supposed to be
constantly in a
fun.
rush to be in a relationship. I think it's okay to not be in a relationship sometimes.
Listen,
Yeah, no, it's totally
relationships.
fine.
Listen,
I've never been in a relationship.
Relationships.
We're talking about relationships, and I've never even been in one. Okay.
Listen, hey, relationships are supposed to be fun though, right? So listen, sometimes lying is fun, and sometimes telling her the truth, telling her that she looks fat is also fun because she gets angry. You know what I mean? A little bit of drama. It depends.
That depends on the
Relationships are not for fun, Minnie. That is
No,
that is
they're not for
sexually
fun, but they're
degenerate.
supposed to be fun. They are supposed to be fun. You're not going to
They
be
are
a fucking.
strictly
God,
business.
fucking
You
I
are
am
not
there to
gonna
make
be-
fucking
babies.
hit of Andrew Tate right now, dude.
I want to
Listen,
make babies with a woman.
Oh,
Everyone's making very
babies
good
are
points.
business. Since when are babies business?
It's business, not pleasure. I
You
wanna
want
make
free
babies.
slave labor, Gunnar? What
No.
the fuck?
Now you keep
Absolutely
selling
not.
children.
Nina,
Good
calm
baby
down on the
farm.
drinking. You have a problem.
Carmen, we haven't heard much from you today. What do you think?
Hey, I have a question. Would you ever white lie to your wife, or is that bad in a relationship?
Carmen,
Who are you
Who's she
talking
talking to?
we literally just
What are
answered
you
this
talking
question in the
about?
last 20 minutes.
Like a small
Listen,
lie
this is
that's
how it
supposed
is.
to be harmless.
Majority
Carmen,
of the people.
that's what we're discussing right now, Carmen.
Holy fuck, she's dumb.
Bro,
Would
what is-
you ever white lie to your wife?
Carmen, we need your answer,
the
not
question.
what
Listen,
you're
if
supposed
you're married to someone,
Answer,
Who are you
Can we kick
asking?
Carmen? Holy
No what?
shit.
Never mind.
Yo,
Holy
get that guy
shit.
on the call, dude. Get Carmen, bring that guy.
Sure, Akira says definitely, so I guess probably.
Oh my
Who is
God.
Wow,
talking
let's
right
name
now?
on the
Phone a
debate,
friend?
bro.
Are you
Holy
retarded?
fuck.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. All right. Some boy Roy, we haven't heard from you in a while.
Can I get a 50-50 on this?
Yo, like lies are the worst, and it's literally going to destroy a relationship. But like, if you're proposing to
people
somebody,
were,
you don't tell them that you're gonna
asking
propose
me.
that day.
Or
know?
you don't
Like,
tell her
gotta-
that you cheated on her, right?
That's
Like
different, bro.
you're not gonna do that.
Listen,
Cringe.
you guys are
Elijah
all
and Gunnar are so
not
cringe
gonna
and
do
lost,
it.
bro. You're stuck
Bro,
in the 30s. You don't
You're
belong
just
here,
not
bro.
gonna do it, bro.
You're
you guys are all
terrible for the
making very good
planet.
points, but you
Gunnar
gotta
and
realize.
Elijah, you're terrible for the planet, bro. You realize that, right?
Bro,
You
we're
fucking
stuck in the
losers.
30s. If we're
You're
in the
garbage.
The entire human race is
where
bad
are
for the
you at, bro?
planet.
With
You
that
realize
old
women are
ass
intelligent,
mohawk,
right?
bro.
Like they're
Where are you
actually
at,
like
Ja?
not retarded anymore.
Where are you at, Ja, with that mohawk?
I'm in the future, man. I'm in the
Oh, you're
fucking
in the future.
4000s,
No, he's
bro.
in the thousands. He's in the thousands.
Clueless dumb bitch, bro.
Come on, bro.
Oh goddamn, Elijah, you're so stupid. You and Gunnar are so
Bro,
fucking
Ja, you
stupid.
want to do this again, bro? You
Don't
left
lump me
last
in with
time, bro.
Elijah. He's
You
dumb.
left last
You're
time, bro.
based
a
in
high
red
level
belt.
Elijah,
You
which is
tapped
still
out,
low
bro.
level.
You
Wait,
tapped
wait,
out,
wait.
bro. You
I'm
don't
literally
wanna do it
a
again, bro.
doctorate from Hustlers University. Don't lump me in with
So-
Elijah. He watches Zerka.
I have it top tier handed down from the gods advice from a married woman, and she said that she has told my brother that there are some things that she wished he never told her. And that she almost wished
Imagine
myself.
thinking
Carmen,
that your
you were in
friend
a call
is in
with
a good
13
relationship in marriage.
You're in a call with 13
Bro.
other people and you just called somebody else. What the fuck
Called
was
my
that?
brother to talk to his wife.
And your
I don't
brother's
remember
relationship's probably
phoning a
trash.
friend being an option
the
for this,
Yeah, I
for this
didn't-
Royale, but
Oh well, I'm
you know.
sorry for memeing then.
Carmen,
Hey,
No
Dad,
fun
what's
allowed.
up? Yeah, could you tell me
can't-
my
we-
mom's
we-
told you?
Carmen, we want to hear
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
opinion. We want to hear
Carmen,
your
you can't use
opinion,
the
not
wedding card.
someone else's.
Okay?
Dude, I don't want to have a copy pasta answer that's like already been said, but like yeah.
That's
And
what
yet you
everyone's
called
doing. This is
someone,
just chatting,
so
Carmen.
Come on, give
Yeah,
us
now
what
I've
you
been
want.
here-
Give us what you think. Okay, so Carmen,
Uh,
you're in a relationship. All right.
yeah.
Would you want your
Okay.
man
Owning a friend.
to tell you a white lie to save any emotional distress you might come from the truth?
There's only I mean like anyone that I like have like a non-serious relationship with, I don't care, but like the one person I actually care about, like I don't really think they would lie to me and I don't really want them to. And even if they like do lie about it, I'll just get over it.
What a great answer by Carmen, mostly till the end. I'm not
But it
kidding.
was a
That's
lie.
nothing.
It was a fucking lie. Her whole answer was a lie.
Your whole existence is a lie. You are a white lie, Gunnar. Okay, so you don't
No,
get to
I'm
talk
a
about
white
this now.
monster.
You're a
Hello.
gaslighter. You're a gaslighter and
You're getting really
manipulator.
fat.
So.
Guys, this is your opportunity.
Fat ass.
If
But
you're a
she's
streamer,
pregnant.
yeah, this is your
What the
opportunity to
fuck?
say and make a point to embarrass someone right now. Okay, otherwise we're gonna move on. And if you haven't said much, now's your opportunity.
What? Wait, what are we doing? We can just talk
To
right now.
embarrass someone. Well, I was just gonna
Well,
say,
just like
like,
Nina's
if they're good,
presence here, she hasn't said shit.
Stream for 30 fucking minutes.
if they're willing to like tell a white lie, like how do you know if they're not gonna tell like a bigger lie though? You know?
Because it's called white lie
That's
for
just
a
the
reason.
thing. You just gotta
I mean-
fucking have a little
I
bit
got
of
you, I got you.
disbelief.
First of all,
It's
I'm
not serious.
offended that it's
Here-
called a white lie, like implying.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I guess
Alright,
it's the
buddy,
best kind of.
relax.
Oh wait, never mind.
Who
Yeah,
here?
what's the opposite of a white lie, right, John?
No, but you guys gotta
No.
understand, like showing all your cards to your partner isn't a good thing sometimes. Like
I think
sometimes
it's
you have
psychotic
to be a
to
mysterious
do
person.
that
You have to
white lie.
have some type of privacy. You can't just
It's
show all
very
your
weird
cards.
to me.
Right.
To your
it might-
wife, you
I
can show all
just
your
know
cards.
that it might-
It's not
depends.
100% of my
Yeah, it
life.
depends
Yeah, I want
Depends how far into the relationship
So,
you are.
so Riot, as soon as you marry her, you just tell her the whole truth?
I mean, we build into that, bro. That's how a relationship works. You build up to that trust.
You know
If
what's
Meeting
I,
online
if
No,
I've-
but-
I've been dating
no,
for
but-
2 or 3 months, I'm not gonna tell you everything about me. That's just no.
You know what's
I
crazy?
think if you
Sure,
tell white
but-
lies,
You don't
you're
have
a
to
little
stick with
bitch. That's what I think. I think if you tell white
That's
lies,
a
you're a little bitch. That's
generalization,
my
bro.
take.
That's a
That's my
generalization.
You already
There's
admitted
so
that you
many
would tell a
different-
bunch of white lies.
That's
I
my
think
take.
somebody had a great
That's
point
my
earlier
take.
when they said like, what if you're trying to
No,
propose?
I didn't
you have
admit to any
like,
white
kinda-
lies.
You guys gotta understand.
Yeah, but
this
that's a
isn't like
mission. That's a mission.
This
right?
argument's gonna go on forever because there's too many different. Like, it's,
No.
you can't
Go
just
ahead,
make
go
a
ahead, Nina. Go ahead,
generalization.
Nina.
You can't make that
Well, I was just saying,
generalization.
like, I thought that the person with the point about the like the proposal thing, like you're probably gonna have to make some stories up because you're trying to surprise them, right? So you're gonna have to white lie a little bit. It's
Yeah.
like it's not a big deal, but it's just like that is like a thing. Like it's just this weird absolute,
I have a
just like
surprise,
a
I
point
can't
of
tell you
view.
something. You don't have to lie about it.
You could just be like,
can
I
just
don't
give us-
But
know.
what if you
I
wanted to make it a
have a
surprise?
surprise and I
Okay,
can't
you
tell you
can't
I
ever
don't know.
surprise anybody. Like that's just like that's a silly psychotic way of looking at it.
I think
Why are you
anytime-
trying to
You can never
twist?
lie
Why are
to
you trying to
people.
twist it into
But
that?
I wouldn't say that's a
point
white
is-
lie.
Oh my
dude.
god.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what a lie. So she's not wrong. That's what a white lie is. If you're omitting the truth, or if you're telling the truth in a different way, that's a white lie. That's literally what a white lie is.
Okay, so
I mean,
I
in
feel
s-
like that's a lot different than lying about something because you think it's like gonna hurt them or they're not able to handle the truth. I feel like
Well,
that's a
white
lot
lies
different.
fall
Yes,
into
that's-
one
I think-
category.
That's not it. That's
She-
not it at all,
bro.
She being
If
a
you're
good
lying-
she
A
just
white
did a good job of explaining an example of a good good white lie. However, there are bad white lies. You can't
Majority
hate
of them
on
are bad.
Nina for making a good example. That is
No,
the
you're
whole
right.
Why would
point
you
of the
think somebody
fucking
else is
debate.
wrong, to be fair?
Anytime
I
you tell,
guess-
anytime you
Appreciate
tell a lie, anytime you tell a lie and you
Aw.
feel guilty about it, then that's when I think you shouldn't have told a lie. But if you tell a lie and you don't feel affected by it and you truly don't feel bad in the heart about it, then I think you're good.
No,
I'm
that
not
means
gonna
you don't
lie.
have God in
Extremely
your life,
extremely
bro.
you don't feel that.
That means
And
you
you're
don't have
just a
God in
fuck.
your life, bro.
No,
No, that's
listen.
not what that means.
No,
You
I
accept
guess
the
it
word?
really
What
depends
that
on your
mean, bro?
intentions.
Like,
If you're
what?
not like lying to
Come
them
on,
with
bro.
like the
Let's
intention of
let's
like
hear from
being
Claire.
Whoa,
malicious.
no, that's Claire.
I really think it depends on like your intentions, because like
Exactly.
now after hearing everyone, like I do agree with like what Nina said. Like if your intentions aren't like foul and you're not doing it with the intention of like hurting the person, and it's like who is it? Stunt Boy said like it's you're hiding a proposal or something, or like something that's going to be like beneficial, like something that's like a good thing, then I guess like it's not a negative lie. in a
Yeah, if
sense.
you're
Listen.
telling a white lie, you're afraid of losing your partner. It's simple.
Hold on, no, but if you do it to surprise them,
Not completely.
Bro,
hold on.
if my
Hold on.
girl tells me to get our blue Gatorade and I
Listen.
just don't feel like getting it and I just go
Huh?
home, does that mean I don't fucking love her? Like, what are
If
you
you do
Bro,
it-
saying,
did you
bro?
lie? Are you dumb? Did you lie at any point? Hello?
Yeah, I could have said,
what did
yo,
you- huh?
they were out of
Where's
blue
the lie?
Gatorades.
If you do it
But I
to
just
Okay,
didn't
surprise
feel
now,
like
now
going.
if you say that, then you're just lazy and you don't want to lose her. Just say no, I'm not getting you a fucking Gatorade and walk off. It's simple.
Listen,
Also a good point,
I
yeah.
think the
you
only
lose her anyway.
good way, or the only good white lies are the ones to surprise them with something good, like the engagement or like bringing their parents over, shit like that. You know what I mean? Things to surprise them with something good, not things that you hide because you are like scared of their reaction or something.
Why do you like look at like a relationship like you're not a real person? Like either side is a real person. Like I feel like that's really odd to me. Like people fucking like sometimes just want to deal with shit. Like they're like, I'll deal with it tomorrow, so I'm gonna lie that I did it today.
Then your
but
relationship
I'll
is
deal
not a
with it
high level
tomorrow.
relationship,
New-
man.
Hey,
You're
new
a high
drinking
level- yeah,
game.
You know what
you're in a
sucks?
high level
Every
relationship.
time
Let me say
Nina
something.
says like, you take a shot.
Can I say something?
I'm from California.
Half of these
Sorry.
people are actually in relationships, and they literally cannot. Like, they're not
Okay,
going to be
why
able
are
to
you
face the
doing
truth.
personal attacks? We're trying to talk about the situation that we're
Because
trying to talk about.
people are giving responses based on their shitty relationship, like where you can't tell the truth
And I'm
because
sure
you.
that you're in a very good relationship.
I'm not
I
saying
agree.
I am.
Honestly, my ex-boyfriend used to lie to me about
Honestly,
taking
I think
fucking
the only good
Motrin,
ones
and
are the
I
ones to
still
surprise
think
them.
it's okay
Flying
to
parents
tell
You
in,
have
white
80
lies.
IQ.
or like
Yeah,
engagement
I
stuff,
have
or like
like
vacation. I think those are
Holy
okay.
fuck.
You know,
Look,
I think
people get
those are
offended by
okay.
this,
But the
and they
rest,
can't
I
admit
don't
what
think
the
so.
real truth is, that their relationship
The
is not
rest
high
is
level.
just
It's
a
not a joke.
code.
They can't be honest with one another
Right?
because they're
high
too
level. How would you
insecure.
define a high level relationship?
People who respect each other at high level, they aren't insecure. They know what they want.
Shut up. It's
Gunnar,
about
You
making
can't
babies.
use the
That
definition
is a
of
high
birth.
level
What are you talking
relationship.
about?
Dude.
You make babies.
Gunnar, you're
That's
dumb.
it.
What if I don't want kids, Gunnar?
For
Then what?
example.
It's
You're
not a
a fucking
relationship.
moron.
I'm
You're
It's not a
Look,
relationship,
in
Why are you
Gunnar,
even
listen,
It's
talking?
not a relationship, bro.
by
No,
Gunnar's
that's not
definition
a
of a
relationship.
relationship,
That's
listen,
fucking
listen.
stupid. You guys are just spinning your tires. These are young, beautiful women. They deserve to get knocked up and pregnant. All right,
Then
you guys are just
do it,
wasting
bro.
their
Guess
fucking
what? Me
time.
and my girl will
Gunnar.
stay over there, bro.
It's either you
Oh my
shit or
God,
you
you
get
gotta
off
be
the
careful with
pot.
that
That's how I
reference.
live.
How many girls
Listen,
have you gotten
listen.
pregnant, buddy?
On
What do you guys
accident, a
sound like?
few.
If you want
But
a
I learned my
lasting,
lesson,
high
so I'm
level,
not
Fatherless
sticking
children.
my
quality
dick.
relationship, you don't
I
lie.
don't stick my dick in
If you want a
anything. I don't
trash
want to get
relationships, you
pregnant.
white lie.
God,
Fatherless
you're
children.
psychotic. What is wrong with you people?
Yeah. All right, we haven't heard from the Holy Quail in a while. Let's hear from her.
Well, okay, after Gunnar's comment, all I can think of is, yes, I do have beautiful birthing hips, Gunnar. I'm all set. I'm ready to...
Really though?
Sweetheart.
Like I don't know.
Sweetheart, you know where to find me.
Immense
yeah.
riz, Gunnar. What?
So
Just
Gunner's going after Cammy though, Holy Quail. So you got to hit on someone else.
I was using
know,
Cammy
I
to get
know.
her jealous.
But
Holy
anyways,
Quail's hair is just beautiful. I want to yank it.
Okay, all right.
Gunnar going for everything.
Back to the discussion. Holy, what
Like,
were
for
you
example,
saying?
for their relationship, they would white lie to each other.
So yeah, so like hearing everyone discuss, I think it also depends on what kind of relationship you're in, because nowadays they're all different kinds of relationships. Right now we're all thinking about like the traditional monogamous relationship, but what about open relationships? What about polyamorous relationships?
That's just a cope.
Yeah, like
You're too holy for that.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
cope,
know.
dude. That's a cope. Those things
I'm
never
not.
work. Those things
go.
literally never work.
She's right. That's it.
Polyamorous.
It all depends on the actual type of relationship. If it's like I said, if it's an extremely high level, two quality people, not insecure, not worried about like to that level what people are thinking, or if it's just some basic, normal, have fun, don't really give a shit relationship.
exactly.
It all just depends on the type of relationship.
Poly has never and will never work. That's the truth.
Are you saying has never worked, Mini? Like
Yeah,
ever?
polyamory never works. Somebody gets
Yeah,
jealous.
yeah, it does.
Somebody gets jealous
Never heard of
at some
Mormons?
point.
It
Okay,
can work.
yeah.
Someone can be jealous and it
That
still
doesn't mean it
works.
works.
Are you saying people don't get emotional? Is that what you're saying? Like obviously there's gonna be jealousy, but it still works out in the end, bro. It still works out.
All right, follow-up question: is jealousy a bad thing in a relationship?
Exactly.
You need a certain
Believe it or
amount.
not.
You need a certain amount.
There you go.
Otherwise,
We
you don't
haven't-
care.
we haven't
Otherwise, you
heard
don't
from
give a
Grant in
fuck.
while. We haven't heard from Grant in a while. Let's hear from Grant.
Is jealousy good or bad in a relationship? I think it's inherent in our DNA to feel jealousy. To bring it into the relationship in a toxic way, I don't think is a good thing. It's going to arise, but you have to be confident that you have a good relationship, that nothing can break that.
Whoa,
So-
Grant, I got a question for you.
Oh.
If your girl is laughing at another man's jokes like really hard, like she's falling out of her chair, are you gonna be all right with
Like
that?
you're at like a
I'm
comedy
probably going to
show?
be laughing too.
Really?
If they're not funny, like, dude.
Listen,
like,
if you get
there's
jealous
nothing
over
wrong
other
with
men
that.
being funny, that's just you being insecure and cringy.
No, that's just
Alright?
that's
See, that's the thing. Always be jealousy.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just
just like
means I'm not
pathetic.
funny, bro.
That's just you
Oh,
being
shit.
unfunny.
Babe, you're not
I'm
allowed
not
to
funny,
enjoy
bro.
things.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm
How
saying.
dare
nigga.
you?
I want
That's
my
literally
partner
what
to
you
enjoy
said.
yourself and have a
Jealousy
good
doesn't
time,
have
but
a
not to
place in a
violate it.
relationship.
It does.
Not because
yeah.
it doesn't like belong there. It just like if you're jealous, you shouldn't be. You should be like looking in on yourself. Like that's your own problem. If somebody else is jealous, that's their problem they have to deal with. And if that's something that the
Somewhat.
relationship can't handle, then cut it off. Like that's
Mostly
that
agree.
Women
it
have the
doesn't belong in a
skill.
relationship.
Women have the skill.
What the? F-
Nina just dropped her drink.
Sorry,
If you-
there's like a leaf or something, and it keeps like touching my foot, and it keeps freaking me out every time.
There's actually there's a snake behind you in the water.
I
but,
think jealousy.
It's an alligator.
So Stuntboy
I
Roy,
think
you don't think jealousy at all in a relationship is healthy?
I don't think jealousy at all.
I
If
think-
somebody's going to be
No.
jealous, then clearly there's something wrong with the relationship.
I think if a man gets jealous about his girl getting hit on, then he's a low value man. He's not a high value.
It's
Doesn't have
not
enough
even
confidence
hit on, bro.
that
I
he's
feel
gonna
like
be.
you can
I'm
be
jealous.
jealous without showing jealousy, and I think it's natural to be jealous over something that you invest a lot of time and emotion in, just because it's like something you care about. But I also think it's a red flag if like somebody doesn't get like a little bit jealous, because then I feel like it shows that they don't actually give a shit.
Yes.
No, that's actually,
Yes.
that's actually their
Yes.
kryptonite
There's
right
gonna
there.
be a
Women
tiny
trust
little
it.
bit.
Going for Stuntboy
Dude,
Roy there.
This is the fucking truth. Like I've heard so many women be like, "Hey, he's not even a little bit jealous of me. Does he actually give a fuck?" And they just leave them because the guy doesn't
Jealous of
react
the
at all.
girl?
So they just leave.
Okay, but if they're
Yeah,
going
that
to
relationship
leave,
sucks.
then they're garbage
That's
anyway.
where-
So
that's
like,
where
No,
jealousy-
no, you're the garbage, bro.
Women
You're the
are
garbage,
very
bro.
good.
You're
Women
right.
are very
Realize
good.
that.
You need a little bit of
Amongst their
jealousy
man
to
types.
keep you climbing, dude.
My brain is pumping.
You need to
They
keep fighting
women
for
try
it.
to make you
I
jealous.
think a little bit of
tactically to get
jealousy
control
is
over
fine.
you.
Little bit of jealousy is
Yeah, a
fine
little
if you know
bit.
how to channel it. If you know how to channel it into something productive. Majority of jealousy stems from insecurity, which of course, if you get jealous of something you're insecure of it, even if you hide it, it's going to ruin the relationship. It's going to make it worse because it's going to constantly be festering in your mind. If you know how to channel your jealousy into productivity and better yourself as a human being, if someone, I'm rarely jealous, with girls that I'm into, and if I feel jealous at all, I'm gonna go out of my, I'm gonna do like research, I'm gonna improve myself to the point
Really?
where like I am better,
Holy
and I'm
fuck.
gonna ascend
Nah,
past that.
bro.
You know what I mean?
Call me
Just-
an
just-
insult.
DM her sister, bro. You'll be fine. Just
You
DM
ran
her.
to
Anyway,
Google?
like I said,
You'll be
Holy
fine.
shit.
if you
bro.
can channel your jealousy into something productive, then it's fine. If you let it fester in your mind to take over and ruin healthy parts of your relationship, of course it's really bad. And like I said, majority of it does stem from insecurity. But yeah.
You
A
don't
little
have
bit is
to-
helpful.
All right, so
Bro.
we're gonna conclude the first round. We'll give every a chance to say one quick thing, 10-15 seconds most, starting with Carmen. Go for it.
Small amounts of jealousy is fine and should almost be acceptable and normal. If they aren't jealous, that's like whatever. And then if they get like constantly jealous, then they just have issues.
Claire Rose.
I agree. I feel like jealousy is normal and natural for any person. It doesn't mean that you're insecure, but I feel like you do need to be secure in yourself to not get crazy on acts of jealousy.
All right, Elijah.
It's not bad for me to be jealous if another guy is putting butterflies in her stomach, and it's not bad for her to be jealous if other girls want to fuck me.
Well, maybe if you left your room and stopped Discord modding all day, Elijah.
Yeah.
there'd
All
be-
right,
Oh,
Gunnar,
yeah?
Gunnar,
Put
go
the
for it. 10 seconds.
You know,
Gunnar.
there's no room for butterflies in a
Uh-huh.
woman's stomach if there's a baby in there. Just a little red pill for you.
5 seconds.
So
Gunnar.
jealousy, who gives a fuck, man? This question sucks. All of you people are losers. We're on the internet talking about relationships. We're all socially maladapted. That's why
All
we're
right, Grant, go for it, my man.
Right. Yeah, jealousy is only bad if the relationship isn't built on solid ground. White lies aren't the best, but in a long-term relationship, 10, 20, 30 years, they're going to happen. They're not the end of the world as long as it doesn't really hurt your partner. But tell the truth. Don't be
All right,
a
Joe.
lying bitch.
Like I said, a small amounts of jealousy is good if you know how to channel it into something productive and bettering yourself. Aside from that, majority of it stems from insecurity. Constantly being jealous is only going to fester in your mind. Even if you don't admit it, you're going to be worse in a number of different aspects of the relationship. So, of course, yes, it is very bad.
Can I ask y'all a question
Gabby.
real quick? Oh, never
No,
mind.
we're moving on.
Go ahead.
So I think jealousy is normal and natural. Most females are jealous of other females even outside of relationships, so it's only natural to like bring it in a relationship. And I think that as long as you like don't turn it into a toxic thing where you're controlling the other person and what they're doing, then it's completely fine and normal.
All right,
white lies only to surprise people with good things like the proposal or flying parents in, things like that. Otherwise, don't do that shit. And jealousy, you need a little bit of jealousy to keep you climbing the mountain. It keeps the fuel on, right? And you need to do it. Otherwise, the girls are like, okay, he doesn't give a fuck about me. Later, bitch.
All right, Nina.
I just think that jealousy is a natural thing that sometimes you just feel and you have no control over. But like the way that you act and the way that you process it is completely under your control, and that's something that's completely a you thing. And that's not really a bad thing in a relationship. You just need to understand like what it is, and you have to have communication with your partner. Obviously, if you're feeling that way, talk to them because no reason to follow it up.
You know, I think jealousy stems from insecurity, and if you're an insecure person, that means you have low confidence as well. But I tend to think people get jealousy and territorialism mixed up. I feel like territorialism is a good thing, and jealousy is not.
All right, Stunt Boy Roy.
Honestly, your relationship is what you define it to be with your partner, and if you two are into jealousy and white lies, then that's your kink, and I'm not going to shame it. So.
All right, Holy Quail.
Okay. I once knew a guy whose girlfriend literally said, "I am jealous of your parents because you go talk to them once a week." And so when jealousy is like that is like borderline psychotic.
Well,
no,
like
there's no place for it. But a little jealousy is fine. It's good. But something word like that keeps you from those you love, absolutely not.
All right, congratulations, guys, for surviving the first round. Well, not if you all survived, but we got there, we finished, and
there are
voting
some
is going to
kinks
be done on
that
my
should
channel.
be
I'm going to
shamed.
go put up the poll right now.
Some kinks should be shamed,
Transition away,
100%.
But thank you guys for the opinions. Actually, I'd love to see, and I think there's a correlation between some of those answers and your age. Not even going to lie. But let's go ahead and move on to the voting phase. Voting phase right now, guys.
That was
right
a very
now,
good. That was a very good closer, Ryan.
to vote, you're going to go
Appreciate
into twitch.tv/GigaDatum and you're going to type the number
Go vote,
associated
motherfuckers.
with the streamer on screen.
What the fuck is that?
you want to vote for, all right?
What
So
the
number
fuck
one,
is that?
Stuntboy Roy. Number two, Gunnar Gooch. Number three, Cammy Hankins. Number four, Grant Truesday. John Millionaire is number
Truesdell.
five.
We
Truesdell,
are
sorry.
basically the smallest
John
streamer
Millionaire is
in
number
that,
five.
dude. By
Elijah
far.
MC is number 6. The Holy Quill number 7. Carmen M is number 8. Riot LOL number 9. Claire Rose number 10. Nina is number 11, and MiniDonbee is number 12. So once again, just
Number
type the number
12.
into chat.
Are you
can
fucking
vote
kidding me?
3 times actually. So vote who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick, guys.
so
Keep, not
done.
kick. That is who you're voting for. To keep,
I will not be
not
done.
kick.
Can I ask?
I refuse.
Voted.
Vote 12,
Only one
pussies.
person wins.
Vote 12.
So what's going to happen
Don't
is the
type too
bottom
many fucking
3
numbers.
will be up
Just
for elimination,
1,
and
2.
the person who
1,
wins the
2,
round
click.
will get
1,
to decide
2, 1,
who
2,
stays
click.
among the bottom 3.
1,
the other 2 will
1,
be eliminated.
2,
So go
click.
vote, guys. Go vote. Please keep in
understand?
mind that we do have some streamers here that are relatively new. So if you liked their
1,
opinions, show them the
2,
vote.
click.
That's why you can vote 3 times. So go ahead, guys.
1,
Show some love to some of these people and
2,
figure out who you want
click.
to keep.
If I
on the
see you
show,
motherfuckers clicking in
not
some
kick.
other fucking number, I will ban
Hey,
you.
Datum.
Set the
chat
timer
You are
for
banned.
Hold up, Brady.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
set the
that's
timer
actually
for
genius.
2 more minutes.
Reason?
David, that's genius that you made it a chat typing vote. That helps you with the algorithm so much. That's actually fucking genius.
That's big.
I know. You're welcome.
Datum, I wanted to ask.
Is this all chat voted, by the way?
One, two. Yes, a group. I see you.
They have two
A
more
group.
minutes.
I see you.
2 more minutes.
Yo, 2 more minutes, bro. I'm
Datum,
trying.
I wanted to ask y'all a question. Am I open to?
Now you can. Yeah, you can ask questions. after
No,
like.
you can't.
I'm just very
Yeah,
confused.
hey,
How are you
Ja,
counting? How are you
Ja,
counting?
Yeah, we'll see if it were. Yeah, if it has anything to do. But keep it. Yeah, go
We
ahead.
were talking about jealousy, right? I just wanted to know because there was a time where I should have gotten a host that I didn't get, right? And it was because you asked.
You were trash.
No.
And
You
annoyed
asked.
me.
Wait, I got you. You asked your roommate who she wanted to fuck, and she said me. And then
What
you
are you talking
you didn't
about?
want. You didn't want her to host me, bro.
That literally
What's up
never
with that,
happened.
bro?
Of course I don't
That
want to host
never
you. You
happened?
suck. You
Elijah.
suck. I'm
That
gonna
never
host your
happened?
daddy.
I
I'm
got
gonna
you
tell her to
quick,
host your
bro.
daddy over you.
4K.
Okay?
Dude,
I got
know
you
you're
quick,
riding
Why would we
high
host
from the
you
whole, like,
over
Zerka
Zerka?
thing.
4K, bro.
But you're literally a Discord mod, Elijah.
Is
If
this-
Zerka wants to
4K,
host you
bro.
afterwards,
You're
if
quick,
Zerka wants to
4K,
host you
bro.
afterwards, he can. But I told her to host your
Oh,
daddy.
really? She was gonna host me, but you know, it's all right. It's good.
Are you mad?
No, I might be a little jealous.
I mean, you seem
All
mad.
right. I'm gonna meet you guys up. We got 1 more minute, guys. Once again, 1 more minute. I'll probably extend it because it is the first time doing this. I'll extend it for a little bit longer, but you get 3 votes, guys. Don't forget, 3 votes. Vote to who you want to keep, not kick on the stream. Keep, not kick, and you get 3 votes to vote for 3 different streamers. The bottom 3 will be up for elimination. So
Datum.
go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
My chat's asking, what's the number to vote kick you? That's what they're
Vote
asking.
kick me. Totally. Yes. Oh, trust me.
wait.
There were so many times I wanted to like butt in and say something, but can't do that.
Dalton, I have a question. Is this entire thing chat voted?
This entire thing. No. So pretty much yes. There was going to be something new that I was going to add, but that's going to have to wait till next time. I'm going to have an actual moderator who is going to select and save 2 people from each round, but unfortunately they did not show up today, and it's going to be someone who's not affiliated with
Okay.
Twitch.
So we shouldn't answer these seriously then. We should.
Is it-
Okay,
Well,
got
I'm
it.
gonna
Is it gonna
do
be Eli?
30 more. I'm gonna do 30 more seconds, guys. So once again, who you want to keep, not kick, you get 3 votes. So you can put out 3 numbers. The numbers are on the screen once again, and that's how it's gonna work. So yes, but in the future,
Yo,
moving
good one,
forward,
bro.
I'm gonna get someone not affiliated with Twitch who will be a moderator, and they will save.
Oh
2
my
people per
God,
round,
I
which
agree.
should
That
help
was
some of the
such a
smaller
good one.
streamers. So that'll be happening next time, which will be a lot of fun.
I just want to say I think Stunt Boy Roy is would be a very, very good judge. I'm saying, as well as Holy Quail seems solid so far, but yeah, especially Roy.
If Stunt Boy,
Listen.
yeah, we can. If Stunt Boy
Wait.
Roy wants to save 1 person per
You're
round,
trying
then
to stack the
did you
deck
see
against
that
before
in
we
the
do that.
background?
favor. It might do.
Somebody said some good
All
things.
right, I'm going to finish the poll in 10, 9, 8,
I don't even
7,
know what number I am.
6, 5, 4,
12.
3, 2, 1. Finishing the poll now. All right, so Gooner Gooch wins with 71 votes. He is the
Wow.
winner.
Ratio.
Wow, good job, dude.
Bottom
Jesus
three.
Christ.
Saw that coming.
Ratio,
Jesus
pussies.
Bottom 3 are going to be Claire Rose, it looks like.
Imagine saying
Rose,
it's okay to.
Nina.
Oh my god, fucking autist.
Stunt Boy Roy, Nina, and Claire Rose are the bottom 3. So we have Nina,
How?
Claire Rose, and Stunt Boy Roy. Gooner, you get to save one of them as the winner. Who goes home and who stays? The other
I'm
2
gonna-
will be going home.
I
Taking a piss.
hate to do this to you, chat, but I'm gonna keep Nina because once she gets a little more booze in her, she's gonna start spewing some dumb shit. We're gonna need that.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's actually insane how much smarter and more experienced and talented like Roy is than literally everyone in this call, and he gets taken out first.
Hey, maybe we're not
Oh
talking
my
about
god, Jamil.
Roy,
you're
yeah,
such a
Roy is
shit
smart,
joke,
bro.
Can
Tell
we
you
get
what,
this man
Roy-
a judge or some shit, bro?
Roy, would you like to stay for the next few rounds, and you can
entertained, you
save
fucking
1
moron.
person every round since you don't know anyone?
I'll stick around.
Okay, all right, my man. You can
Thank
you can turn your camera off.
What a joke.
Twitch.tv/StuntBoyRoy. You can mute yourself, and obviously, and then I'll have you be a judge moving forward. And
Jamili-
unfortunately, that means Claire Rose. Why don't you go ahead and shut yourself out?
Hi, all my socials are Claire Rose, CLAREROSEE. Thank you so much, Datum, for having me on for my first battle royale. Good luck, everyone. I hope you guys have a great rest of the show.
Nice meeting you.
Bye,
Dude,
Claire.
Jamili already dick sucking for the future. Jesus Christ, buddy.
What are you
Oh my
talking about?
God.
What am I
These
talking
guys-
about?
house.
What am I talking
The
about?
entire chat is a fucking.
Stunt
idiot.
Boy
It's a
Roy.
fucking joke. You literally voted
Give
for
me
the
that fat
actual
cock.
person
Give me
that
that fat
answered the
cock,
question the
Stunt Boy.
worst.
Let me
That
turn
suck
you
is
into a
talking
stunt
about
man.
fuck.
Let me turn you into a
All
stunt
right,
man.
all right.
Holy fuck! Chat voting for this shit. You guys are so fucking stupid.
So we are going to make it less chat vote moving forward. Like I said, that person just did not show up today. So,
Bro, he's
so
already
we have a
dick
couple
sucking.
heavy
What the
hitter questions
fuck?
today. You guys ready for
Fucking
one of the heavier
Jamili.
ones of the evening? All right, starting the timer now. So moving forward, Nina, your fucking water, by the way, is so fucking annoying.
That's the Cane's water.
Damn, Nina.
Oh, do you hear it?
It's not the water.
Oh, I can turn it off.
No, it's not the water, yeah. All right, so moving forward, guys, next question. This is one of our more
Wait,
heavy
isn't there a
hitter
jet
topics.
right there in that pool? What the fuck?
All right.
Nina, you horny dog. What?
So, moving forward, here's the question.
Just call her a dog.
Hey. Shut the fuck up. This fall, the Supreme Court will once again be deciding on affirmative action and whether or not it is unconstitutional. An example of affirmative action is Harvard University and the University of North Carolina make it more difficult
It's racist.
for
It's
Asian
racist.
Americans to enroll and use race as a determining factor for admissions. Should this be allowed? Once again, the question. This fall, the Supreme Court will once again be deciding on affirmative action and whether or not it is constitutional. An example of affirmative action is Harvard and the University of North Carolina make it difficult or more difficult for Asian Americans to enroll and use race as a determining factor for admissions. Should this be allowed? And what is your stance on affirmative action in general?
I've got a good
No,
one.
listen.
I've got a good answer because this actually pertains to my life a little bit. So I had a 2.2 GPA in college or in high school, and I wasn't able to get into college until I said that I was Mexican, and then they let me in. So using affirmative action to your own advantage is a beautiful thing, and don't worry about what laws they make. Worry about how you navigate around them.
All right.
Listen, I'm gonna say no because it's hella racist and it keeps the energy kind of racist. Because people are like, oh, why did that guy get in? Oh, maybe it's because of this or because of that. And it should be all off of merit. And it doesn't let that happen. You know what I mean? So it keeps racism alive.
I mostly agree with that, but unfortunately, this was only implemented because of all of the other like racial injustices in the world. So like somebody like Gewn, for example, who's had everything handed to him his entire life. His life has been extremely easy. Of course, he's gonna be better off in certain situations than someone like Elijah. He grew up in the hood. He had. I'm just kidding. I'm just.
What the fuck? That seemed a little racially charged.
Hell no,
Hey,
Elijah, I would not take that.
that seems a little racially.
Listen, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. I don't know what you're saying, bro. I have no idea what you're saying.
Shut the fuck up, dude. People have difficult, much different upbringings, much difficult upbringings. Me myself, I legitimately actually did grow up in the hood,
here, bro.
but I'm a white genius. You know what I mean? So of course I'm able to, get a bit. Anyway, I've had things that have been handed to me myself. And other people may have not been as fortunate. So that's the worst part of it. And that was only created because of other things in the world, like Asian Americans, for example. Their culture is very productive in that way. So. Majority of Asians are smarter than everyone.
I'm using my black card. Hold on.
Right,
You're not sliding by this.
Go ahead,
We're arguing against the black card right now.
My
You can't
black
use
card,
it.
bro. No.
That's the affirmative action card.
Let Elijah talk.
You think that joke was funny because
he
of
knows
my
it's
skin
funny.
color?
He knows it's funny. So stupid.
You think that joke was funny because of no, it's not. It's actually not funny. Like you got it.
Okay, you can't really dictate what was funny.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Look. I'm just saying it's not a good look on you, bro. How old are you? I'm like 21. How old are you?
Well, first of all, I've actually studied you. I've watched your stream quite a bit. I know a lot about your life. It had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with your life. What do you mean can't I answer the question, you stupid bitch? Don't ask me if I can answer that. I don't give a fuck. He's not the fucking host, idiot. Use your fucking brain, bitch.
Oh my
anyway,
God, why are you so rude?
Anyway, like I said, Elijah's my boy. I've watched him a while. He doesn't know that.
What do you mean by boy?
How many channel points?
I don't know if you can call me your boy when you
Yeah, what do you mean by boy?
bro?
Yeah.
Kind of cucked my host, bro.
Listen, man.
Because your girl wanted to fuck me. You told her don't host me, bro. That's crazy.
My girl wants to fuck everyone. She's a slut. Anyway, listen.
He hosted me. Thank you, by the way, Jamili.
Anyway, like I said, I know a lot about his life. It had nothing to do with his race. He told me all about his life. He says it on his stream all the time. I'm an avid viewer. I have so many channel points. You guys are making this about race. I said Elijah because I know.
Well, isn't affirmative action about race? Right?
He had a more difficult upbringing than someone like Gewn, the complete opposite spectrum.
I don't think he knows my background, bro. I have no idea. You
Look,
let
man,
me
I've
know.
been
What do
watching.
you
Look,
know?
I'm a
What do
fan,
you
bro.
know,
I
John? All
follow
right,
your
you're
stream,
a
bro.
fan.
I follow your stream. I know what you've
let
been
me
through.
know.
This
What's
isn't
my
about you,
background?
though. You know what I mean?
What
This
have I
isn't
been
about
through,
you.
bro? What
Look,
have
I
I been
appreciate
through,
you.
bro?
I
Tell me what I've
respect you,
been
and
through, bro.
that's why.
No,
That's
you're
why I
not
said.
sliding by this. You don't watch my streams. You don't. No.
Look, you
What
want to see my
have I
channel
been
points?
through,
You
bro?
guys want
You
to see
say
my
you're
channel
sliding
points?
I
by
actually
him.
don't. I
Oh my
just want to
You
know what
want to
I've
see
been
my
through.
channel points?
I just want to know what I've been through. I don't care if
You've
you
been
clicked
through a
my
lot more
stream
than
and had
Gunnar,
it
who's
open, bro.
extremely privileged, had everything handed to him.
You
Look, my
see,
channel
come
points in
on,
the
chat.
Elijah
Yo,
chat.
yo,
Let
I'm a tier 3
Elijah go.
subscriber.
Don't let him
Elijah
fool you,
talk
bro.
and finish more
I'm
than
a
2
tier
sentences.
3
Don't
subscriber.
let him fool you guys. He has not been in my chat. He has not heard my
Let's
story
pull up
yet.
my channel
Okay?
points right now. Let
He
me
has
see.
not heard my. Oh, look, he just has
Can
it
you or
open.
can you not
Can you
tell
tell
him?
my story? Can you tell my story? Anything?
Yeah.
To tell your story, I'd love to tell your story. You're a huge inspiration to me
Oh,
personally.
yeah.
But you know, this is not about me and you.
Redhead.
This is not
Where's
about
your
me and
red
you.
flag?
Okay?
Where's your red
Call his
flag?
bluff.
What was the
Where's
question
your red
again
flag?
from the host? Like
All
the
right, so
original
we're getting a
Oh,
little off
affirmative.
topic. The question is dealing with
I'll
affirmative
answer.
action. All right, go ahead, Grant.
So affirmative action, I just can't understand how this is even being proposed this day and age. It's like moving backwards on all the progress that has been made. You know, starting from like Abe Lincoln abolishing slavery. Come on, like we can move past this.
But we're not
It's a
moving
very
past this.
vanilla answer. It's a very vanilla answer here to say that everyone just deserves equal rights. Like, is that so hard to understand?
Yes, but
Like,
people aren't getting
I
equal
think
rights.
it's sounding wrong.
yeah, they're looking to make affirmative action to
Cool, right?
eliminate that and to make it
The
harder.
problem is not that people are getting the equal rights. Equal rights is a great thing. It's equal responsibility that people struggle with. So if you want to attain higher heights in this world, you have to work harder. And unfortunately, they're trying to build up artificial things that will help prop groups of people up, and they're divvying it up by race. That's where the fundamental problem is. We don't want to dive into this racial by racial thing where we can lock down one race and lift up another. That's not what America's all about. America's about equal fundamental sweeping rights for all of the people, and then you make yourself. You can't fucking run to daddy government.
Yes,
The
but
thing
that doesn't
is-
apply to
Yeah, bro.
everywhere at all.
The thing
by
is,
the way,
they
you
gotta,
realize.
the thing is, they gotta get the foundation right. Because right now the foundation is crooked, so then they start building crooked to make it somewhat even, and it doesn't work. It's fucking retarded. You gotta get the foundation right. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. Not the affirmative action, which is like on top.
Grant Truesdell.
Talking about race, Cammy, can you hear me? What did you think about what Josh said about me and my background? What did you think about that?
What do you mean? I know your background. You said it.
I know. I just want to
I
know
repeated what you
think about
said.
What he said. What he said.
To be honest, it sounded messed up, but I think he realized that and he said like right away.
Really?
that he
No,
was
it
just
wasn't
very-
messed up at all.
He was making
Really?
a joke.
I said
I
that
think
he
he was
had
making
It was
a
like he was
horrible
making a joke,
racist
but
joke.
it wasn't the best joke, but I don't think he intended for it to.
You don't think it
come out the way
intended to
it
kind of
did.
come out as if
Why does
I
Elijah
was
just ask
grown up
questions
in
instead
the
of saying
hood?
anything that he thinks ever?
Elijah,
He
John,
never
I
says
think you're a
any
racist.
opinion.
I think you're a racist. There you go. I
He
think
never
you're a
says
racist.
any
I
opinion
think you're
ever.
a racist. I think you're a racist.
Then you're an idiot if you think that. You're literally a
do
fucking
you think
moron.
Jaw was
Even
100%
if-
serious?
All right, look, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but guys, let me make something really
Like,
clear.
that
This is
was
all for
content and a
entertainment. Okay, this is all for entertainment value. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. All right. Now, with that said, I want to go back to Grant. Now, Grant, are you saying that you are for affirmative action or against it? Because the way you answered the question, it was very vague.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So affirmative action,
Holy
is that
fuck.
imposing certain priorities for certain races to get
Yeah.
in?
Yes.
Yes.
I am
Yes.
against that 100%.
Why are you?
Okay, Riot, go
Look,
ahead. Riot's holding his hand up like a really cute boy that he is. So let's go ahead, buddy.
All right, so look, let's look back to the original question. You know, he used Harvard as an example, a very prestigious college. So I don't think any point of you getting into the college should be a factor of you getting other than your GPA, your ACT, SAT score, the work you did outside of school. That's the only deciding factor why you should be going to a college, and for this example, such a prestigious college like Harvard, bro. Like that's it. That's all it should be.
Yeah, it should be based on your credentials.
Can I raise my?
Yeah, go ahead, Nina. Go ahead, Nina.
Okay,
Not your
so
color of your
I'm
skin.
gonna do a little bit of a curveball here, but just based off of what you're saying, I think
All right,
that
let her talk, guys.
affirmative action should be based off of socioeconomic levels. Like if you come from like a fucking poor ass place, you should probably get a position because you were having to overcome a bunch of bullshit that like some rich person doesn't have to fucking deal with, like food insecurity, for example. Like that's a huge like different factor that if you're able to perform the same level as some person that's like rich as shit or whatever, like you've obviously had to overcome like so much more to be able to get to that level. So I think affirmative action in terms of like socioeconomic things is good, and I understand that based off race, it gets really complicated and really messy. And like as somebody who is actually Asian, like I am half Asian, my dad is Japanese. I remember when I was applying to colleges, I didn't want to check that box, you know, because I knew that it would literally lower my chances to getting into whatever college I wanted to get into. So I do understand that that is not a good thing, and it's not a good system.
So what I could do is I could play, I could be a homeless man for 2-3 months. I could have 90 IQ and I'd get into Harvard. That sounds like a good strat, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, that sounds like a good strat. Listen, I'm basically homeless. Harvard. No, I'm basically homeless. Harvard. I'm over here, bro. I got no money.
If you're homeless and you're able to compete at the same level as somebody who's like a fucking rich
No, my IQ's 80.
tutor, then yes, you should get into Harvard probably.
Wait, why am I being compared as the rich asshole? Why are you? Do you not know where I come from? Holy fuck! Are you guys really attacking my past? You don't even know my story. You don't know my fucking story.
Yeah, let's hear from the Holy Quail. Let's hear from the Holy Quail.
I don't even have a guest house.
Gunnar, bro, don't tell me you're racist too.
Let's hear from the Holy Quail.
Okay, guys. Well, I lived across 3 different continents. I was born and raised across 3 different continents.
I'm 80 IQ, bro.
The only country that ever asked me on an application about my race is here in the United States. And affirmative action is a freaking joke. It's a joke. Because I have to put down, because my mother's from Argentina and I was raised in Argentina, I have to put down that I'm Hispanic. And so when I got into graduate school, I was there with another Hispanic student who she was born and raised in California, went through the whole school system in the United States. Yet she got special treatment saying that, oh no, I cannot write very well because I'm Hispanic. And it's like, I'm the one who grew up outside of the country. My first language was Spanglish, okay?
You're from
but
Argentina?
They didn't give it to me because, of course, I'm the minority of the minority. I'm the rare white Hispanic. But only has that ever been an issue here in, like, has that ever been a thing for me is here in the United States. And so no, I don't believe
Americans are soft as
It can
fuck.
only be based on merits.
And also, dude, it fucks over
I have a
Asians.
question.
They just fuck Asians over.
Can I ask
It's
a
like,
question? Can I ask a question?
When did your family immigrate to Argentina? I'm wondering.
1940 something.
Yeah, did they immigrate to Argentina after like the 40s or something?
Holy Quail's got some crazy stories. Like she's been adopted and shit. Yeah, well, you can hit on her later, Gunnar. All right, Jock, question.
Can I ask a question? Okay, so affirmative action, of course, in itself is a complete joke. It's stupid as fuck. Everyone should be treated equally. But unfortunately, that's not how life works. People are born into a number of different situations where they have a number of different disadvantages. You know what I mean? People are born and they just have a way better life. Everything is pathed out way better because certain people are treated unfairly. Okay, so unfortunately, this stupid thing I wouldn't say had to be created. Of course, I think it kind of like perpetuates the whole racist fucking bullshit. But it was only created because there are a number of different people that are born into a certain spot and they have a terrible life, terrible background, whatever the fuck they be, me included, by the way.
What is the symptom?
And I'm not saying I'm all for it, of course, but
it's
like it's only created because life is not fair. People are born into an unfair life where it's full of disadvantages. So if they excel at the level as someone else who has had everything handed to them and they're really close, I'm going to side with a person who actually had to go through a number of different like obstacles, adversity, like trials and tribulations. I'm going to pick them over the other person who has had everything handed, even if they're slightly better, because mentally in a number of different ways, not just academically, they are going to be I guess, for lack of a better word, like a high level person. So
fundamentally, we all love an underdog story. And when you take away the underdog story by adding artificial things that elevate people based on the color of their skin or their race or socioeconomic things, it sullies that whole entire thing we have. That kills the human spirit, that kills the human journey, and it's negative on our country and our people.
Dude, here's the thing: you gotta treat the illness, not just the symptom, right? Because like affirmative action is basically a band-aid on a massive issue. You gotta treat the illness, not just the symptom.
Yes, I agree with that. That's not where it stems from. It stems from. I think you said it earlier, like the foundation.
Yes.
That's not the core issue.
That's what I mean.
That's just kind of exactly.
You gotta treat the foundation, not just like the fucking shit pie. That is already slanted.
That's
Agree with
accurate.
that.
Let's hear from
Right.
Carmen. Carmen, I don't think you've talked yet so far today, so let's hear what you have to say.
No, white people can always be underdogs, bro. But you gotta treat like, dude. The issue is that they treat these symptoms and they're like, oh look, it's all good, it's all good. No, it's not, dude. You gotta treat the fucking foundation. You gotta treat the actual illness. You can't just be a guy eating pills your whole life because I have a problem with my skin, bro. Fix the fucking issue. Don't just put the ointment on, so you never have to use ointment. Like, what the fuck?
But a reason I could get behind it is because
Affirmative action, Scam.
how many people in like our house have a college degree? There's one. It's an Asian. Kiana. Like,
Okay.
listen. It sounds better in my head, but I'm getting nervous to say it. I know no one's gonna like what I'm gonna say.
What the fuck?
I just don't know how to word it well. But like,
Yeah, fuck
Kiana.
Kiana.
The one person in the house that has a college
statistically
degree is an
speaking-
online stripper.
Do you think that has to do with her race or her intelligence or just because of where she was born?
I don't know. I think part of it is
Is-
because of where she was born. Well, actually, I don't know, cause like where she was born and stuff. I don't know all that stuff. But like statistically speaking, almost a majority of like white college students drop out, and a majority of like Asian college students finish. A lot of them, like it's very much like part of their culture to like go to college, to actually graduate, to actually like, put in all this work, and they're like motivated by it, like culturally. So it's like,
I agree with
Show
everything
it.
she
It's the
said.
same with the Jewish people. Very studious.
Yeah.
it's like
Can you
they are more
elaborate, Minnie?
likely. Like
Yeah.
it benefits the schools more to get the people that will actually finish their courses, that won't just get partway through and drop out. Like the people that are more likely to be more motivated,
It
more
literally
likely to
doesn't mean
have more
anything.
fun.
I'll elaborate.
And,
It's a very prideful thing for like Jewish families where your son becomes like a doctor or an attorney or things like that. It's happened in my family and stuff, right? Like this is just a thing that your parents and the whole family pushes you towards.
I'd like to
I
add
don't
something.
know, like if people are actually
Go ahead,
willing
Elijah. Go ahead,
to
Elijah.
go through your college and actually do the stuff, why would
Bro,
you
it's
not
like-
cater to the people that will
it's-
actually give you money?
It's very
They'll actually go
hard
into
to
student
find
debt for you,
like
and they'll
Jewish
actually pay
people
it
who
back.
are like
Because they're
plumbers,
already
for
doing
example.
it.
I'd like to add something.
Very
real quick.
hard.
No.
That's
Right? They don't
It's
really
like you're-
exist.
These are the people you'll actually profit off as a college. Like it's a better business move to get
Yeah, they
into.
always
Doesn't
get
matter
pushed
how many
into.
years you go, you're still
If you know
profiting
about the
off it.
American
culture,
debt
like,
system,
good
the American
things,
debt
right?
system actually incentivizes people to build up a bunch of debt so that they can default on it, and the banks will bail them out, and the government will bail them out. So that's
yeah, or they
actually
can
not
move to other
true.
countries to default.
They
on
want
it,
they
whatever
want
way.
as many people to
like-
shuffle through their school system so they can pay off their
Yeah,
football
yeah,
teams
I got-
and all
I
that,
got,
and then they
Jewish
use
blood.
that as a
Yeah.
profit margin. They actually build up student loan debt
Yeah,
in other ways, just so they can default and have the government.
I'm
bail
not
them out.
really like culturally
I
Jewish,
you were gonna say
but I
something
know a
unless
couple
you
of
got
good.
it.
I know a couple of
Nina,
good friends who are
so
Jewish.
You think if
And
somebody
yeah, dude,
worked
all
their
of them
ass
are
off, right,
like,
got to a certain
all of
point,
them get
okay,
super pushed, and
then
all of them have
somebody
like
got that thing
depression because
handed
they
to
didn't want to
them.
be a
You're saying
fucking
that the person that
doctor
worked
or
their
an
ass off
attorney
should get
and
like
shit
a
like
cookie?
that,
Like, what do you want? They're at the same point, right?
That is
So
such
or an
an
economist, or shit like that.
What?
abstract statement.
They
I'm just
get
saying, like,
really
look,
pushed
they're at
into
the
it,
same
man.
point, right? Even if this person got their stuff handed to them, for them to be looked and respected more than this other person, they have to make more, do more than the other person, not just.
Same with
You
the
know?
Arab
I'm just
community
saying
in
that
Mexico.
I think that
They got
to
really
prove,
pushed into
like,
being
I mean, what is the
businessmen.
point in college
All of them are
essays, or,
businessmen.
like,
All of them have
taking
businesses.
SATs or anything. It's to prove your
Like
aptitude.
the guys
to
from
say, right?
Lebanon and
Like,
shit.
it's
All of them.
to prove your capability. I think somebody who is able to overcome a bunch of bullshit and maybe
No,
have like not like
I
a
disagree.
4.0 but like a 3.0, like, and have to overcome a bunch of more
disagree.
shit, like I think is completely
Yeah, but for some
be
reason,
someone analogous to somebody who like get a fucking
my Jewish friends
tutor
always got pushed
and,
into
like,
like
is competitive with
university,
anything,
like
and they're like whatever, and then they just get a
attorney,
3.0,
doctor,
you know,
things
because
like
they
that.
just like they haven't
And my
I'm saying, like,
slightly
I
like
disagree.
Middle Eastern
Doesn't-
friends
obviously-
One is more
get pushed
impressive than
into
the other.
businesses.
Well, I mean,
like
I
they gotta
think
make their
high
own
school and stuff
businesses.
like that, like, I don't
And
know,
obviously
like,
the parents
like,
are
at least for an
loaded,
American high school,
right?
I think that a lot
Obviously.
of
But they
high
push them
school is
into
not really like proving
getting
your
different types of
capabilities
businesses,
as
not
much as
really just like
college is.
attorney,
Like in college, I feel like you
just
really get to
doctor.
like show that you can like thrive.
And then
have
those
your own,
Mexicans
like,
is like,
you
do
can
whatever
take care
you
of your own
love, bro.
shit. Like you can obviously like manage your own time and all of that. Like it's a
Yeah.
completely different thing.
Yes.
Where I assume that's what they're
Yeah, we
looking
got a
for
really
when it comes to
big
that. I mean, I'm not a
Lebanese
college,
community. And
you know,
Middle
like
Eastern
somebody who
community.
whatever would go and read those essays or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, I think that if somebody is capable of overcoming more shit, and it doesn't necessarily correlate directly to like a, like, you don't get like an A+, but if you're overcoming more shit to get that like A, it probably means more than somebody who has not had to overcome any
Yeah.
of that shit.
Yes, but how
to
do
get that.
Of course it does.
how do you know though? How do you know?
getting-
You just look at the
No.
skin? Is that how
The
you do
whole
it?
entire, the
No,
whole
I'm talking
entire
about
affirmative action thing.
economic situations. That's
Here's
why
the
I don't
stupidity of
I
the
don't agree
situation.
with this at
Let's
all,
hear from
dude.
Grant. Let's hear from Grant. We haven't heard from Grant in a while.
Okay, so I
She's-
wanted to touch base on a few points that I agreed with.
She's
and
talking
elaborate
about
on
too many
what
complicated
Carmen
things.
said
Nobody's
and what
gonna
Minnie
gonna
said
research all of that.
regarding we need
Nobody's
to
gonna research
Can I
all of
really
that.
actually
quickly
look
insert
at
something, Grant?
Dude, imagine
About my
researching
argument
the
before you answer it?
socioeconomic
I was just
background
trying to
of
bring it up that, like,
10,000
it was
students.
originally, like,
How many
brought
people
in
do
to
you
help,
need?
like,
You
with
can't do
minorities
that.
and kind of like it was supposed to help
Imagine
balance
doing
the
that,
playing field and
dude.
it's, like, become
Like,
like a
oh,
balance.
this
That's kind
guy
of what I'm
was
trying to
poor when
say.
he was 5.
Right, no, I
He
was
had
just
enough protein when he was
based on,
8.
like, how,
He
Keanu is
fell on
doing
his head and they
college,
hit his head when he was 12.
It
Like,
is-
come on,
it is
man.
pretty
You can't do all that shit.
of Asian families.
You know what I
and,
mean?
like,
How
you
you
said Jewish
how are you gonna
families
do that?
on actually following through?
It's
with
impossible,
that.
bro.
And that comes
It's
down to
impossible.
The family and not wanting to let down your family, and it comes down to identity and being identified.
It's impossible.
As that
It's
part
a
of the family
retarded
that
point.
does that and continues on and goes.
It's a
through
retarded
that,
point.
That course. So the
So
action,
what do they end
I
up
really
doing?
just
They
kind
end
of
up
more
looking
just
at the
like a
name,
Band-Aid, like
right?
Minnie
And
said, where,
they see
oh,
the
yeah,
name and they're
that'll
like,
help you
oh,
guys
this
here, but it's
person's
not
this or
actually
that or the other.
fixing the problems that are happening in the household and proper parenting and raising kids up to want to strive for better. And college isn't for everybody, but if you do actually follow through with that, that is your choice, and it should be your choice, and it should be your passion.
Bro, I think nobody
And
should
that
have nukes, man. Nukes is fucking
one of the
scary.
one of the truths here is that you'll
The
always
less,
do
the
more for
better.
somebody else than you will do for yourself. So if you have a family that you don't want to let down, you're gonna follow through with that. So that's all I want
Yeah,
to say.
I think
Right
yeah.
on. Go ahead, Elijah, and then Ja, and then let's hear one more time from Riot and Holy Quail, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Oh, of
I
course
think
it's
everybody
flawed.
has
Of course
their
it's
own path,
flawed.
okay, to walk
But
down,
the
and I
other
think if your
direction
path
is
is
to
to
do
follow
way
in
too
your
much
family's
research, and you
legacy,
don't
your
have
family's
enough.
footsteps,
So what they
it's
end up
still
doing is they
respectable
just end up looking at skin color.
compared
Like
to
that's the
somebody who has
truth.
to make their own path, okay?
That's the truth. That's what they end up
what I
doing with affirmative
I
action.
understand that
They're
everybody
just like, oh, this
wants
person's Asian or
everybody
this person's
wants
Mexican or this person, and they don't care. They don't
So
care if
much
you're
more-
rich,
the
poor. They're like,
reasons why
yeah.
affirmative action is a bad thing. It would be
You know what I
great
mean?
if we took poor people, we gave them a little bit of extra money. Oh wait, we already do that. But when you attack it from a racial angle,
They
like
don't
affirmative
actually
action
look
does,
into
it
10,000
drives more
students, man. They
division in
can't.
the country than is necessary. That's the problem.
That's
We
the
already
issue.
give money
If
to
they
fucking
did,
poor people.
okay, it would make
My
a little
tax
bit more
dollars
sense, but
subsidize
they don't
poor
do that.
people's living. That's already a thing we do.
They're just
But
like,
to
oh,
add
you're
on
white.
racial
Okay,
angle
so
to
you're
it,
rich,
it
bro. What if
just
you're
drives
white
people
and live in
apart.
a trailer
All right,
and
Ryan,
don't have like a mum
I didn't add anything. Can
and
I-
you
can I
have
add
a
something?
job?
Oh,
You're
yeah, go
completely
ahead, I
fucked.
guess.
He can go.
But
you
no,
go,
you're
go,
privileged because you're white.
Sorry.
Like, come on,
Right,
bro.
First of all, of course, excuses in general are just terrible. Even concerning yourself with affirmative action is a waste of time, to be honest. You shouldn't ever be worried about these outside sources. That being said, I would never think of that. It would never affect anything I do. I'm going to give it everything I have, no matter what is thrown my way. I'm going to try to destroy it. I'm going to try to master whatever, overcome it. So of course, thinking about that is a waste of time. It really is. And yeah, of course, affirmative action is a temporary potential solution. It's too there's too many different stories to have a definitive answer, because it's all specific to people's situation, which is obviously a really annoying thing to hear. And yeah, of course, the root of the problem lies beyond that. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Riot.
Okay, if you're the dean of a university or a fucking community college, it doesn't matter. You want the students to be in that university to have amazing accomplishments, to represent your school good. You want the best of the best to be in your university / community college, whatever the fuck it is. It should be the best of the best who actually work their ass off to be there. It shouldn't be about race. It should be who is better in this situation.
All right, simple. All right, so anybody else want to make some last minute points before we end the round? You are more than welcome. Holy Quail, go for it.
Yes, no, I agree with most of everyone here. Affirmative action, like Winter said, does create division. It creates because it is racist. It is fundamentally racist. And whether or not the students stay in college for a long period of time or dropped out is irrelevant. I used to be a college professor, and we always had to keep very close eye on students, specifically Asian students, during the fall semester, because that's when there would be the most student suicides. So that's how we always had to be very wary of that. But going back to the topic, it should generally be based on merits. Like in Argentina, there are no SATs, there are no GPAs. The way to get into college is that you go to the university, you take a test, and then based on your score, it depends whether you get in or not. If you get above a 5, you get in. If you get below a 5, you don't. And
America is a joke.
Yeah, America is a joke.
All right, Elijah, go for it.
Yeah,
We are very
I
frail
think,
here.
I think that the fact that they're trying to, put what was it, Asian Americans down, right? I think that's very racist, right? And I think Jaws racist too. There we go.
Dude, you're so dumb.
Okay,
Shut the fuck
dude,
up.
are they
You're
just like
stupid enough to be racist, bro. Get real.
race-based?
So
Holy
stupid,
fuck.
bro.
Shut the fuck up.
Cringe
All
as
right, guys,
fuck.
once
You can't
again, this
use
is for
affirmative action to
entertainment.
win a debate.
This is
Hang on,
for
hang on, hang on,
entertainment,
hang on.
guys.
Oh my
Elijah, all right. Like, let's keep
Are they
those.
putting
Let's
them
not
down,
accuse
or
people
taking
of
my
shit
advantage?
on stream. All right.
Eli,
Like, it gets
I
a little
think
fucking
you're
toxic.
racist.
This isn't Zerka. This isn't Zerka stream. So
I
let's
think
keep the
Datum's
insults.
racist.
No, I
and the
think
slurs.
Eli's
That's not the
racist.
stream. Oh,
Let's
you
get
should
the
have
fucking
told
Eli,
me.
You're racist
Wait,
too.
wait, wait.
I am.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Wait, wait.
minute
What are you gonna do about it?
Datum,
One
Datum, you
fucking
know this
minute
is my
left.
first time, bro. Why didn't you warn me? It says Royale.
Oh, are you a virgin? Oh, are you a
Well,
virgin?
yeah.
Yeah, I actually am. Wait, it says Royale, bro. Why didn't
All right,
you
yeah,
warn me?
it is a royale, all right. But again, we can attack people without using fucking the term racist, all right. So
I thought
anybody
you
else
said
want to
you
make
were
a
wholesome.
point?
Yeah,
Anybody
I want to
make
make.
a point?
I wanna
If
make a
somebody's
point.
racist towards me, I gotta point it out, bro.
I
All
want to
right,
make.
Minnie, go ahead.
I think Eli is racist. I'm kidding, boys.
Can we all agree that affirmative action is? I think we've all kind of said it. Like, it is
Yeah,
advantage
yeah,
to
yeah.
Fuck,
women,
shut
that
up,
it's irrelevant.
Lena.
Yes.
No, I
I'm
didn't.
trying to.
No. Okay, so right now, so
thought
we're
we
gonna
were
move to the
doing that.
voting
Nina.
round. We're moving to the voting round. Everybody, by the way, can I just comment and say, for the topic, considering the topic, you guys were very respectable and absolutely. That was probably one of the best
Bro,
royales I've seen on the
I gotta
topic
find
such
my
as
boy
that. So give
Eli,
you guys
bro.
a hand because that was pretty
What's
well
up?
played
What's up?
for pretty much the entire time. You guys all made good points, and so thank you for keeping it not only good discussion, but not attacking people too much. That was actually
Let's do
pretty good round.
abortion next.
Yeah, right. All right, so voting phase. I'm going to go ahead and start the poll. Once again,
Shut
you're
up,
going to have to
boys.
go
It's
into
time.
my Twitch and vote for who you want to keep.
12.
Not
Oh no, hold
keep,
on.
Keep
10,
yeah,
10,
keep
10,
not
10,
kick.
10.
Keep not
10.
kick. All right, so you can see the streamer's number next to their name on my screen. Type that single number into my chat, and you will get a vote. You can vote
Listen.
3 times.
10. Yes. Type
Up to
10
3
fast.
times.
Okay. 10.
So
And
vote
then
for the 3
you click off the
people
thing.
you want to
30
keep,
seconds after you click
not
10
kick.
again.
Keep
Okay.
not kick. All right.
So you're gonna click
And by
10,
the way, Stunt Boy Roy,
and
you
then
still here?
close that thing, and then you click it again.
It's actually crazy. Roy is the first
Eli,
one.
buddy, shirts off. Let's go.
Stunt Boy Roy has his mic
Bro,
muted.
you
Stunt Boy Roy,
gotta,
you can
you
unmute.
gotta say please, bro. You got to at least.
All right,
No.
say Stunt Boy Roy, what,
All right, there
DM
you
me,
go.
DM me who you would save without no bias whatsoever, regardless of how popular they are on Twitch. You're not really on Twitch so much, so you probably shouldn't even know.
Not in
DM
my
me
chat,
who
you fucking
think should
retards in
survive
his
the
chat.
round. And if they end
Datum's
up being
chat.
the
Oh my
bottom,
god, you guys are trolling me right now.
then we'll save
You
them.
guys are trolling me right now. Go there. Go there.
Once
Go
again,
there.
guys,
Type it in
I'm
his
gonna go
chat.
ahead
You guys are
and start the
trolling me
timer
right
on
now,
this.
bro.
We're gonna do 2 more minutes.
You guys
on
are
the vote.
trolling me right now,
You
bro.
want to keep, not
Don't type
kick,
10.
keep,
Click 10.
not kick.
No
All right?
10,
Keep,
you
not kick.
fuckers.
Just in case you don't know.
Yeah,
who
you're
to
gonna
vote
vote
for.
again.
It's
You
number
get to
1,
vote 3
Cameron
times.
Higgins, 2.
3 times. 3
Grant
times.
Truesdell, 3. Job Millionaire, 4. Elijah MC, 5.
3
The
times. You
Holy
got to
Quail,
vote
6.
3 times.
Carmen,
30
7.
seconds in
Riot
between.
is
Okay,
8.
so you vote once.
Nina is 9.
You wait 30
and
seconds.
Minnie is
Vote again.
10. Type those numbers in chat for who you want to keep.
I am a
Wow.
10.
She's
Thank
meant
you,
for
buddy.
it.
I am a 10.
Elijah, I have a legitimate
You're a 10
question
too,
for you real
Datum.
quick.
I'll take a 9.
What's up, boy? What's
Hey,
up?
hey, I can give you a
Stunt Boy
9.
Roy, man, DM me, by the way.
Whenever people make a joke about you, Elijah, and they kind of base it off of racial stereotypes, do you feel like that's a personal attack because they don't have anything else to like bridge
You know
the
why I
gap
feel
with
like
you?
it's a personal attack? I feel like it's a personal attack because their jokes suck. Okay, make better jokes. That's it.
Okay, well, honestly, his joke
It
didn't
feels
suck.
personal,
But
like-
I'm
I think
just
it was
trying
pretty
to.
funny, to be
So,
honest.
so I think jokes and humor are a way that people can bridge cross culturally,
Based.
no matter what.
Humor
If
is
you're able
that
to make jokes with
intelligence.
everybody, you're able to unite everybody. So I think that was the attempt there, at least in some way, shape, or form. It might seem like you're being attacked, but at the end of the day, what brings people together is humor, music, and culture. All right,
Yeah,
nothing
but
else.
it just wasn't funny. Try again. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Humor
Bro.
is
Hey, there's
got
gotta
you.
be a, there's
I
gotta
just-
be a
I just
bad
wanna
joke
make
every
sure-
once in a while.
I could tell you're a pretty intelligent red-pilled guy, and I don't want you to be
No,
playing the
maybe
victim
not.
card because
Maybe
that
not.
shit is the most pathetic thing I can ever see a man doing is play the victim
Red
card.
pill. I
He's
don't think I'm
trolling.
red pill, but you know.
What, 20 seconds left. enough, guys.
I
Type
don't
the
think you're
number, who
intelligent.
you'd like to vote. You get
I
3
don't think so.
votes. 3 votes each.
10, you fuckers. 10.
I remember like 9 or some shit.
Look. All I gotta say is, okay,
Close your
when you
eyes.
look like this, I don't expect too much intelligence, you know?
You're ugly. What are you talking about?
I don't expect too much intelligence.
You're fucking ugly, dude.
Wow, good.
Wait, Eli, was that a self-roast or?
All right.
You said when you look like this, you look good.
Guys, I'm honest, okay?
Oh, okay, I get it.
Roy has decided that Nina and Riot did the best that round. Nina and Riot did the best that round.
Yeah.
Granted, guys, Boy Roy is he is not a Twitch streamer just yet, so he doesn't have any bias whatsoever. So he is voting for Riot and Nina.
I don't know this is the right stream for you to be hanging out, bro. This is kind of chaotic.
Very simple. All right, so that means
I don't know who won.
The bottom of 3. Let's see if they are finishing the poll. Now, the bottom 3 we have Riot. Oh no, we have Elijah, Grant, and then Riot and then Nina. So we're gonna basically,
oh my god,
have to get rid of Grant and Elijah.
Oh,
what?
Fuck.
Wait, that's actually.
That's actually so fucked up. Chat is racist.
It's all right. I expected this when I heard there was gonna be eliminations. You know, it is what it is. And
doesn't Gewn get to pick someone because he won?
So we're doing something a little different at the end, yeah. So yeah,
I'm paying them, guys.
It is what it is. And hey, thank you, Datum, for inviting me. And
Yeah, we're all a bunch of friends. We're all a bunch of friends.
Elijah M_C on Twitch, you know, and you know, I'm here from Zerka, so shout out John Zerka. And also Ja, you're racist.
Yo.
Hey, Aiden Ross's community would love that guy. They love race baiters.
Eli, I love you, buddy.
Keep playing the video hard as a man.
Hold on. Grant, go ahead. By the way, Grant was probably one of the most respectable people on the entire stream. Let people talk, said his piece.
Bro, Eli farming,
sometimes,
bro.
However,
Eli fucking
you
farming.
Can't keep your mouth shut to win these things.
Oh,
but
bro, Eli, hop into my chat, bro. Come on.
Go ahead and shout yourself out,
Come into the chat, Eli.
Thanks for having me. I'll be in the chat.
He was great, dude. Eli is great.
If you guys want to follow me, here I am in the chat. Stream music, playing guitar, and all that fun stuff. Bring you guys out on the road when we go on tour. You might see my kids come in from time to time. I dress up like stupid fucking costumes and get my neighbors questioning whether their neighbor is crazy. Doing domestic abuse or not. But you know, it's good times, man. It's good times. Thanks for having me, dude. Good luck for the rest of you guys, and yeah, have fun. Cheers.
Right on, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming by, dude.
Take it easy, brother.
Oh yeah. Also, Gunnar, unban me in your channel. You can't even hear me.
He's definitely, unfortunately.
I'll let you. I'll let him know.
I don't know.
Let him know.
Can we link people's streams too in your chat?
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we got it's exclamation marks guest on my stream, guys. We'll give you a full roster of the cast tonight. Exclamation mark.
There we go.
So, all right, Gunnar. He's still muted. All right, so guys, congratulations. Like I said, I seriously am very impressed with all you guys' answers. Not only that, but just how respectable that topic was. So thank you guys very much for handling that the way you did. That was awesome. So moving forward, Gunnar, by the way, Grant wants you to unban him from his from your stream.
Oh, Gunnar doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, Gunnar doesn't give a fuck.
All right, so moving on to the next question. This one's pretty simple. All right, let me go ahead and 1 sec. So this is round 3. We're going to set the timer for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Next question. At what age should kids have cell phones and be able to participate and consume social media such as TikTok? Once again, at what age should kids have cell phones and be able to participate and consume social media such as TikTok? Timer is started. Anybody's welcome to start. Gunnar, you're welcome to start since you won last round.
Kids, why are you asking this question?
I know, but you know, for the sake of argument, for example, like, do you think do you have an opinion on it? If the topic dries
Yes.
up, we'll fucking switch topics. Nina, deal with it.
What'd you say to
I'm
me,
gonna
bitch?
Host your own show,
listen.
Nina.
I live in Mexico. I think kids need to be able to communicate with their parents really quickly. So because it's not always the safest thing, right? So I think they need a phone, but I don't think they need a social media presence, because I feel like that fucks them up when they're young, right? And it fucks them up until they're older and older and older. And you can see it. You can see it on Twitter.
The problem with everything that involves a cell phone is not the capability of instant communication worldwide.
Yeah, it's everything
It's actually
else.
a beautiful thing that humanity's been trying to perfect. The problem is social media. It's the apps that they get addicted to. It's the games they get addicted to. It's the microtransactions that they're getting addicted to. The dopamine hit from social media and all that needs to be fucking banned until the age of 14, 15. No more. No more of this fucking
And then they
bullshit
can
where we
get
let little
addicted.
kids. No, I literally found porn in the 3rd grade because I had a fucking smartphone. That is disgusting that people allow that.
Yeah,
to
look
be a
at what
thing.
happened to him. Look at what happened to him. Look at him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm literally
He's living in a content house.
I sleep on the floor.
Majority of this is based on how they're raised. Some children are responsible enough because their parents did a good job raising them to understand what it's doing. Social media in general is supposed to be extremely productive. Being able to share what you like, communicate with people, it's very, very good. But overstimulation of it is extremely bad for your brain. Instant gratification just leads to a number of different other terrible bad habits. Just constantly being obviously the dopamine rush hitting you over and over and over again. It allows you to not. Or it takes away from appreciating other aspects. It takes away from working hard, putting a lot of time into something, and actually being good at something when you're constantly being stimulated that quickly over and over, like Vine, TikTok, social media. So it has to be.
You need to be live, Eli. Listen to me. You need to be live, buddy.
It has to be.
Shut the fuck up, Ja. You need to be live when I get raided, dude. I've been getting raided kind of frequently now. You need to go live so I can raid you. I've been raiding Carantos, but I want to raid everybody, right? Like, dude, the other day I had 400 people. You know what I mean? Like, bro, if I raid you with 400 people, you know, that's a boost, dude. A boost of maybe 10 people. Yeah. Like, Eli, the raid you didn't get on Cupid, I got. So you gotta, you know. Usually I get them late at night.
So I think.
But we can bounce the raid around everybody, you know what I mean? Like, Cupid raids Ja, Ja raided me, I raid Carantos, you know?
Have like apps where like, or on iPhone they have where you can like put a password and then it will like disable the app for like a certain period, like after a certain time. So I think that's good, but I just feel like everything online, you really don't know who you're talking to, and it's just like really toxic. And plus, like, there's a lot of weird stuff on YouTube that little kids have been watching that talk about like harming yourself, harming your parents, like, and it's like basically disguised as normal cartoons, so you don't really know what they're watching all the time. And that actually even happened like with my daughter, and like she was like watching YouTube, so now like I don't let her go on there at all, like, and I didn't realize how hard it was.
Would you mind saying how old your daughter is for context?
She's literally 4, she'll be 5 next month.
Shit.
Like it was like literal like Huggy Wuggy,
like
that type
yeah,
of
that's
thing.
dude.
It was on YouTube, and I have kids mode enabled. Like there's a
Yeah,
mode
you know
where
what they
it's
do?
just
They
like-
manipulate the kids' algorithm.
Let her finish first.
Pedophiles manipulate the kids'
Yes.
algorithm to get their message
Yes.
and groom kids through YouTube and technology.
No, they literally do.
Yeah, so now like I only use like the PBS Kids app or certain things, and I only let her use it for 2 hours throughout the entire day, like, and it's like 30-minute sections or like right before like bed or while she's eating or something, but that's all that I allow, and it like really scared me. And when I tried taking it away from her, and when I realized like the complete like disassociation from it, how she had tantrums and like freaked out at 4 years old, like it scared me. So now my whole view on social
Why is she so
media
attracted to YouTube in general?
Dude,
because it's literally designed to manipulate a young child's mind.
Listen, but
they don't have any defenses.
I feel like nobody understands how serious it is until like they're actually in that situation, because like that's the mistake.
Do you have a boyfriend or a dad that's around? I'm curious.
Human babies are the most vulnerable.
So why do you even have a child to begin with?
Okay, Jesus, John.
Jesus
Human
Christ.
babies are the most vulnerable.
I think Carmen wanted to say something. Carmen, go ahead.
Mine's kind of long, but like the way my parents did it was like I couldn't have a phone until I could buy one myself, and then like my dad told me he's like, okay, if you go with and have a lot of things like on like child mode, some people that target kids will have stuff through that, so don't have it on child mode. And I was like, oh, okay. So by the time I was like 16 was when I was finally able to buy my first phone. And then by then it was like I'd already like experienced like child predators through like Facebook and stuff. So I just went straight to like installing games on my phone and didn't really care about anything else.
Listen,
Damn.
listen. The
Like, I
issue.
think
Go ahead,
either,
Minnie.
like
Go
once you're like confirmed in like your church or whatever, otherwise like old enough to buy a phone yourself.
Dude, the issue is that the parents themselves are addicted to the fucking YouTube and the Instagram and the other bullshit, so they don't want to be a parent to their kid, so they give the kid the fucking tablet. That's the fucking issue. The issue is the parents are already fucking addicted, right? And then they don't want to be a parent because, hey, I want to watch my fucking dumb fucking video. I want to watch my influencer. I want to watch this. I want to watch that. And the kid, hold on. And then the kid starts watching like Elsa and Spider-Man porn on YouTube. Like, what the fuck? That's what the kid ends up watching. No, it's true. That happened.
The exact same conversation that we've had over TV. This is not a new conversation. That really, I mean, there's a conversation when it comes with like the social media and like the dopamine hit. That conversation, that is a completely different conversation. That is true. But I'm just saying, like,
yeah, it's lazy parenting. It's weak parents, bro. It's weak minds. It's the parents ruining the kids.
Like, duh. But like,
it's weak minds, bro. They don't wanna interact with their kids.
This whole
imagine
like,
not wanting to interact with your kid. What a fucking loser.
Media's corrupting the kids. This whole narrative that kind of we're talking about a little bit, like talking around, I guess not necessarily directly, but I feel like it's very
if you're working all day, dude. There's gonna be a grandma. There's gonna be a granddad. There's gonna be somebody. There's gonna be an adult to fucking interact with the kid, man. The kid can't just interact with a TV, a tablet.
The idea is just like,
especially not until like 15, 16.
Have a conversation. Like,
because when they're 14, they'll discover porn, right? You gotta give it
porn. You know what I mean?
More time.
You need to be a good role model.
Yes.
You can inspire your children at a much younger age.
No, I'm saying we're having a conversation right now, dude. Keep track. I'm
Here's
just saying,
the
like,
thing.
the whole thing is like, it's just saying like it's gonna happen. So what I think the best thing. Obviously, I'm gonna say this multiple times. This whole thing is like, just communicate with your fucking kid. Like, I don't feel like you have to act like you just said.
Thanks, Grant. I mean, it's the truth, bro.
I mean,
it's the truth. It's the fucking truth.
I understand that. But like, if it's like,
bro,
you know, you're
I see it. I see it. Parents don't want to interact with their kids. What the fuck is that, bro? That's your kid. That's your future. Like, what the fuck? I see it, bro. I've seen it in my family.
Like, he was probably like.
Third grade, and that was way too fucking early.
I've seen it in my family, bro.
Right, but I'm saying like, when
like, stop watching the movie. Go play with your kid.
Was that by choice or what?
Like,
no, it was like you click on something edgy, you see a breastfeeding video on YouTube, and then you're off to the fucking races.
Why were you looking at the breastfeeding?
Because it was funny, and then it's not funny because now you're a porn addict. See, that's the problem.
It
wasn't.
We used to try and trick people into looking at like gross, like weird, not gross. I'm saying breastfeeding's gross, but I'm just saying like you know the type of
literally, my first sexual experience was watching
Sundays
breastfeeding videos.
As a parent, I'm just going to be cooler and better than breastfeeding. So they'll be more interested in me and Cutebot, who will, of course, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together. She'll be our child. So I'll just be more interesting than all these stupid ass videos.
Does anybody want to tackle
the question? You guys are going to be the laziest
question?
fucking parents of all time. You'll be busy playing fucking
literally
threes on World of Warcraft.
Nothing from lazy,
Tim
bro.
is going to be in charge of raising your kid.
I'm the least
Uncle
lazy
Tim
person you've
is
ever
going to
met.
be babysitting your child.
Oh, Uncle Tim will come
and
around.
Carmen.
He's not going to be. He's not going to be. Oh, that's for damn sure.
It's going to be Uncle Guna.
Well, yet.
No, we have not.
All right, go ahead, Holy Quail. Go ahead, Holy Quail.
Okay, to go back to the original question, like, I'm gonna let my kid have a cell phone at the age of 9, but like a basic phone, a flip phone, because some parents work late and they need to have access to be able to contact their kid. Second, TikTok. I'm not gonna let my kid have access to TikTok until they turn 15. Like basic social media presence at 15. However, they will not get full power over their social media until the age of 18. And Cam, you're going to actually enjoy hearing this because this has actually been scientifically proven. At the age of 18, there is a shift in one's brain. There is a chemical and psychological shift that the kid goes through that before the age of 18, any decision that the child makes is not their own. It's always an influence by either the parents, their friends, or their teachers. And things that they see on social media. So until they reach the age of 18, which is that crucial age, I'm not going to let them have full access to their social media.
Stops happening.
I see 27-year-old sheep.
Quail.
What do you mean?
Holy
Yeah,
Quail,
shut up,
I'm
never
glad
been-
I
we're in
see
agreement.
40-year-olds
We
with
should just leave
sheep.
this-
Way more easily
We should leave this
What do you
Royale, Holy
mean?
Quail, and just start our family. We need to start preparing.
I have
I
seen
want you and me on a
50-year-old
Montana
people.
compound.
My mom already loves you, Gunnar.
Bro,
It's
Oh
already
God!
set.
Don't encourage his ego, Carmen. You were
I've
gonna say
seen
something. and then let's hear from
50-year-old
Riot.
people who are sheep. What do you mean this
I was just saying,
18-year-old, they all of a sudden
I
become...
remember, like, before I was 18, I was, like, very impressionable.
Bro, what do you mean by... Oh, as soon as you're 18, you're all of a sudden an actual adult. Come on,
Being
dude.
impressionable at 18.
When you're 18, you're a fucking dumbass.
impressionable.
I'd say 21, 22, 23. 21, 22, 23,
is that
I'll
I was
say.
way
What's
more
with Nina's ego? Because she keeps laughing at
That
everyone's
range.
answers. What the fuck?
like I'm not as
making a joke,
impressionable,
dude.
but I remember like the mentality I had when I was a lot more impressionable.
Right,
Yeah,
of course.
same.
And like
Same.
I relate to what she's saying. Like I experienced it, and that's
Right.
basically all
No,
I
I
was
just, like,
As
weird
the
that
youngest
you
person in the
said
call,
18, like,
Riot,
it didn't happen after that. I just thought that was like a weird, I guess.
let's hear from the
obviously
actual
question was about
teenager,
age.
Riot.
I
LOL.
understand.
So I think when you post an Instagram story or Snapchat story, you're showing to the world your highlight, okay? Whether it be your day, your month, your week, it doesn't matter. When other people view your story and they see that, they realize, wow, my life isn't as good as this person, and that starts to lead into depression. When in reality, that other person that is posting that story, their life isn't that great either. They're showing their highlight of their month, right? And that leads into depression. Another topic with phones is obviously pornography. It fully fucks your brain,
Aw.
fully fucks your physical health, and it
Literally.
just murks you, bro. So I would not let my kids. I would obviously. I like Quayle's point of flip phone because communication with your parents and siblings is very key. So I'd let him have a flip phone, but I'm not gonna let him have an iPhone, for example, until the age of 14, 15. Yeah.
Yeah, see, here's the problem. It's society builds up this thing. Like if my son is texting a girl one day and he's got the green messages and they have an iPhone, he ain't getting any pussy. So you kind of have to balance these things.
Hey,
I don't want to cut
Yeah, but
my
that's
son.
low-tier
I don't
pussy,
want
though.
to cock block my son. No,
That's
honestly, it's the
low-tier
truth.
pussy, buddy.
And
That's
if
an
he has
iPhone.
if he has a
iPhone
non-smartphone,
sheep.
he's not going to be able to send Snapchats and shit. So you
That's-
have to kind of
What do
weigh
you
the
mean
balance.
pussy, man?
That's
What is with
sheeple
this thing
pussy,
in
man. That's
pussy?
sheeple pussy.
Listen,
Who gives
I
a
peaked
fuck
in
about
high school.
garbage
My
pussy?
son will also peak in high school, just as his father did.
God
I
damn.
think that he can do different things than what you've done. I think it's fine to think that.
Nina, go ahead and sound things out before you talk next time. Thank you.
The fuck's that supposed to mean?
Shut up.
All right, so
Good comeback.
To sort of spin from what somebody commented on earlier, how would you guys feel about, for example, sex education in the school and what age that should be done?
When you start to get
Before-
horny.
Okay, so
like
I'm
age
telling
8.
you straight up, my daughter's school, they have
Oh my God.
starting for 3rd graders in the book, like on the website, it's actually crazy where they have like illustrations of like I don't know if I can
Positions.
say it, just like two men having intercourse,
Oh.
like in the book, like illustrations of
No,
it.
they do not.
Jai is very interested in that
Right
stuff.
hand to God, they do, and like
fuck the shit out of you, Mini. in game.
that specifically, like I thought it was highly inappropriate.
Do they have the same illustrations of men, female?
No.
No, but it's
no.
So it's
it was
only
like
just like dudes having sex.
like
with
it
chicks.
talks about like all gender, like all sex, but the illustrations are
gay?
just like the men. Yeah, and honestly, like the way that it's talked about, starting in it was like the 3rd grade. I thought it was like ridiculous. But I think that sexual education should start like middle school maybe. And I don't know how much they should really like talk
Listen,
about it.
Wait, I thought it was about phones.
I
I thought we were talking
wait,
I think
we had a few more,
different topic
minutes,
here.
so we asked about sex education and children and what age in school.
I think that the parent has most responsibility there, and they should ramp things up, right? Like you give them the birds and the bees, but when they get a little older, you give them a little bit of a more serious talk, and then a more serious talk, and a more serious talk. As
What the
well
fuck
before.
does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean?
About,
Because
like,
okay,
like,
no. But for example, when a kid is like, why do I have a penis and somebody else has a this, and you're like, oh, this is why, right?
Well, they probably don't know that somebody has this.
No, but okay,
The
but
problem-
when you see your cousins,
The problem with modern
or
sex education
sister.
is we took away all the male
I wanna
tribulations.
go on Mini
men used to learn about sex education from the. You know what the birds and the bees are, Nina? They would go out into the woods with a hunting party, and they would see two deers fucking, or they'd see two birds fucking, and that's how they would learn that men and women make love in that way. We took that away, and now we have a cringy conversation with a fucking Rolly TV in 4th grade. It's not okay.
Yeah, I think when I was saying you gotta ramp it up.
What is the tier? Yeah.
Yeah, when you.
What's tier 1? What tier 1 sub is sex education?
Yeah, like Guna was saying, like for example, I watched Animal Planet, right? And you would see the fucking animals. No, but you would see the animals.
Animals collecting.
No,
Okay.
no, but like when the kids are like,
You
what's
said
going on?
I'm asking you what
Yeah,
the
when
system is.
okay, I'm telling you, when the
What do you
kids
start
start
with?
asking,
What do you start with?
can I fucking start? I'm telling you, when the kids ask, okay, I can't speak. I can't speak. Can I speak?
Spam interruptions.
Okay,
Go ahead, Minnie. Go
when
ahead,
the kid
Minnie.
asks, okay, about why the animals are like that, you're like, oh, these animals, they love each other, this and that, right? And they're like, oh, okay. Like mommy and daddy, yeah, like mommy and daddy, similar, right? And then when they get a little bit older and they start asking more questions, you give them a little bit more of an answer, a little bit of a more full answer. Obviously, you're not going to be like, yeah, so listen, 8-year-old, what you do is you do this and that and the other. Obviously, you're not going to do that, right? But you can't have the conversation after the kid's already starting to have feelings for like some other girl or the other boy, right? When she's 15 or 16, because then they don't know what the fuck is going on.
So that really wasn't a tier base, but that was more of saying like you have to wait for them.
I said
to
ramp it
questions,
up.
which
I said you gotta ramp it up. I didn't say you tier base.
Yeah, but you also said that they have to ask you the question. So I feel like a lot of like I feel like that's weird to wait till that point. I mean, like sex ed is not
Kids
just about
ask.
like literally sex and shit. Like period.
I know.
Like that. Like
Yeah.
that's part
Oh
of it,
my
too.
God!
Kids ask
Why
all
are
the
you
time.
complicating things, Nina? This is the problem with you left wingers.
I'm not complicating.
You just
I'm
take a
ask
base
about
subject.
everything.
We're talking about fucking penis, vagina, insemination, pregnancy. That's sex ed for me. All right, why do you have to add all these other things? I don't get why
Because
you guys have to
life is complicated.
overcomplicate
I don't
every
know why you
fucking
think that
subject.
everything's so fucking simple. Like
It is simple. The world is simple.
You think gay people don't
No,
exist either. Like I find it
Literally,
very odd.
literally, Nina, you're reaching at this point. Holy
I'm
fuck!
good.
You're
reaching
obviously
what?
pruned up. You need to get some water in
You
you. You're
literally
obviously
just said it's
dehydrated.
sex, vagina,
The
that's
hot
all
tub
sex
is
ed is.
melting your brain, Nina. Stop drinking in the hot tub. It's not
By
safe.
the way, guys, don't forget you still have your red cards. You can play at any point in time
Getting
during
old.
this
You're
Royale.
pruned as
What
fuck.
about-
Don't
Don't
talk
forget
to me.
about your red cards.
Hot-
What
I mean,
about-
yeah, you spend as much time in the hot tub.
What about the male vagina, Nina? Huh? What? Men
right,
can't
we're
have
gonna- we're gonna
vaginas?
wrap
What do you mean
this
by
up.
that?
We're gonna wrap this up so everybody can make one final point that they'd like to about the phone thing, about the sex education thing. We're gonna wrap this round up and then move on. So
What,
go
men
ahead,
can't
Carmen,
have a
we can start with
vagina
you. Would you
now?
like to say anything? 10, 15 seconds. Go for it.
Men can't have a vagina anymore? I thought it was 2022,
I didn't get my
bro.
own, like working cell phone until I was 18, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'm grateful for my parents
Really?
actually giving a fuck and raising me and being a good role model for me.
All right, Gunnar, go
Love
ahead.
you, parents.
My child will not be having a cell phone. He will be getting a shitty little radio that he only has a 100-mile range on, or a satellite phone. No cell phones, none of that bullshit. We'll be living completely off grid in Montana. There will be no service anyways.
Yeah, great. Thanks. Ja.
Yeah, so moderation of course is key. I'm gonna be cooler than whatever me and my girl are gonna be cooler than whatever the fuck they're watching. It's also very important to make sure these kids that you're raising understand what you had to do in order for them to gain all of these things. That's extremely important to instill good ethics, hard work. Make sure they understand that. When they do understand that, they're not going to gravitate towards all this shit. They're going to understand, or I'm going to do my best to make sure they understand why they're able.
All right, Cammy.
So I think that it's okay to have a cell phone, maybe not okay for social media straight away until they're like 15.
My child.
And definitely like moderation and understanding, but I also don't want to like keep her sheltered, because then I feel like she'll just be sneaky and go behind my back or something, which I don't want. And then with the sexual education, I think obviously it's important, but I think that they should limit like trying to force certain things on children that are so young, and kind of leave that up to the parents, and then the kids who don't have that can, like, there should be like an extra curricular thing that they can take if they want to learn about it, but I don't think all kids need to.
All right, Minnie.
Yeah, I think you should lead by example. As soon as you have kids, you are also banned from social media. Otherwise, your kids are always gonna. No, I'm serious. I'm serious because people
No,
are
I
addicted to
totally agree with
social
you.
media.
No, that's awesome.
People are addicted to social media, okay? And you get
Fair
your kids
point.
addicted because I want to look at the fat ass that this girl has. So now my kid is looking at fucking weird ass YouTube videos. That's the fucking truth. No, this is the truth. This is the truth. All right, interact with your kid. Be an actual fucking parent. I see it so much, bro. People don't want to be parents anymore. It's weird.
Nina.
I kind of do agree with a little bit of that. I'm gonna do it really quick. I think family channels are something we didn't touch on. Obviously, it's a very complicated subject. I'm trying to talk really quickly, but like, I think family channels and like a lot of like that shit is fucked up, and I assume that's kind of what you're getting at, Minnie, with that. So I definitely agree with a little bit of like maybe don't have your kids since they were born literally on Instagram, like the fucking LeBron family or some shit like that. That's super fucked up. But I think safety features, obviously, like basically,
I'm so based, bro.
Like a tracking device for you as a
You
parent.
gotta lead by example. Let's be honest. Otherwise, your kid's gonna be like, "Hey, fuck you, bro."
It's a different story, but
because they look up to you. They look up to you. They do what you do.
Trying to say it really quickly, but
kids do what you do. They love you.
A little bit more, but
if you're looking at the Instagram, they're gonna start trying to look at the Instagram.
And there's a lot to be said.
Bro, I started playing games. I started playing war games because my dad played war games.
Psychotic
like,
parents that like.
All right. Right.
Yeah, I didn't know how to end that. Sorry. Thank you.
You're good. You're good.
Like I said
this
earlier,
is the truth, bro. Like
someone that's not wise and doesn't understand social media, it's
your
gonna lead
parents
into
are your
depression
heroes when you're
they're viewing
young.
other
So
people's
be
lives
a
on a very high
hero.
pedestal. They're
Be the
showing what
fucking
they want to
hero.
show you, and people take that into realism and think, why am I not there? And it really leads into depression, and it's sad. So that is why I don't think younger people should be on social media, because they get de-influenced and they don't understand what is actually real.
All right, Holy Quail, last but not least.
Okay, going back to the sex ed topic.
Yeah,
sex
be an
education
actual
doesn't
fucking
belong
parent,
anywhere in
bro.
the school system before middle school. Before that, it's up to the parents to teach their kids if they want to. But sex education does need to be in the curriculum, because without it, the talk that I had with my mother was, when you get married, in one house lives the husband and the other lives the wife, and you only see each other when you're in good moods. That's all I got.
Wow.
So
Quail, I don't know what federal
weird,
agency hired you to be my woman, but I am so happy for this honeypot. Thank you so much, CIA. Holy
Gunnar,
fuck,
she is far too good for you, my friend. I know,
and I will ruin her. Holy shit.
I know you will. All right, so guys, that is the end of the round. Once again, thank you very much. Kind of interesting topic. We're going to be switching it up a bit and have a little bit more lighthearted one for the next round. So, Stunt Boy Roy has informed me that his pick for the round, I asked him to pick one single person to be saved, and Minnie was saved, actually. So Minnie is going to be removed from the poll, and then everyone else
so based, bro.
is going to be able
Such
to
a
vote.
big
Once
win.
again, you have to go to twitch.tv/gigadatum.
Let's go.
Starting the poll now.
Yo, go.
I have a question.
Go and fucking
can
vote
Roy
for
say
me.
why he voted for specific people? I'm just curious, like maybe during the voting.
Do the L Mini, do the L Mini. Alpha love for Roy. Alpha love for Roy.
You guys know me. I'm pretty unbiased, and I think actually that round I was gonna say I didn't choose Minnie for the first round personally, and I think he did a good job this round. So
You gave the girl with 80 IQ twice as much time to talk. You're unbiased.
Alpha love.
Fuck, a certain
She also is the only
pussy.
person who has a fucking kid, so yeah.
Okay,
And
and
she
that doesn't
doesn't
make her. What are you
doesn't
talking
talk
about? She's
nearly as much as you.
Alpha love for Roy.
Are you a stupid dumb bitch, Gunnar?
Guys,
It was when we're taking turns, dumbass. You
Twitch.tv/gigadatum.
muted me.
Vote for who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick.
No,
You get
vote
3
for
votes.
whoever
Spread
you
those
guys
3 votes
like.
throughout 3 different people. Choose which 3
Guys,
you would like to move on.
go and vote for whoever you guys like the answer, right? Who entertained you? Who gave a good answer? Vote for them. Whatever number. If you like Nina, vote for Nina. If you liked, yeah, I'm saved. If you like Carmen, vote for Carmen. If you like Guna, vote for Guna. If you like Ja, vote for Ja. Kami, vote for anybody. Vote for whoever you liked. Listen, if you want to save the MILF because she's got great hair, save the MILF. If you want to save Nina because she's, like, being Nina, vote Nina. They're brothers. They're stepbrothers. You gotta lead by example, man. It's the fucking truth. Listen. Oh.
Will be
No,
deciding.
nobody said
who
anything
gets to
interesting. Nobody
stay.
said anything interesting.
If
He
it's
just
Gunnar
said
Gooch
that
again,
he
who will
voted
get
for
to
me
the
because I
second
was
place to decide who gets to stay.
I was extreme with it.
We're
I
moving
said
on.
like, hey, if your kids don't
They
have
won't get any
Instagram,
really
like
bad
you're off
advice
it
from
too.
intersex sex. Because I went to a Christian school,
Because
and like
what ends
they
up
taught me,
happening
like, and I
is
believed this for an embarrassingly long time,
Whatever.
that men had sperm on their fingers. So like basically, if they fingered you, they could get you pregnant.
after you
Remember the
come.
white lie
That's not-
conversation we
What?
had earlier, Nina? You tell a white lie so girls aren't going to getting finger popped by random dudes in middle school. Okay, that was the problem.
Why are people like concerned about that?
Because you don't need to go get
I'm
finger
saying
popped early in your life.
But
long
it
time,
feels
I believe
good.
that.
Holy
Like,
fuck!
why are you so concerned with like what? Like, why don't you tell dudes shit like that?
That's a
Like, why don't you
fast
say,
track to a
like
UTI.
women have like fucking like razor blades in their pussies or something like that?
Okay,
Is
why
that a
would
white
we
lie?
do that? And then
There was
then men
actually
are
a
gonna be
movie about
scared.
that. There's a movie about that, and that's why I didn't have sex till I was 18. Yeah.
Nobody
Ever heard of
believes that,
teeth?
Nina. Everybody
Ever heard of
believes that
teeth?
Yeah, but you
sperm
don't.
could
They don't
be.
teach teeth in a fucking like when I'm in 5th grade, bro.
1
Well,
minute, 30 seconds
my
left,
English teacher
guys.
showed me
1
a
minute,
vagina.
30
Kids don't need
seconds
to be
left.
having
That
sex
seems
or
like
having
probably
sex
like a
education. They need to be
European-
scared away from sex. They need to focus on things like that are
Yeah, sex is
fun.
a terrible thing. Let's definitely teach people that. That'll.
It literally is.
Yeah.
Sex is literally
Razor blades.
the worst thing if you're not doing it with an important person to you and making babies. That is literally a waste of time, and it's just
Are those-
masturbating with
then
another
why do
person's
you
body.
then why do you do it to so many women that you just throw away? What the fuck?
Yeah, see, I've learned from my mistakes. I'm
God.
growing as a person.
You just
How many
bump them
multi-level
and dump
marketing
them.
people have you got with your Hustlers University code?
My Hustlers University code? Listen,
What
I'm a
the fuck?
doctorate
You're not even
at
part of
Hustlers
it?
University. Yes, I'm a part of it. I'm literally a doctorate. I graduated.
How many people have
You
gotten
graduated?
to sign up?
Yeah, I
How
graduated
did you get
from
in?
Hustlers University. What, you think this is some
You
sort of
never
fucking
graduated
insult?
from
You're
Hustlers
literally
University.
pruned
I-
from the fucking
Guna.
half. The
How
bottom
come you
half
didn't
of your
tell me
body
that
is
when I
pruned
Yeah.
up,
earlier
and you have
that the one
alcohol
who
poisoning from
graduated
sitting in a
is
hot
in the
tub.
house?
Gunnar is the
Don't
reason
ever
why
talk shit to
affirmative.
me,
You didn't say
Nina.
it
It's not
then.
filled with alcohol. That'd be
So I'm
Guna-
badass,
saying now.
Gunnar is the reason why affirmative action
We've
is
got seconds
stupid.
left, guys.
People
Last
like him
chance,
become
vote.
doctors.
Last chance to vote, guys. Twitch.tv/Giga Datum to type in your vote.
I
Last
actually
chance.
have an InfoWars affiliate code. It's code
That's a
Moon
good
Squad
one
for
right there,
15%
bro.
off. Please help
He
pay Alex
proves
Jones'
affirmative
lawyer fees.
action wrong. He said he was Mexican, bro.
But by the way, guys, for the Royales,
Go ahead,
it's been
Nina.
pretty civil. Can we just again? I appreciate you guys very much.
You make $70
Finishing
million
the
a
poll.
year, bro.
All right, so winner Gunnar Gooch, first
think he
place.
needs
It looks like
Second
John
place.
Millionaire coming in second place, barely. Third place, the Holy Quail, which means the bottom two right now: Carmen, Nina, and Riot. Carmen, Nina,
not
and
three.
Riot. What's up?
Why do you do three? And what you say like three names and you say the bottom two?
So I'm saying the bottom three because the three people at the bottom, the person who wins, which is Gunnar Gooch, but it's going to go to the second place. So Ja Millionaire, because Gunnar Gooch already got to choose. Ja will get to see or gets to choose who stays out of the bottom three. Nina, Riot,
I hope
or
Nina
Tammy
stays,
Higgins.
bro. I hope Nina stays. I
Ja's
hope Nina
fucking muted,
stays.
of course.
I
So
hope
naturally,
Nina stays, dude. Nina's
Wait,
Nina's
why
content.
me?
Nina's content.
because you're in the bottom three.
Wait.
I thought it was Carmen, Riot, and Nina.
Nina,
Yay.
Riot. Oh yeah, sorry. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right, Tammy Higgins.
Guys,
Carmen,
no,
Carmen,
let's
Riot,
see.
and Nina. You are absolutely correct. That was my mistake. Ja unmute himself. You fuck. So he can decide out of
Message
those
him.
three.
And wait,
Ja,
can we all be
Ja.
saved?
What?
So you
Sorry.
get to decide who gets to stay out of the bottom three. You have Nina, Riot, and Carmen in the bottom three. You, because you came in second place and Gunnar chose last time, you get to decide who
Who to keep.
gets to stay, and the other two will be going home. Nina,
Which one do you want to yell
Carmen,
at more?
and Riot. Those are the bottom three.
Should we
I'll say it like
resay
this. I'll speedrun. Oh, sorry. Do you want them to speak
I was
first?
saying, do you want us to
One name out
summarize
of the
your
bottom
answers?
3. One name out of the bottom 3.
Can I, like,
no,
5
nobody
second
else will be
extra?
talking. No, Ja. Nina,
I wanna
Riot, or
explain it to them
Carmen,
before I
who
kick
do
them.
you want? Oh, if you want to explain, go ahead.
Look, I'm very petty, okay? I think Carmen gives really good answers, but she sounds stupid as fuck. So it's kind of bad for content, although her answers are pretty good. Riot is actually extremely intelligent for his age. I am impressed by him. Nina, I will have the most fun with for sure. She is pretty interesting and brings an element that no one else here does.
If you kick
that
Nina,
being
I'm
said,
leaving.
that being
Same.
said, like I said, I am petty, okay? Riot kicked me a previous show, so he's gone. Between Carmen and Nina, look, I love Carmen. She's amazing. But I feel that Nina will be more stimulating and amusing to me later on. So for my own selfish reasons, I will keep her. But yeah, either way, neither of you are going to win anyway. So it's now or later. I love Carmen, and you're amazing. And you know what, Carmen, you're actually smarter than Nina. But
Wait, is there a prize pool for this?
All right,
Dude,
so
it's just hard.
Nina's moving on.
And everything
Nina's
I
moving
fucking
on.
say gets interrupted. Literally every person gets spam interrupted. But I guess
You
it's
have
content.
the red card.
Just
You have the
engaging.
red card you haven't used yet, and I
Bandit.
would be muting people left and right, but obviously this is a debate royale. I do allow people to interrupt every once in a while. However, I will give people the opportunity to talk, and you also have a red card which you never used. So Carmen, go ahead and yeah, everyone has a red card.
Oh yeah, can I don't even fucking want my red card, bro. I just get fucking sensory overload. It's so AIDS.
Go ahead and shout yourself out, Carmen. Thanks as always for coming on the
Yeah,
show. We all love you.
Twitch.tv/Jamillionaire, like the greatest
Oh,
person
sus.
ever. Go sub, like gift
Yeah,
100 subs. Yeah.
Carmen, you're amazing. Twitch.tv/Carmen M.
Wait,
Very
she just talked
underrated.
shit about me?
Take care,
Fuck
Carmen.
Very, very underrated.
Love you. You're great.
What'd she say
Carmen, we
about
all
me?
love you. Thank you so much, Carmen. I actually loved your your
Carmen,
takes.
you had
Thank
good answers. Our delivery is poor, as well as mine. We'll get there.
No, you guys suck at answering.
Shut up,
Holy
bitch. You're the
fuck.
dumbest one here, Gunnar.
It's all
Right,
about
go
the
and shout
delivery.
yourself out, man.
What you guys need to do
I just want to see
Wait,
one.
you think getting an Amazon package is fun when it just sits at the fucking warehouse?
Right,
No,
you guys get
want
the
it delivered.
fucking. You get to shut the fuck up. All right, go ahead, Riot.
I want
I
the
just want to
content
say,
in the package.
I just want to say I have high respect for everyone in this call. You guys, you know, you're not the same. You guys all have very individual characteristics that stand out. Hence, you guys' big Twitch careers or potential Twitch careers. So I just want to admire you guys for that one. I understand your reasoning, Jaw, 100%. No feelings
love you.
hurt.
I love you.
Yeah, guys. It was fun being on Datum. It's a great concept. What you did here. It's very good. And yeah, guys, I just started streaming on Twitch maybe like roughly 2.5, 3 months ago. I just applied for partner, and I really help if any support helps. You know, like help me push it so I get fucking partner, and I fucking chill in that partner lounge at TwitchCon. So I really appreciate it, guys. Take it easy. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Peace out.
Take care, Riot.
Right on, buddy. Thanks for coming, dude. Love having you on stream. He
I
is.
like
He's a
Riot.
good guy. He's a
What's
good guy.
up, Mash?
For
I
as
had my
young as he
shirt
is, like,
on,
when I was
dude.
his age,
The first
fuck, man, I
time
was
I
too
had my
busy.
shirt
Well,
on,
I'm
but
not
I
gonna
had
get
to
in
take it
there,
off.
but you know what I mean.
I need to level up the power.
I love
totally.
pussy.
What's up,
Totally.
Mash? Long time no
All
see, man.
right. Congratulations to the top 6. Moving on to the next round here. All right. Once again, guys, you guys are flying by this. It's keeping pretty nice. So let's go ahead and move on to the next question. Next question. Okay. Let me go ahead and type 15
Gonna
minutes.
flex
We only
on
have
those
15
facts.
minutes, less people. Keep that in mind. All right, so there's a growing
Everybody's
number
in
of
shape here,
people
though.
that think zoos in their entirety should be done away with. Should zoos and aquariums exist? And if so, what restrictions would you place on them, if any? Let's go ahead and start with Jaw this time because he came in second place and was able to choose. Starting the timer now, 15 minutes on the clock. Go ahead, my man.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the one response I
already
don't
know the
really,
answer is yes.
I don't know. Whatever, I'll give it my best shot. I don't
The
have
answer
too
is
much
yes,
information
but it
on what
has
goes
to
on in
be
zoos.
rescued animals.
If the animals are
Only.
being treated right,
Only
and
rescued, and it depends.
If the animals are being treated right, they're
It
happy,
depends how
they're
big the
content,
habitat is.
then it's most likely.
Oh,
If
guess,
they're
I
being
don't think so.
saved from like an abusive environment, of course, that's acceptable. Aside from that, of course, we shouldn't use animals for our own amusement. Just to look at animals, that's pretty terrible. If you're taking them out of a hostile environment and making their life better, they as in the animal, then of course, yeah, it's beneficial to everyone around. But yeah, if they're being mistreated, of course, if they're taken out of the wild, which majority of animals do belong, then yes, it's very idiotic and selfish to have fucking zoos. But like I said, I'm not actually too knowledgeable on this topic, so yeah.
So I have a fish, and I had like 5 fish.
So you've
No,
killed
listen.
So you've killed 5 fish.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no.
Go ahead,
Listen,
go ahead,
listen.
Kemi. We love
They
you.
all died except for the one.
You
right?
killed them.
So, no, I didn't. They were like goldfish. They're like for 99 cents. Like you get like a bag and they just like scoop them up, like whatever. So, and I have like a really nice fish tank. My whole bathroom is like like ocean themed, like whatever. And I was like thinking about it and I was like, I wonder if my fish is happy because he's all alone. Like I should get him a friend because the other ones died. And then I was like, or maybe I
And
should
he
just
killed
go let
it.
him free, like
He
in a
killed
lake
the
or something,
fucking-
so
he
he's
killed the
happy.
other
But then I was
fish.
like, well,
It was
if
a
I
beta
do
fish.
that, then there's predators all around. Like the predators, like turtle, something could just come and get my fish. Like I don't know. I was just thinking about it. My fish's name is Simon. Like I really am close to my fish. So I was just like really thinking about it, and I've come to like the conclusion that like there should be animal sanctuaries, but maybe not zoos, like where they're in their own environment, where there's no predators around that can attack it and hurt it. Like you can go and see, but like it's in its natural habitat, but like kept safe.
Cami, what does Simon say about this?
Honestly,
You're very close to the
he
fish,
can't
right?
talk. He's just a fish. Like I just make sure I feed him every day and stuff, and I clean the tank out.
Also, listen, it's part of life to get eaten. It's part of life to fucking die. Right now, I think that zoos are okay if and only if they're rescued. All right, and I think some animals shouldn't be in zoos, like or aquariums. Like orcas, they need way too much of a big space, right? If they need too much of a big space, you can't because you depress them and you kill their spirit and you kill them. And it would be better if they just went out into the wild and maybe got eaten, maybe ate somebody, maybe fucked somebody, maybe didn't fuck somebody, maybe switched sexes. I don't know. Fish are weird, all right? But I think you should let animals be, I think you should just let animals be.
All right, does that include humans?
Yes, and prisons as zoos for humans.
Well, if you think about it, we pretty much went through that during COVID and like the lockdowns, That was like
You had
pretty
a bunch
much
of people
being in
walking around
isolation
looking
and
at you.
quarantine. That's almost like being in a cage, right? And I mean, okay, and also what kind of zoos are we talking about here? Are we talking about petting
Bro,
zoos?
I just went full
'Cause,
based.
I mean, we keep petting
Holy.
zoos open. I mean, those things are
Holy.
therapeutic. Like, I would open a rabbit petting zoo if I could, a rabbit farm if I could. But yeah, no, I mean, but if you were to ask a child, like, do you enjoy the zoo? Like, the majority of children are going to say yes.
Dude,
I
I
love
should
the
have
zoo.
said
Keep
Free
the zoo
Willy.
open.
I
want
should
to
have
have
said
the
Free
zoo.
Willy.
Because also zoos can be an
Hey,
educational experience. And I
women-
agree with Cam. There should be like a controlled
Dude, I got a
environment
good one.
where you can, because sometimes aquariums and zoos can be spaces to nurture endangered species.
Look at that. I'm going to say that one. I'm going to say that one. I'm going to say that
It's a
one in a
balance.
second.
It's a give and take. So it
It's-
just
it's ready.
depends
It's ready.
the mission of the zoo, and what it's made for, and what animals you're keeping there.
Gunnar,
Oh, sorry. Are we saying names? Like
Nina,
my
go
dog's
ahead.
trying to kill me.
you can talk whenever you want. Yeah, go ahead.
I think Gunnar has the most
So
XP
my
here.
family used to contribute a lot to the Monterey
Oh
Bay
shit.
Aquarium. I don't know.
Sorry, Gunnar.
Oh, sorry. Are we talking to each other?
No, I am accidentally server muted. That was my bad.
L.
Nina, just go ahead. You already started.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. But my family used to contribute a lot to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, which is basically a lot of like a rescue place generally. So I had a lot of like exposure to like kind of like the zoo aquarium life growing up. So I've been around a lot of it, and I think mostly when it is like a sanctuary, I think that's really obviously a very good thing. But I know a lot of it gets a little complicated. I know I've been saying that a lot. Sorry, but like a lot of the habitats that some animals that are not necessarily going to be able to thrive in the wild because they're gone because of obvious things that we've done. They
Also,
can only really exist in
a
captivity.
sanctuary
and
for
that's
who?
sad,
A sanctuary for
but
predators
it is what it is, and
is not a
good to,
sanctuary for
you were saying
prey.
earlier,
You know
or,
what I
sorry,
mean? So, hey,
before
what,
we
predators
sorry,
don't
Brett.
deserve a
But,
sanctuary?
like the
Predators don't
reason
deserve a
we're
good time? Bro,
about, like,
humans
our
are the most apex
economical
predator in
impact
the fucking
by
world.
seeing the
We
animals
don't
that
deserve
you're
a good
impacting
time?
and why
Come
they
on.
have to be there. I think is incredibly important. And I'm sorry, this is a really boring answer. I really wish I could yell at
I'm so based.
Ja for
It
this,
doesn't
but
all have to be
I got
about
nothing.
content. You can actually give proper answers here. It's okay. Like,
Wait, what?
obviously,
I
every
wasn't making fun of you.
topic's
That was
not
a
going to
good
be the
answer.
most exciting 10 out of 10, but this is, this is interesting to a lot of people.
Datum. Women say free the nipple, I say free Willy.
Gotcha. All right, Gooch. Go ahead, buddy.
Gunnar
Not a problem
actually
with
grew up in an aquarium, right? SeaWorld? So I'd like
So
to hear what he has to
honestly,
say.
zoos have a
Fucking
purpose.
grammar
We're
now.
destroying a lot of natural habitats. We have to bring some animals into zoos. When we're destroying their land, we have to kind of bring them into our own, repair them, get them fixed up, take them to hospitals. The problem is when zoos become a economic driver. I think zoos should be completely on donations. I don't think the public should be allowed into these zoos more often than not, but it does help them pay for more outreach programs. So it's kind of a catch-22 when it comes to the whole zoo thing. However, I do think e-girls are the equivalent of zoo animals because they sit in their tubs and their pools, and all the people come walking and giving them money and throwing little.
Yeah, but we can leave.
Yes, I understand you can leave, but you girls made the decision to put yourself in the zoo called Twitch, and I think you need to live with that.
So those animals chose.
Do you have a problem with these bathtub streamers, Gunnar?
Absolutely.
Yeah, is that why? Is it taken away from your viewership?
No, absolutely. I don't share viewers. No, none of my viewers go watch bathtub streams. That would be disgusting.
You're so full of shit.
It kills the spirit of the people.
Nina, I literally ban every man that I see in another person's chat, like a bathtub
Hard
streamer.
stop?
I have
You know what's
scouts.
funny?
The Goon Squad Intelligence Agency, we know everything. We know where
Unfortunately,
people go.
you know
We
what's
who
funny
they
is
follow.
these girls are only in high demand because of Gooners and mini Gooners. Otherwise, they wouldn't exist. You'll
Literally
appreciate that,
fake
Gooner.
news.
You
I use
created
women are a means
your
to an
type
end
of
on
Create the
person.
market.
Your type of person created all of these hot tub streamers.
Not true. It's people like Ghostfather who are 35 years old with way too much money.
You're pretty.
and they're
You guys are
bored.
both pretty similar.
I have never donated to an e-girl ever.
You have donated.
If
You
there- if
donated
the
by
world was
talking
full
about
of
them. You
people like
donated by
me,
going
these
on
e-girls
e-dates with
would
them
be working at
constantly. You
fucking
donated about
Walmart.
talking to them. You donate your time to them all the time. Majority of
No,
your
I don't.
content is about
You
women.
give them.
They
You give them
donate their
clout when you fuck
thumbnail
them.
to
never
me.
donated
They
to
donate their
e-girl,
thumbnail to
100%
me.
is it.
When you-
Without these
fuck
e-girls,
out of
Donate to
here.
e-girl. Fuck.
When
Without
you
these
bang them-
e-girls, Gooner.
Una, when you
It's not a
bang
weird thing to
them,
do. Sometimes you like their content. It's
you
fine.
incentivize.
Nina, you have no content except for when you're bouncing off other people.
Do you
I
have
think she's
content
doing
based on
pretty
who
Go
you
good,
are?
ahead,
actually,
take
with
your
her
Nina.
answers.
That's
You
actually
realize-
great.
Holy fuck, take
Do
your
you
time.
understand? Do you understand
Nina,
how much
you're
content
only
Nina
brought in
creates?
as like somebody that we can bounce ideas off of. That's it.
You realize Nina
Fucking
creates more
idiot.
content than you do, right? She hosts parties for a number of different of these Twitch people.
Yeah.
I'm not even
Wait,
trolling.
didn't you get
That's literally
knocked out
creating
at one of these
content.
parties? Now you're
No,
not
it's
allowed
not-
at their house?
Yeah, I
You're
got
a
knocked
pussy,
out. I
dude.
saved
You
your
got knocked out
roommate's
by
life. I
D-Kane
saved
of
your
all
roommate's
people.
life.
We don't need
You
to
should
talk
bring him
about
on.
beat the
You should
shit
bring
out
him
of
here.
Billy.
All
I
right,
saw
all
it.
right.
You should bring him. You should
Please
bring him
don't.
here.
All right, don't
Listen.
let me mute you. Let's try and get back on topic. Okay.
All I'm gonna say is Cammy said that there should be animal sanctuaries, okay? And no prey. What? The predators don't get to be in a sanctuary? Huh? Humans are apex predators, basically. We eat every fucking animal. We destroy every single animal. We don't deserve a sanctuary?
You want to be in it? It's called a
We're in
jail.
a sanctuary.
Your house
That's
is
why
a
homeless
is a
people are
sanctuary.
Wait,
I
humans
agree
have
with Sammy.
sanctuaries.
You're the one sanctuary
Humans
for
have
prey.
sanctuaries.
But this
Yeah,
is
it's called the
literally
suburbs.
not.
Yes.
But it's not.
True.
That's not the,
The
like what we're talking about, though. We're talking about
So let me
zoos.
give you an example. So I worked for Feld
Fuck your
Entertainment,
fish.
right? They're the ones that did Ringley Brothers and Barley Circus, right? And they had so much backlash, basically, from the elephants in captivity, even though they were not mistreating the elephants, and they were proven. They went to court multiple times, and they were proven that they had no, they didn't do anything wrong. However, because of all the backlash, they got rid of the elephants. People stopped showing up to the circus because the elephants were gone, and that was one of the major appeals, and they went out of business. And so to me, this topic obviously it hits a little bit more at home because, again, people and companies, they were not able to enjoy the animals. So where is the line between entertainment, enjoyment, and
So-
whether or not, once again, we should use these animals for entertainment
needs to
or
be a
strictly use them for
Datum.
rehabilitation?
Datum, you guys lost against elephants, bro. You try to entertain, as soon as the elephants are gone, you're no longer entertained. You guys lost. Or those people lost. They deserve the fucking L. They lost to a fucking fat animal that can't even move. Like, what the fuck?
Here's the thing. You take a dog like a German Shepherd that works with the police, and they're if you watch videos of police working with their German Shepherds, they can train them to do
Bro, they
breaching
lost.
drills and
They
other
lost to
SWAT-type
elephants.
activities with their dogs. There
Elephant.
needs to be a symbiotic relationship between man
Like,
and
what do you
animals,
want me to do?
especially animals like dogs and elephants and cool shit like that. We used to ride elephants into war, horses into war. So whenever people think that animals are like, oh my God, we can't even like bother them. No, we're part of the environment. We need to bring them into our environment because we make the fucking decisions.
That's
I
true.
feel like
Go ahead.
I feel like every zoo I've
consider
been
because we're
to,
terrible,
they
selfish
have
people.
like a lot of animals that aren't like vicious. in a sense that can't really attack like tigers and stuff.
What?
Like I live right by the safari of Six Flags. So I grew up around there, and like they don't have any like crazy animals that can really like hurt you, and I feel like that's because they know the way that they're held and treated would make them attack or something. Or the ones that they do have are like born and raised there, so it's like what they're used to.
Did you say tigers can't attack?
No.
Oh.
No, like they
She was
don't
saying
really
they're not
have
like
them.
tigers.
They they don't really
let me
have those
rephrase the
animals
question
there.
and make this a little bit easier for you guys. Should animals be used for entertainment purposes?
Yes.
Only when they are already domesticated by trauma.
Pets? Yeah, would that go into pets? Like,
Yeah.
is having a dog a bad thing, or like
not domestic animals. We're talking about like animals that you would find in the wild, like elephants, things like that. Animals you would find at a zoo. Is it okay to have them for entertainment purposes, not just for rehabilitation?
No, because you can go to the places where they live, okay, and you can help the economy in those places. You don't have to do it in a zoo. Like you can go swim with the whales. You just have to come to Mexico, okay? Come over to my country, give my country some money instead of giving your fucking shitty SeaWorld money.
Whoa, SeaWorld is not shitty.
It's terrible.
SeaWorld is pretty shitty. Have you seen the
I love
Blackfish
SeaWorld.
documentary?
Yes,
Yeah,
I've
of
seen
course
the
you do,
psyop
Datum.
called the Blackfish documentary. You know what
Psyop?
happened? You know what happened after that? The Japanese are literally whaling the fucking whales out of the water. Okay, we had
that
to
was
do
the entire
something.
point of this. That was the entire
Is it?
No
Is there anything
shit,
wrong?
Sherlock. But, here's the way. Here's the way
Nina,
you can
that's
stop
your
all this
fault.
animal abuse.
Is there anything
you can
wrong
stop
with the
animal
whaling?
abuse by holding China, Japan, and India accountable for what they do to the environment.
All right. You know what? Let's hear from the holy quail. Let's hear from the holy quail.
He's an actual animal. Like, well.
China or like animals for entertainment? So I'm confused.
Animals for entertainment. Should we use animals for entertainment? Let's stick with that for now.
Okay. I think, well, going back to what you said about the Ringling Brothers, like Datum, like during that time, I don't think elephants were as endangered as they were now. So it was a different time. It was a different period. So I think animals can be used for entertainment purposes if it's in line.
Isn't that
with
only
an
fun
educational
because the
purpose as
person
well.
can die and get hurt?
And I
That's the
think you
truth.
brought up a really good comment earlier, which actually
Everybody cheers
and
when
that's why
the
I've been
when the
quiet,
bull
because it got me
wins. Let's be
thinking,
honest.
like the symbiotic relationship between man and animal. There's like I remember watching Water for Elephants. Do you guys remember that movie? I don't know, but there was like
sounds like a shit movie.
Yeah, that sounds like
shit
shit.
movie.
I don't really remember
Wrote
it.
very
Alright.
well the abuse of animals, like in the zoo specifically, and
I watch
like
documentaries.
that I don't agree with, but like yes, we are human beings and we are animals in of ourselves. We are also mammals. We're part of an environment, and we should treat
If your
animals.
circus, if your circus has elephants, and then as soon as the elephants go
you know,
away
we
and nobody
shouldn't
watches you,
exploit the animals
nobody
for,
wanted
like,
to
to
watch
do
you
tricks like
anyways.
a
They just
dog
wanted to watch the
puts, or-
elephants. So
Yeah,
your
you
job
know,
was an L
but-
anyways. You know what I mean?
I'm not an entertainment, so
You
this is
lost your
hard for me.
elephants.
And you
No,
haven't
you're
had
fine.
any animals in one of your shows, Datum, so I haven't.
Yeah, we have toros in
I'm
Mexico too,
struggling
bro.
here.
We have toros in
Why
Mexico
couldn't
too.
you have been in a show?
But I cheer when the
with some
fucking bull
tigers
wins.
or lions for me,
No,
okay?
we've got a little muskrat on the show right now, Nina.
Listen.
Go ahead, Minnie. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Y'all get to say one more thing.
I'm Mexican, okay? The bullpen used to be a really
Hold
big thing.
on.
I used to watch it with my grandpa. And you know what? I always cheer for the bull. You know, I always cheer for the bull. It is what it is.
I actually used to be a bull, so.
All right, Gooner. All right, let's start with Gooner. Last few points. Animals in captivity. For example, like the bull run's actually a good example, using them for
Fucking cock.
entertainment purposes. So once again, wrap up your points. One final point to make for each of you. Go ahead, Gooner.
Bro,
I
this is
enjoy
true.
the
I watched
bull
bullfighting
riding and the bull
with
entertainment.
my
I draw the line at the Mexican culture
my
when
grandpa.
we do the donkey shows. Now, if you don't know what the donkey show is, you go to Tijuana, Mexico, you're going to be able to watch a girl get fucked by a donkey at the bars, okay?
Yeah, I don't know if that's
where
real.
I draw the line.
That's speciesist.
That's where it crosses the line, and that is worse
All
than
right. Thanks,
Yo,
Gooner.
people
All
travel
right,
to Denmark to do that shit, bro.
John,
What do
go
you
ahead,
mean?
buddy.
Look, guys, it's fine to use animals as entertainment if they want it. Look, humans, we use humans for entertainment all the time. You just simply ask the animal, would you like to do this as a living? And as a reward, you get a place to stay, you have some food, and you make people happy. Okay, so if you're an animal, stop bitching about it, man. Like, just enjoy it. Just ask them what they want. Like an Airbud. Remember an Airbud? It's like the meat over here, and then the girl over here, and the animal chooses. Do you want to go here or here? It's not that hard, man. Animals are very intelligent beings. Octopuses are smarter than human beings.
Is that what you did to Guna?
Oh god, they turned off his camera.
All right, Cammy, go ahead, Cammy.
All right, that was my dog.
Oh, I just remembered I watched this movie. I don't remember what it was called, but it was basically like about this. And in some places, the animals are treated really, really well, treated better than like humans are in certain places. So I think as long as they're being treated well and they're not, endangering them in any way, then I think it's okay.
But it's still the
And,
spirit of the
maybe
animal.
more than one fish too, so your fish don't get lonely.
No, Cammy, you don't think that that's the spirit of the animal, right?
Fish
The
get
animal
lonely
needs to be
too.
wild.
That's a whole different conversation.
Even a fish get
You know what I
lonely.
mean?
I don't know, cause are you an animal whisperer?
No, you
go
said
ahead.
you listened to
Minnie,
Simon.
These
Minnie,
animals are mature
Minnie, your
enough
turn to
to
say
make their own
something.
decisions.
Your turn to say something. Minnie.
Cammy, you
But
said
I'm
you listened to Simon.
Simon from the turtles in the lake.
I'm not the fish whisperer. I don't do what Simon says, but you do.
All right, Minnie, you have 5 seconds.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
One final point.
I already said
All
it.
right. All right, go ahead, Nina.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm just trolling. Datum thinks I'm not trolling, and I'm just trolling with what Simon says, and she doesn't get it.
I'm just gonna end it on that.
Yeah, let me see what happens.
All right, go ahead, Holy Quail. Final word on it.
Yes, I think I got it. I think in terms of entertainment and animals, it has to do with what the animal is naturally made to do. Like we use horses and polo in Argentina all the time. But the horses love it. The horses are meant to run and go fast and everything, and it's perfect and it's entertainment. So right there, you have an example. For Senior Day in Argentina, we put a cow on the staircase, and the cow broke all its legs. Okay, that I don't agree with, even though it was really funny to some people at the time. But okay, yeah, I know my school was weird.
Inflated a sex doll and put it in the cafeteria roof.
To be fair, you gotta wrap it up. To be fair, wrap it up.
Cows need to go to the gym, do leg day, bro. It's not hard.
Wrap it up. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, like so, like that. I don't agree with because cows aren't meant to go up the stairs or down the stairs.
Okay.
They weren't designed to do that. Like horses are meant to run and everything. So I think entertainment and animals depends what the animal is naturally designed to do.
That's why we have an elevator for Gunnar.
Fair answer. All right. So that concludes the round, by the way. And Stunt Boy Roy has come through with his answer.
That was such a good one from John.
Believes, and his choice, unfortunately, goes to Gunnar Gooch. So Gunnar Gooch is saved from the poll. So I'm going to go ahead and start the poll here in a sec. Now, this round, you'll be voting for 2 people. 2 people. So you have 2 votes. Out of the 5 on the ballot, bottom 3 will be up for elimination. The winner will get to choose which one stays out of the 3. All right, so I'm going to go and start the poll right now. Let me confirm 2 options. Perfect.
Let me see what I am.
Starting poll. Poll is now live.
Let me see what I am.
Twitch.tv/GigaDatum. Type the number. So, Cammy Hankins, number 1. Jaw Millionaire, number 2. The Holy Quail, number 3. Nina's number 4, and Minnie is number 5. Type that into chat.
5.
You get two votes.
Flush him down the
keep,
toilet.
not kick who you want to keep. Not kick, and move on to the next round, guys. Keep, not kick.
MiniDonbee is butting your page.
Not kick. You get
what
2
the
votes.
fuck? How am I butting his
We are
page?
going to move on to the next round. I'm going to go and start the timer. We're going to
How
make the
am I
timer
butting
3
his
minutes from
page?
now. 3 minutes to come over and vote.
Wait.
For who you want to keep, not kick. Stuntboy Roy, do you want to add why you enjoyed or why you liked Gunnar?
I like that
the most.
Yeah, man. Gunnar just came in, said his shit, and fucking knew what he was about.
You can cam up, by the way, when you
John,
talk.
he doesn't appear to know what he's about.
Exactly.
you dropped
All
a
you
couple
need to
of
learn.
nuggets.
Brevity is the soul of wit. Keep it short, keep it simple.
Do you think that Gunnar kind
I'm
of looks a
6'6",
little
gonna
bit?
keep it short like you fucking dwarf.
I'm literally 6 foot.
You dropped a couple of nuggets, dude, and they were amazing, and nobody reacted. I'm sorry for that.
Just because you're like
Yeah,
a
no shit,
creepy
Mini.
kind of tall jock doesn't mean you can talk shit
I'm
to
literally
people
the
that are
perfect height,
actually.
you dumbass.
I'm for the perfect height
I'm
because
the
I'm
perfect
built.
How are you
height.
perfect
I'm
height?
built
You're a
like a
giant.
goddamn man. You're built like a
6'5",
twig. I
listen,
could break you.
6'5" is the perfect
You
height,
guys-
right?
Bro, you're
there's
like
so
a
many
tree.
6'5" people.
You're like
I'm
a
1 inch
tree. What do you
above it.
mean 6'5"?
6'5", your
I'm not
bones
6'5",
are
I'm
brittle,
6'6".
dude. I am literally
I
sturdy
have
like a
so,
robot.
I have
Jack,
extremely
you're-
strong
2 minutes
bones. I'm
left.
2% active.
Twitch.tv/GigaDatum to make your vote. You're voting for 2
I have the
streamers.
most
2
athletic
streamers
body in
out
here.
of the 5. Gooner Gooch is saved. You're voting for the others.
what's
Cammy Hankins
that?
number 1, John Millionaire number 2, The Holy Quail number 3, Nina number 4,
Watch
Mini
this, Nina.
Donbee number 5.
Nina,
We
this
are
is
saying
for you.
goodbye to 2.
Yo,
keeping
chat,
1. Or
give me a
keeping
high
the,
five.
That was pretty low.
That was literally that could have ripped your head off, Nina, if that would have landed. No lie.
How short do you think I am? I mean, I guess because I'm.
Right
Who's that?
now,
Oh,
the
you guys
Holy
wanna see?
Quail.
You see that?
Right now, the Holy Quail in the lead.
Let's go.
Oh
Wait,
shit!
I don't
Do
remember a
this.
response.
Yeah,
Is it
cool.
deserving?
Super cool.
Doesn't matter. She's in the
Wait,
lead.
you
When
don't
do you
like,
ever
you
deserve
don't like
anything?
my kicks, Nina?
I'm asking if it's deserving. I don't
You wanna
remember her
see this
response.
kid?
I'm not impressed by them.
Nina, I'm sorry.
Who's
I'm sorry that my
impressed by
flirting.
kicks? What are we 12?
I'm sorry
Let's
that
see.
I've been flirting with Holy Quail this whole
1
time.
minute
left,
but
guys.
I do
One
actually
minute
have a
left.
crush on you.
Kicks.
Oh, I'm being
Twitch.tv/GigaDatum.
No,
Type
Nina,
the
I
number
do
in
actually-
chat to get your vote.
Why would you not
Nina,
let
I
it
do
be
actually have a
picked?
crush
Yeah.
on you, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll
I
teach
just
you
don't
how
know
to
how to
fight
display
properly,
it.
motherfucker.
Okay,
I'll
good.
teach you how to
Good.
start punches properly.
Oh, dude,
Start
Mini.
kicking now.
I will.
Mini.
When I see you, I'll teach you.
Good. Let's do it. Should I spar Ice Poseidon? He's
Oh,
practicing
you
for a
fuck him
buck.
up.
We
You
can't-
fuck
we
him
can't
up.
say his name.
No, he's like really good right now, apparently.
Yes, you can, Nina. Shut up.
No,
Probably
listen,
shouldn't talk
Jam.
about
You're
Jam.
banned.
He
Nina's
does this.
banned. Can we
He does
ban
this all of a
Nina?
sudden. When he does this, that's when you strike.
He does that. Why would he ever do this?
What do you mean?
I don't get what that means.
What I'm thinking, homie? What I'm thinking?
I
Have
don't
you seen
know
that
what that
video
is.
where that guy like kicks, somebody grabs his leg and then he like kicks around while his leg's
Yes,
being grabbed by
yes.
the other
Yes.
dude?
That
That
was
shit
in the
was
UFC.
awesome.
That was epic.
Yeah.
Anime.
I thought
What is
it
his
was
name?
really
I forget
cool.
his name.
I don't know. I just
Number
saw it
two,
in like a random video.
UFC
All right.
was it?
It's crazy that you've seen that because that was an
Chat
epic
is
one.
about to end. Here we go. And that is the end. Finish poll. The
I
Holy
have
Quail
ADHD,
takes
so.
the win
Congratulations.
with
Oh my
29.2
God.
votes, 70 votes.
Well deserved.
Congratulations, Holy Quail, for taking the win. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm the kid that didn't even get picked first in like gym class. This is like amazing.
Shit, can we see some
Yeah,
kicks?
All right,
I
so,
can't
so
relate, I can't
unfortunately, that means you have to decide who goes home.
Wait.
The bottom three. The bottom three being Nina, okay, Mini,
Oh no.
and Cammy Hankins by
Okay.
1 vote. Jaw Millionaire beats Cammy Hankins by 1 vote.
Are you? Is chat votes?
So
are you
Jaw
fucking
Millionaire
stupid?
is saved.
Holy
Jaw
fuck.
Millionaire is saved.
Dude,
and
I
Mini,
was so close.
Imagine me being
Mini-
1 vote smarter than
Mini
Cammy, bro. You guys
Nina-
are dumb as fuck.
Mini, Nina, and Cammy Hankins are in the bottom 3. So unfortunately, Quail, you have to decide which of the 3 moves
Oh.
on.
Gosh, this is so hard. Okay, okay. Because all 3 of you had such amazing points all throughout, because at every single conversation I agreed with each of you in different topics. And so gosh, no, this is gonna be hard.
So Nina had 27 votes, Mini had 45 votes, and Cammy Hankins had 48 votes.
That was
Gotcha.
close. It was really close.
Okay, so I'm voting to who I'm gonna keep, right?
Who you want to keep? You only
That's
get to
right.
save 1 out of the bottom 3. You have Cammy, Nina,
Mhm.
and Mini.
Okay. I think I'm going to pick Cammy to stay.
Racism.
Because there was like so many points that I just really enjoyed, chatting with her about, especially like on the education system with her daughter and everything. I really enjoyed that. But like,
I
it's
also
so
have a
hard to
kid.
say this because Nina, I wanted to get to know you more on this Royale. I really, really did. And I really enjoyed your points and how powerful you are. I want to be more like you. I want to be more
saving-
outspoken like you.
Saving the best
All
for
right,
last, right?
so she is saving Cammy Hankins.
be
And can we
welcome
just
with
say, we'll
that.
start with Nina. By the way, Nina, I've been on other Royales with you, Nina. You actually did. You were quite respectable, more so today than I've ever seen you. So thank you, Nina. And do you want to shout yourself out?
I'm Nina. N-E-I-N-A. I'm sorry. I don't know if my joke landed there, but I'm just saying these two idiots, sorry, Jay and Gunnar, are going to be really mean to you probably. So, best
What are
of
you
luck with
talking
that.
about?
Huh?
Wait.
Do you think I'm mean to you, Nina? You think I'm mean
Nina,
to you?
I'm only
so
mean
nice
to
to
girls
you.
because
Never.
I'm very emotionally stunted, so I'm mean to girls that I
Sorry,
have a
I'm
crush on.
just trying to have fun. I didn't really understand what was even going on, so no hard feelings. I don't give a shit. I'm just making jokes. Sometimes they don't land. But all right, love you guys. Love you, chat. Love coming in with
Physique?
this.
You guys don't know what Minnie's physique is?
Nina is
Joe
so
or
great.
Gunnar Gooch. I'm more than welcome to yell at you at any other opportunity. But yeah, I'll
I
head out.
appreciate you. I
I
appreciate
hope
you
you
and
guys have a
everything you
great
do.
stream, and I wish you the best. And definitely, you're gonna win, girl.
Oh.
Right on, right on. Thank you,
Yes,
Nina.
Minnie's
Thanks,
girl.
goodbye.
Yes,
MiniDonbee, the
Listen.
surprise. The surprise
sound
of
like
the
a Minnie
evening,
right there.
I think. The surprise of the evening. Go ahead, my man, and shout yourself out.
Yeah, twitch.tv/MiniDonbee. Listen, holy quail, you said nice things about Nina, you didn't say anything nice about me. But I get it. Everybody wants to
Wow,
eliminate
very
me because I'm a monster competitor. I would have destroyed every single one of you. So I see you're playing the game. Good for you. Hey, I'll see you guys later, John. Thank you for that raid, buddy. Guna, love you.
Love you.
Holy quail, nice to meet you. Kami, nice to meet you. And Datum, thank you for having me in, man. All right? And
Datum's a great
also,
host.
Stuntboy Roy, you're jacked as fuck, boy. Take care. Kick me out, bro. I'm not leaving.
Can't fucking
Right
leave.
on,
I'm
buddy,
a
right
caged
on.
animal. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're watching that. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that. Let's see. Let's see how they do. Bro, she didn't say anything about me, man. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. I'm not. Hey, listen, man. Listen. I didn't know what we were gonna do, bro. I had no idea what we were gonna do. But the people like me, so it is what it is, you know? We're gonna react to this, bro. We lost everybody. We lost everybody. We lost my boy fucking Eli, bro. We lost Nina. We lost all the entertainment, man. We lost all the entertainment. Now, listen, the questions aren't the problem. The questions are fine. Okay? Like, look, if you're funny, you can make good content out of the questions, right? Like, for example, and you can say true things, bro. Like, for example, the leading by example on your kid, that's the fucking truth. That's the fucking truth, bro. Parents are like, hey, you're not gonna have the Instagram, but I'm gonna have it. And you know what ends up happening? Like, that kid wants to be the parent. Obviously, bro. Obviously. Kids, heroes are their parents, dude. You know what I mean? So you can always make them funny. If you can't make them funny, you're an L, dude. The zoo thing, you can also make it funny, bro. Free the nipple, free the willy. Listen, that's a good line. It's stupid, but it's a good line. You know what I mean? Every question is fine as long as you are good. You know what I mean? And I think we answered every question really well. I think we gave thoughtful answers and we also entertained. You know what I mean? We gave people the truth and we also made funny things. Right? Let's watch it.
All right, well, that's great. While he walks away.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's no such thing as a bad question.
Only she knew the laws and then broke them. And
there's no such thing as a bad question. Only unentertaining streamers. That's the truth.
they make a tray or whatever the fuck they're doing. Should they do that? Most likely.
Let's watch, boys.
I don't know.
So you think everybody that gets involved, or everybody that makes a mistake?
Also, I don't feel bad.
Should just come in.
I don't even know the exact law.
I don't feel bad to losing to Ja and Guna. These guys are great content, man. These guys are great.
Marijuana is legal in Russia.
I like this, bro. I enjoyed myself in the Royale. I found it great.
Because she says
I want to come back.
She basically says
I want to come back next time.
Interest of packing in a rather fast state.
It was fun, bro. It was fun.
It was in her bag.
You guys enjoy it? Do you guys like it?
Here's a fuck.
All right, I'm ready.
Listen.
Here's what happens with the situation with Brittany Griner.
We are nothing without the NBA. Let's.
I didn't lose to bottom left, okay?
They gave her the maximum.
Listen. I didn't lose to bottom left, okay?
Political strategic move for the Russians against the Americans.
Hey, listen. I lost to Ja and this guy. It is what it is.
No, she'd have been home free months ago. But here we are. We have Joe Brandon.
They had good, funny moments.
Leading us to the fucking pitfall
What's going
of
on?
America.
Oh.
It's disgusting. We should never let any American sleep overseas in a goddamn prison cell. Any country that is willing to imprison one of our people They're able to imprison our people with impunity.
Yeah.
Should be fucking held to the full extent of the American military. I'm talking sanctions, aircraft carriers, flyovers. I don't give two fucks what Brittany Griner would think if I was locked up in that cell. She
What
would
is he
sleep
saying?
easy every night. But Brittany Griner is a goddamn American, and we're gonna go get her.
Yeah, let's go to war for Brittany Griner. Let's do this for America.
Who's Brittany?
Now,
Oh,
would you guys still say that?
She the
No,
Russian
that
girl?
Brittany Griner, before getting
Grindr.
arrested, like in Russia, like was
she's-
always saying on her social media, "I hate America. Down with America. I hate this country."
She was
The
a-
actually said
Holy
all
Quail
the-
makes a great point. She did say that she hates America.
Yeah, she said it, but it's a lie. She's a
Yeah,
CIA
no, She
operative.
literally says she hates America and everything about it. Well, hey girl, like at least you could take marijuana on the plane, you know?
She's a CIA
but,
operative.
Like when I lived in Switzerland, like when you're in another country, you have to abide to the rules in that country. When I lived in Switzerland, I couldn't flush the toilet after 10 o'clock at night. I couldn't listen to the radio with the window open. Like I couldn't pick up a snail because apparently they're endangered, and if you pick up a snail, you're fined 2,000 francs.
What?
You know, so you have to abide to the rules of that specific
That sucks.
country.
Gotcha.
Soy
I
rules.
couldn't get an
Now that I
abortion.
know what
you
I know, fuck
Soy
it.
rules.
Let her rock.
Her name is
God,
Brittany
there you-
Griner, man.
No, listen.
Kevin Hankins, go ahead.
So
I think- look.
that if it wasn't
Damn, I wanted it on the
an
subject, bro.
athlete, that the government
I would've been
probably
so
wouldn't
based.
care.
Listen, here's the truth about Brittany Griner, okay? She said she hated America and everything. Bro, that's the cover story. She's actually the CIA operative. It's pretty fucking simple to see. Why else would the US be trying to get her the fuck out of there? Okay, when she broke the rules and when she, like, hated America and everything like that. You know, I think she's part of the fucking CIA and she's a spy. I think she's actually a spy. And she was retarded and bought weed for some odd reason. But I think she was a spy, bro.
That's just
Of
like,
course.
That's kind of
Right? Like, look, bro, it doesn't make any sense to be trying to get a woman out of jail for weed. It only makes sense if she's really important to them. You know what I mean?
Basically, the Michael Jordan.
So basically, she's a CIA
She's
plant,
done
bro.
So much, not only for the league, for the sport, but for this country. She is a role model to millions and millions of girls around the world. One of the greatest, maybe the greatest of all time.
Isn't that her?
She deserves special treatment, okay? She deserves special treatment. She's so extremely talented.
Wait, who is Brittany Griner?
She's done
You
so
can't
much
even
for
say
young
that
girls.
with a straight face. Shut the fuck up.
And you know, we need to get her out of here. I don't think we should trade whoever we're trading. I think we should trade, someone even more important. They should
Oh,
trade-
never mind. She's
They based the movie Lord of
see,
nah, never mind, bro.
Listen, we need to
She's
find
the
someone-
she's the NBA. She's the WNBA woman who said she would beat any NBA guy, right? She said like she would beat certain pro players in a one-on-one. Yeah, never mind. Keep her in that, bro. She's retarded. We don't need her back. We don't need her back, bro. That's her, right? That's her, 100%.
It's unfortunate. That's the
I
way
think
it is.
that's
It's
her.
unfair.
Right?
We need to get
Look.
her out of here because
Brittany
without Brittany
Griner.
I mean, come on. Like, what are we gonna do?
NBA
Another,
one.
another
Isn't
very
that her?
common example was the college kid who went to North Korea.
Yeah,
ripped
bro.
down a propaganda poster.
Yeah, challenge the Marcus
and
Cousins.
he
Nah,
unfortunately
listen,
turned
hey,
into-
shut the fuck up, Datum. I'm speaking. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, if you're that fucking retarded, America doesn't need you, bro. You wanna play DeMarcus Cousins on a one-on-one because he said that you were boring or whatever the fuck? Bro, just keep her over there, bro. Listen, if I was the US, I'd pay Russia to plant the weed. I'd pay Russia to plant the weed. Keep her over there. We don't need her.
based. I wish I could go to North Korea. If I was an American living in the greatest
It's the
place
truth.
on earth, then I would want to be a North Korean.
What the fuck?
A follow-up to the question as well, somebody else pointed in chat. They are, like I said earlier, trying to trade her for an arms dealer. It is her and someone else, and they are trying to literally trade her for a convicted arms dealer. Would that be a fair trade? And should we go through with the trade, or should we just ignore it and leave her there?
Real quick, sorry ladies, I know you haven't spoken in a while. Real quick, I just want to add, a lot of times in situations like this is controversial topics, and I feel the best thing to do is to host, maybe a debate on Twitch and let the chat decide whether or not we trade for Brittany Griner or we keep the arms dealer. That's what I think is the most fair.
She's an L.
The most balanced, and I think the most sensible thing. Twitch chat is extremely intelligent, and they're going to make the right choice. Let's be honest.
Didn't this happen?
Are you simping for the entire fucking chat?
I would never simp for anyone except Qbot. Get real, idiot.
All right, ladies, what are your final words on this topic? We'll have a follow-up.
Get Brittany out of the US, bro.
Or you want me to go first?
It
Legit,
depends on
she's
what
fucking stupid.
America would get out of like the trade.
She's
Because
dumb.
I think if we would gain something, then yeah, but if not, then she's dumb as fuck for what she did, and she
Yeah,
should
she's dumb as fuck.
learn her lesson.
You know who Michael Jordan is?
Yes.
Okay, she's literally that Michael Jordan. of the
All right,
WNBA.
Ja. All right, Ja. All right. Well, go ahead.
Fuck America.
Okay. Well, one thing
Bro,
that
I would
makes
destroy
me
these
like her
people.
is like, I mean, well, she's American, and I think no matter what she said about America before, I'm proud to be an American, and I think we should go get her and rescue her. But one thing we need to keep in mind is, like, she was sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison for what she's been convicted for, and Russia would not have made that
Keep her out.
ruling.
Keep her out.
9 years for less than a
Okay,
gram.
no, then we should get her. We should get
Which
her.
is ridiculous.
Keep
right?
her out.
So, like, but Russia would not have made that ruling if it wasn't for the situation with
Keep her out.
Ukraine right now. This is a political tactic that Russia is trying to do because they know we want to go get Brittany Griner because, like Josh said, she's like the Michael
Keep
Jordan of like the female basketball league.
out.
So whatever deals are going to be made to get her back, it should be one that doesn't give advantage to Ukraine in the war. Honestly, because we've done little to nothing for the Ukrainians.
Brittany, this is what you get when your mind.
Like billions of dollars that went into a black hole. And
Yeah. So it seems to be a recurring
Black
theme
hole
that as
revenue.
Americans,
This
when we
is
go to
what
other
you
countries,
get
we
when
think the
you-
rules don't apply, right?
This is what you.
So,
Okay.
let's say for example, you know, any
Listen.
citizen.
Brittany Griner fell to the libtard agenda. She thought she could beat a man 1v1. She thought she could beat an NBA player 1v1, bro. Her mind is rotten, okay? She went to another fucking country and broke the fucking rules. Why? Because she thinks she's fucking special. Because everybody's told her in her whole life that she's special. And she's so special in her mind that she would even beat a professional player who's a man. Come on, bro. At that point, you need to learn your lesson. And you need to learn that you're not that special. And you're not that woman. You're not that person, okay? So, sit there for 9 years. It is what it is. You broke the fucking rules. It's your fucking fault, bro. It's the libtard agenda that got you fucked up, okay? And who would get you out? Would it be the libtards? Hold on. Would it be the libtards who got her out? Or is it the fucking army and all those men, right? Oh, another W for the men? What, for you to shit on them again? Hell no. L, stay in fucking jail. Stay in school, bitch. Don't leave.
Thank you. Okay.
You know who else does that, Gunnar?
It's the truth.
Right.
It's the truth.
Raiders is what I was gonna say.
It's the truth. Yeah. Also.
All right. Final points.
Bro, also, there's Americans in the fucking jail for weed, right? Like, bro. Nah, don't get her out, bro. She's an L. She's mind controlled. She's
Laws
out.
and rules for the most part. Now's the time.
I'll go next. You know, unfortunately, like I said, you know, Brittany Griner has done so much for this country, so much for the WNBA, so much for little girls around America, little black girls around
No,
America,
come on. The,
white girls,
the WNBA bleeds money. If they keep all the WNBA players in Russia, the American people actually get money, bro. That shit bleeds money. The WNBA bleeds the NBA dry, okay? So, you know what? I say plant a little bit of weed in all of that fucking shit, you know? That's what I say. That's what I say.
And you know she loves Brittany Griner, and
okay.
It would break my heart. It would break my heart.
Nobody watches
for
the
her to be
WNBA.
sent for
Women
something
don't
that
watch
she
the
did by
WNBA.
mistake. So yeah, just trade Kim Kardashian or something, and it's fine.
You know.
Thank you for the LARP, man. Thank you for the cap. All right, moving on to the ladies, who hopefully will actually take this a little more seriously. I understand you are not caught up with current events and politics, so you have to basically deflect that with
I'm literally
trolling.
so much
But
smarter
go
than
ahead.
everyone here.
You know, they always cry about nobody watching the
smart that you're
WNBA.
unaware
They
of
forget
something
that
has literally been
women
on the
don't
news
watch the
nonstop for, like,
WNBA.
last week. But
I'm
go
not
ahead.
unaware of it. Everyone else is unaware. She thinks she's actually the Michael Jordan of the WNBA.
So
bro.
you know what? She's
I'm
not
way
actually an
more aware.
athlete.
Get real, bro. I'm on a different level, man.
Holy Quail, go for it.
Okay, last comments on this subject. Well, I mean,
I would have
every
destroyed
time I
him.
moved it to a different country, they always gave us a set of rules.
I would have fucking
They
destroyed
said,
him.
these are our rules of our country. If you don't abide to them, you know, you're either going to go to prison or get fined. And Switzerland was extremely strict on those. Granted, there are cultural issues, like the British always got pulled over in Switzerland because they would drive too fast. It was just a thing. It was always, it always happened. But you know, like, but those were the rules. You have to abide to them. And Same, even like women weren't allowed to wear burqas in Switzerland, which is like, you can argue it's a religious thing and everything, but they said, no, this is our country. You, like, you know, we would like to make our country great and everyone is equal here, no burqas, for instance. And if you want to live in a great place like Switzerland, you have to abide to them. Same that goes for here in America. If you want to live here in America, you have to abide to the rules of the Constitution. Don't
I mean, it is what it is, right?
You know, committing crimes and everything. I don't like our soft on crime policies in certain liberal states. I think it's sad. I think it's ruining like some of our most beautiful cities, like San Francisco. Which is one of
No,
my
she's
favorite
saying good
cities,
things though.
and it breaks my heart.
She's
but-
saying, "Hey, Brittany,
Yeah,
take the
what
L."
can you do?
That's what she's saying.
All
She's
right,
saying, Brittany,
Cammy
take the L.
Higgins, last person, and then we're gonna end the round. Let's go.
Check out a fish, y'all.
I think it's crazy. Like 9 years is kind of crazy. If it was
9
like,
years is
you know,
long.
like maybe 1 year, like fuck that girl.
Oh, but
Like,
what, you're
9
gonna-
years is kind of crazy.
Fuck
But
that
like,
beat.
if Trump was president, I feel like she would be at home right now.
I'm 27.
Yeah, if Trump was president, we'd
like,
also
in
have
my
hating each
opinion,
other
like,
for
we
4
should
years.
just
There'd be
Biden.
no Earth if Trump
Maybe
was
if
president
it's
right now.
Biden, then it would.
There would
work
be no
out.
Ukrainian war.
I like that theory. I like that
All
theory.
right, all right. That's the end of the round. Thank you guys
broke-
once again for
she broke her jaw.
another.
She broke her
great
jaw, so she
round
can't
of
actually
Royale. Let's go ahead and get to the chat
She
vote.
can't
So,
speak properly.
actually, before we do, Stuntboy Roy coming in.
She does sound like Jill.
With the winner of the round, the winner being saved, and the winner is the Holy Quail.
What?
No. No way.
He said, and I quote, literally came in and changed the opinion of everyone else in the room, which she did initially.
That's a complete lie, but okay.
So,
Again, she doesn't. She doesn't even know.
Doesn't
She
matter.
doesn't-
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
I don't
matter.
know. I'm not the judge.
Holy Quail comes in with the win for that round, and honestly,
what
I think
Roy
I'd have,
said? Is that what Roy
I'd have
said?
to agree. That is what Roy. Roy, you can unmute yourself and you can defend yourself if you'd like.
She doesn't even know her name.
He voted for us one round. I think he's
Doesn't even
all
know
right,
what we're
so-
talking about. I'm the only one that knows her.
listen. Keep in mind, I'm muted.
You will
so
get
we
to
couldn't
vote
actually
only
hear,
for
right?
one person this time, chat. One person this
They
time between
interrupted
Cammy
me.
Hankins, Job Millionaire, and Gooner Gooch. Starting the poll now. Poll is in. So,
Vote for whoever when you want, boys.
between Gooner Gooch, Job Millionaire, and Cammy Hankins, the Holy
Vote for
Quail
whoever
is
one you
saved
guys
and
like.
moving on to the next round. I'm going to put 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the timer. Oh,
Yeah, I saw the 9 years of hard labor based.
go vote,
Listen,
go vote,
hey,
go vote. Once again,
she's gonna learn what work actually is,
twitch.tv/Datum.
right?
And right
Bro.
now, Cammy Hankins is number 1.
Listen.
Vote or click.
Listen, guys, just go over there and vote. It's actually good for the algorithm, okay? Datum had us in his show. He's a cool guy, you know? We were basically the smallest streamer there. He had us in. Let's go help him out, you know? Even if you don't know who to vote for, bro, listen, if you don't want to vote for anybody, type 4. That's it, right? Just type 4. That's it. I'm going to vote for Jamili and Guna. I like both of them. I want them to win. But you guys can type 4, bro. Just go in and type anything. No, whoever you guys like. Whoever you guys like. If you guys like Cammy, vote for Cammy, bro. I'm not gonna... Listen. Guys, I give you guys freedom in these shows when they don't matter, okay? But when it matters, we tighten that shit up, okay? You understand? Because otherwise, I choke you guys out and then you guys become weirdos. We don't like that. You guys are free. You guys are free animals. Go vote for whoever. Forget their answers, then type 4, bro. Type 4. Type the L. Actually, type the L emote. L emote because I forgot. L emote because I forgot. I think it was good. I don't know. I think she's like 30 something, dude. She has to be 30 something, right? She knows Datum, bro. Datum's an old man. I think she might be 32, 33. Right? But dude, that hair is pretty. Yeah, maybe. That hair is pretty. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That hair is pretty.
I'm very disappointed in you, Roy, but continue.
Honestly, you came in, you said your piece. You changed the minds of everyone in the room. Like
Not me.
Not you, bud.
No, of course. She doesn't even know who Brittany Griner
agree
is.
With him. She literally like told me all the information to like.
It was the wrong information. She doesn't know the name of the person we're talking about. How are you that stupid? How are you all that stupid, bro? Brittany Grinder. Like, dude, what?
Oh
like,
my
have some
gosh,
respect,
how-
bro. She's in
how
prison for 9
ironic
years,
that's her last
dumbass.
name.
You don't belong
How
here, bro. You have fucking
ironic.
80 IQ, legit.
Grinder.
Yeah, she literally changed my mind and told me all the information. She told you the wrong information, you moron.
Conspiracy theory.
Brittany fucked around and she got smoked, man. Those are street rules.
You know, it's funny. What's funny,
Yes.
like when Jaw.
Guna's right, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
Listen.
Like,
Get over it.
Listen.
Hey,
it all comes down to fuck around and find out, bro. That's all it comes down to. Legitimately, bro. Fuck around and find out.
Left, guys.
She told
1
me
in
all
chat
the
for Cammy, 2 in
information.
chat for Jaw, 3 in chat for Gunnar Gooch.
Whoa.
Twitch.tv/GigaDatum.
Listen, John.
Last chance.
That gets my vote that
Right now.
because he was funny.
Wait, can I
Bro, there's
say
no way
thanks
Jazz
for
gonna
finding
lose to
Cyber
this.
Me Too.
No,
They
bro.
told me so much about you when you lived in
Oh,
Osaka.
You are
dude.
an idiot, Cammy. You're a fucking moron. You're so
This is
stupid.
when we're
You're one
both.
of the dumbest people I've ever
Dude,
met.
we gotta keep dying, bro. We gotta keep
Poll
dying.
is
There's no way.
finished. Gunnar
No.
Gooch takes the win with 102
Whatever.
votes.
Oh, what a
Cammy.
dumbass fucking reject.
Cammy
No,
is
bro.
actually in second place with 80 votes, which means Jaw.
Congratulations, chat, for self-reporting,
man.
you fucking imbeciles. Holy shit, you're fucking stupid. God damn. She told me all the information. She can't pronounce the person we're talking about name right, man. She don't give a fuck about Brittany Griner,
Go,
man.
Ja, go.
Thanks, Jaw. We, you know what? Chat might not love you, but I do, buddy.
Let me be honest. Of course, chat doesn't like me.
Honestly-
They have the same IQ as Cammy. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You'll have your time when I'm done, you stupid bitch. Anyway, like I was saying, there's a number
Bro,
of things
Guna
I can say
wins
to
this
Cammy.
one.
What a disgrace of our humanity. You are pathetic. You are a complete and fucking utter moron. And if you legitimately picked her over me, so are you. You know what I mean? This just
W
backs
job,
up what
bro.
I
He
thought
was
about
funny.
Twitch chat all along. You guys are complete fucking imbeciles, man. And the fact that
agree.
you even picked Gunnar over me too, bro, for this topic. They have no idea. He literally self-reported. They both self-reported the minute they had no idea what they're
Thanks,
talking about.
Jaw.
It doesn't matter.
Twitch.tv slash
Suck
what
my
again?
dick. You are garbage. Fuck you.
Twitch.tv
I don't want none of you
slash what?
fucking trash. I don't give a fuck. I don't want none of you trash. None of you trash ever come to my stream.
Love you,
None of
love you, Jaw.
garbage,
Love you.
fucking-
World of Warcraft pro that can't
Go, Ja, go.
All right, guys. Final 3: Gunnar Gooch, Cammy Hankins, the Holy Quail.
Well,
The
love
Holy
triangle,
Quail, Gunnar
left
Gooch, and
hand.
Cammy
Well,
Hankins. How we doing on time?
content's
All right,
gone.
Still under 3 hours? Nice. Okay.
Feels like a dating
So,
show right now.
We're
content's
getting
gone.
there.
Might as well leave.
Oh gosh, Gunnar, if only you fucking wish, man, my friends.
I suck at you dating. I need to go on your exposure therapy, Gunnar. I need to go on your exposure therapy dating. That was
She's been
fantastic.
watching. She's been watching.
All right, all right. So, we're gonna change things up a bit. Next question.
That was
Next
good.
question. Who is the most overrated Twitch streamer?
Wait,
Who
can you
is the
repeat
most overrated Twitch streamer?
Fawson!
We're gonna
He's
start
boring
the
as shit!
rounds.
Fawson
We're
is
gonna
boring
put-
as shit!
Let me
He's boring as
see.
shit! He's dead! He's dead!
Let's
I don't
see.
even think he's alive! I don't even think he's
We're gonna
alive,
do
bro! Listen,
8
at least
minutes.
Hassan fucking speaks, bro. Fawson is garbage. The worst streamer on this fucking platform, by far.
That is
Also because Fawson had potential and he killed all of it. That's why. Fuck him.
All right, Gunnar, are you gonna save your answer, or are you gonna let us?
Fawson,
Gonna let us hear it?
L.
I'm gonna let her
He would never climb to being a 10k Andy if he wasn't already a massive fucking streamer. He's so fucking overrated. It's his chat. His chat is the good thing. It's not Fawson.
They're leading you down a dark path. The streamers like XQC who just pop a fucking Adderall and stream 18 hours a day and you're watching another grown man watch YouTube videos, that is mentally damaging to you. What I see in a Twitch streamer, I see a Twitch streamer that can elevate his community.
Yes.
Someone like John
Goon is
Zerman,
right.
who leads his community through repetition, red pill repetition. Datum, who leads his community through reason and thought and strength and good optics. That's what I look for in a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
So when you have someone that's scraping the fucking barrel when it comes to their content, their entertainment value, I find it disgusting when a streamer literally preys on their loser audience to
All
have
the
to
sleep
watch them
streamers.
watch YouTube videos and be not entertaining and get money thrown at them.
All the
So I
sleep
think
streamers,
that
all the
vast
slot
majority of
streamers.
the top streamers on Twitch
Yep.
are overrated. OTK comes to mind. Those people literally live on fucking vacation mode, it seems like. The young streamers that are coming up and the streamers that stay in the trenches the whole entire time, those are the ones I respect. So all of the top streamers
You're
are
right.
overrated. There are very few. Trainwreck comes to mind like a real streamer.
No.
He's maybe one of the few.
He's
that's,
boring
like,
now.
respectable,
Trainwreck is
real
boring now.
top-of-the-line
No.
streamer. The rest of them
Boring.
are a bunch of fucking pussies
No.
that would betray you at a fucking moment's notice if you became bad out there.
Listen, Trainwreck is a good guy, but he's boring
Alright,
as shit
Gunnar
now.
Gooch going
and
in
Cam Canute
fucking
is really
hard.
good. Okay,
Cammy
Cam
Hankins,
Canute is
how you
really
gonna
good, bro.
follow that?
Yo, this is
I
This
feel
is
like
Trainwreck's
it's kind of
getting 3
obvious
million.
about Amaranth.
This
She
is
just
Trainwreck's
kinda
getting 2
goes
million.
in there,
This is
and
Trainwreck's
she
getting
sits in the
10
hot
million.
tub and she does, you know, things because she's a female and she can. And I think it's ridiculous the amount of money that she makes.
Yeah.
And
She's
that
right.
people literally probably give her their entire paychecks.
She's
She can go in
changing.
there and learn absolutely nothing.
She's changing for 3
It's a
hours.
sin to watch her.
She's
by the
changing
way.
for 3
Oh,
hours.
shit.
She's right. She's
And-
right.
Honey, oh my God, you're
right.
growing on me.
You've been on me, like you've been there.
Hey, shut the fuck up. They don't need to know.
Sorry. But yeah, Amaranth.
She's right.
Amaranth.
Said.
Anybody else that comes to mind, maybe?
Cam Canute has been doing great, bro. Amaranth is garbage.
Maybe
If you're a woman
like-
and you watch Amaranth to get viewers, right? To learn how to get more viewers, you won't do it right. You won't do it like you won't learn anything. Same
Don't
for
talk about
Forsen.
Nina like that. Okay,
Same
come
for
on.
Forsen.
No, she's cool. She wasn't like doing any weird.
And honestly, same for Trainwreck.
What she is.
Honestly,
All
same
right,
for
what about
Trainwreck.
the Holy Quell?
If you watch a
This
streamer
might be a little,
and you don't learn how to grow to be as big as them,
unfair to
they're
Holy Quell.
boring
She is
and they're
relatively
fucking
new to Twitch, so
overrated.
keep that in mind. So the Holy Quell.
I like.
Do you have anybody that comes in mind? You know, I know you.
I like SSU when he doesn't do slots. He's good.
You can
When he
say
doesn't do
obviously
slots. When he's
Amaranth or
doing
any of the
slots,
other
it's garbage.
streamers Like
You would
Gunnar
get.
Gooch had already
if you-
mentioned, but yes.
If you copied him doing the slots things, you would get 0 viewers.
I was going to say Amaranth. Literally, I was going to say Amaranth, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm just piggybacking off of Cammy, but no. Amaranth is always at the top of my recommendations list, and I have no idea why. Because
Yeah, she doesn't
the
do anything.
streams that I enjoy watching are I don't know why.
I've never watched
She's
Asana, I don't
on
know.
My recommendation list because literally all I see are boobs and butts. Like literally, like tits and ass is all I see on her stream. And like Cammy said, like I don't get anything out from her
And it's
stream. Do not
fake
lead
tits,
with
fake tits,
anything that
and maybe a
makes
fake ass.
my
So
life any better or makes me anything of a better person.
You don't learn how to be a better streamer. You don't learn anything.
Your streams, Datum, because you always
Useless.
try to teach us something about politics. You always like even just telling us your life stories. It's insightful. It's entertaining, and I always leave really engaged and really like energized.
Look.
It's like the best.
I don't like Hassan, but I don't think he's overrated like Amaranth, like Old Greek, whenever he would be like this. Like all the slot streamers, like all the sleep streamers, I don't think he's overrated. You know, I think he actually puts in a good amount of work. Do I agree with his views? No. I think he's a fucking hypocrite. I don't like him. But hey, as a streamer, he's not that bad. As a person, I think he's fucking terrible. But as a streamer, I don't think he's bad. I think Forsen is a bad streamer. Now, he's a bad streamer. Greek God X, a couple of months ago, was a bad streamer. Like, just bad streamer. 0 viewer Andy. Amaranth, bad streamer, bro. She's never on fucking camera. Like...
All right, so with that said, we got a little bit of time left. So, aside from anyone who's associated with this Royale, who would you think is the most underrated streamer, or a streamer that you would like to shout out that you have respect for?
MiniDonbee. Karantos and Sarah's the God.
No, that were not on this Royale. That were
Right
not
there.
on this Royale.
Right there. That's
Gunnar?
the truth.
Wait, what's the question?
Who would you, so we have a little bit of time left, so
John?
who would you say is underrated on Twitch, and who would you like to shout
John is underrated, but he's already kind of up there. You know what I mean? But bro, Saros gets 8 viewers. Karantos gets like 3 viewers. I usually don't get 30-something viewers.
And this might sound like dick riding.
Let's be honest.
But I genuinely enjoy your
Not
streams.
associated with Royale, but thank you.
No, like I genuinely want to tell you this. I respect you as a person. you have this like inability to be a bad guy at the end of the day, and I respect that about you because
Wait, Balder was underrated.
Bad guy territory. So your stream first and foremost, but underrated streamer, I think.
I like entertaining streamers more.
Honestly, I think there's a lot of underrated streamers out there, and they're never gonna see the light of day because they don't have the cutthroat attitude that it takes to get to the top.
Yeah, I know K99, but hey, we're going on the E-dates, we're going on these shows.
You're not gonna go very far to the
We're
top
going.
of the line on Twitch.
We're
And if
climbing,
you do,
man.
You're gonna lose a part of yourself. So I'd say
Climbing.
a lot of underrated streamers stay within like the 500 to the 3,000 range on Twitch.
All right, Cammy.
So there's this one streamer. He's literally nuts. He just started streaming. His name is Blood Moon Scott. This dude is so crazy.
Oh,
he
God.
literally like drinks toilet
Oh,
water.
you lost me.
Puts like his mouth on his friends' private areas. Like does some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Like
Cammy, he's a fucking. Oh my god.
I don't think
You're like
that's
that kid
good
who,
for
like,
content,
coach
though.
Basketball for kids. You do.
I don't think that's good for content.
bro, I just
Yeah.
know that he told me all this crazy
Look,
stuff.
All right, interesting
Look.
choice. Interesting choice. The Holy
Blood Moon is a thing. Blood Moon is
Yes, I
Jackass.
think the most
Blood Moon
underrated
is Jackass.
one is someone that just joined Twitch. I think in
You
like,
watched
the
the
last
movie?
month. His name is Matt Chesko.
Get fucking destroyed by ads. L Machescope, whatever the fuck. Keep coping, bitch. Keep coping. Anyways, I was gonna say Max Cope, or whatever the fuck his name was, bro. Get fucked. Anyways, what was I saying, bro? What was I saying? Oh, okay. Blood Moon, bro. Blood Moon. He's good in the way Jackass is good. Like, you watch a Jackass movie every 4 years, but every day watching a Jackass movie is boring as shit. You're like, okay, yeah, this is too much. This is too much. You know what I mean? Blood Moon is good in like certain moments, but man, I've tried to watch a stream when he's not the Blood Moon Scott. He's boring as shit. He's boring as shit. There's a reason why he does the Blood Moon thing.
To like streaming, and he only gets like.
It's
5
repetitive,
viewers, but,
it's
like,
predictable,
he'll stream all day, and he has, like, a
and if he
schedule.
doesn't do that-
basically does everything, and he's like content to watch, but like he just doesn't have the views. But it's really entertaining, and he's like one of the few
Who?
people that I actually watch.
Who?
Okay, nice.
Ah!
Well, that's
Nobody
good
asked.
answers, guys, for both the underrated and overrated. So thank you very much. That concludes the round for Gooner Gooch, Cammy Hankins, and the Holy Quail. So now we're this final. Last 2 rounds, we're going to do Twitch poll. So now we have less than 5 Twitch poll. So I'm going to go ahead and start the poll now. We have 3 minutes on the poll. Vote who you want to keep, not kick. Keep.
Listen,
not
Gooner was great the whole
kick.
show.
Twitch.tv/GigaDatum to make your vote. Who do you want to keep,
Datum. Gooner just has to win.
not kick, guys. Keep, not kick. Go, vote. 3 minutes right now. Go. And even though it does not matter, Stunt Boy Roy, do you have any inputs on the round? I know you're new to Twitch and you don't really know anybody, so probably not. But by all means, you're welcome to
Yeah.
cam up and, you know, maybe if you've came across
when
on Twitch in the last few days that you've liked or that you thought was interesting,
That's
or
what
maybe
he
you just
says.
comment on Twitch in general, my friend.
That's what he says. MiniDonbee is gonna say.
Honestly, the whole community of Twitch has been nothing but good vibes for me, and I'm super happy to be a part of it. I don't really know anyone except for the people that I've met here today and the people
Who are the
that
best?
I personally know in real life. Feels kind of a cop-out to give a shout-out to the people that I know personally, though, so I'm just gonna stick it out.
His camera
Right on,
follows
man.
him
So once
too,
again,
right?
guys, vote who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick. You're not doing the numbers anymore. Now that we're down to the final 5, you're going to be just voting on the channel page on twitch.tv/GigaDatum.
He's got that Japanese technology, bro. The camera follows his face.
Now, Gunnar Gooch in the lead with 89 votes. The Holy Quail in second place. Cammy
Hold
in
on.
third with
When
30
he moves
votes.
a little-
Go vote twitch.tv/GigaDatum, guys. Go ahead and vote.
Move, bro.
And once again, Roy, man, thank you very much. By the way, you're I loved having you around for those for those saviors. That's initially what I was going to do with someone else. They did not show, so I appreciated you. Even though you got eliminated, I was looking forward to hearing more of your takes, but man,
Go ahead.
thanks.
Name
I don't know.
them, Datum. Who didn't show? Who's the pussy?
Yeah.
Somebody not associated with Twitch, that's why.
Oh.
That's the whole point.
My bad. I thought it was a Q-bot.
No. So yeah, so see the point.
We'll see if we can.
Bro,
we'll
Gunnar
see if we can
deserves
stick
to
it out a
win.
little
Come
bit
on.
longer.
Right on, man. Yeah, I love to get more people who don't know anybody to make those judgments. So.
Look, I don't know. Hopefully he does this more because John is gonna be doing a Royale tomorrow. There's a Royale tomorrow, boys. Big one.
Underrated. At that point, it was like the most underrated like Twitch streamer.
I thought it was like the weirdest person.
The weirdest.
Oh, the weirdest.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's
I mean, you
why.
probably got that. That would probably be correct. Yes. Votes. What's up, guys? Go vote. Twitch.tv/GigaDame to get your vote in.
Also,
Gunnar Gooch, Holy Quail, Kami Hankins. By all means,
another guy
it
who's
is all
I
in the
think
Twitch
underrated.
poll. And,
Josh Belma.
What we got? Looks like probably 20 seconds left.
Josh Belma, bro.
Doing on the final round.
I saw that guy in that show, that 10K show, and I thought that guy was hilarious. He was on the level of Gunnar. He was on the level of Ja. I thought that guy was winning along with Heel Mike and along with Datum. You guys remember that shit? That Josh Belmont guy? He's really good too, man. He's a good entertainer. He's a funny guy. I think, yeah, the Johnny Depp guy. Yes, that Johnny Depp guy. Yes, he's underrated, but I mean, he's got like 300 viewers, so I kind of don't count him, but I think he's a good 300 viewer, Andy.
Having you on.
There's not that many good of them.
Final three. So go ahead and shout yourself out.
Okay, but what if
I was really impressed.
Then I right click and I hit this thing that's in red called disconnect.
But for me right now,
what if
most
you can
underrated,
down and stick around if you want.
Tarantos and Sarah's the God.
Okay, I hope.
It's
No,
right.
I'm
I have that
considering.
effect on people.
I hope.
I'm considering underrated, like fucking 20 viewer Andy, 30 viewer Andy, 40 viewer Andy, that I think has potential to be like 20,000 viewer Andy, you know, 1,000 times. That's why I'm not choosing John. Right? John shouldn't be a 700 viewer Andy, of course he shouldn't. But is he gonna be a 700,000 viewer Andy? You know what I mean? I'm thinking of people who are gonna 1,000x their shit. Right? That's why I'm not picking Gunnar anymore or Ja.
5 minutes on the timer.
But they
final
definitely
round,
could do
down to the
10K.
Holy Quail.
Definitely.
And Gunnar,
Definitely.
who would have thought? The
But
two
bro,
lovebirds.
Saros
I know.
Saros at 8 viewers is an attack on my mental, man. And Carantos at like 3 viewers, also an attack on my mental.
I made it a special. I didn't know how to ask you on a date, so I had Datum put together this whole entire debate royale just so you and me could be in the finals and get some alone time, you know.
Look, he's so good.
Set the mood with the lighting change.
Oh.
Also,
So
I'm
romantic.
so flattered. I should change my lighting too.
also,
Yes, you should.
did you guys notice that Gunnar and Ja didn't even attack me? There's a reason why they don't attack me. They know our power, boys. They know our power.
Like that's just
Buddy,
like turn on.
listen. Calm down, Gunnar. Calm down,
It's
Gunnar.
the truth. They didn't attack me ever.
Calm down, Gunnar.
You guys notice that?
All right, everybody. So, do we want a lighthearted question or do we
They
want
know I come
a
for the
more
head.
debate style question?
The smart.
Do we want something fun or do we want something debate heavy? I'm gonna let Holy Quail pick because she's the underdog.
I'm the underdog. Oh gosh, this can go either way. Because I love intellectual conversations, but I also love making a fool of myself if need be.
Bro, intellectual
All right, tell you what, I
conversations
will
are
ask
boring.
both, and then you can answer whichever
Because
one
it's
you'd
like two
like or
people
both if you'd
jacking
like, okay?
themselves off. It's like,
I like
okay,
it.
I get it,
I
bro.
like
Just make me
COVID
laugh,
has a
entertain me.
roughly 98% survival rate, whether it be monkeypox, another strain of COVID, or some other new pandemic. What
Oh, no.
mortality rate would you think justifies more lockdowns and mask mandates in the future, if any? Once again, the question. COVID has a roughly 98% survival rate, whether it be monkeypox, another strain of COVID, or some other new pandemic. What mortality rate would you think justifies more lockdowns and mask mandates in the future, if any? Also, the lighthearted question is what your favorite movie is and why.
That's such a you question.
All right, so which one of you wants to take the lead?
Honestly, I could answer both.
Go ahead, my man.
All right,
Starting
so
the timer
COVID
now.
one,
Go
when
ahead.
it comes to locking down,
Something
I think
in the
it does
90th
irreparable
percentile,
damage
dude.
to the youth of the society. Because with COVID, we were sold the idea that we're locking down to take care of the older people in the world. We were sacrificing our youth and their experiences to take care of the older people who are more at risk for COVID. So I think that was a
not
massive
wrong.
injustice that we would lock down everything regarding our social lives and all this bullshit, and it did irreparable damage to people, and people are not going to recover from that. The people that became shut-ins, like they ruined their high school experience, they're not gonna be able to take that time back. Time is our most invaluable resource, so that's what we have to focus on. We should never allow that to happen again. Favorite movie, I would say
Also-
it's a toss-up. I like trilogies, okay? I like
Also-
big series. I would say it's either Transformers,
Look, if you're gonna-
Lord of the Rings,
if you're gonna
or
ask a
Pirates
question
of the
like that-
Caribbean, or Harry Potter. But honestly, Lord of the Rings and
I'll
Harry
give you my
Potter
answer
are
when
just
it
a little
ends,
bit
when it
higher
ends.
than those, and I'd say that Lord of the Rings just kind of
Ooh.
eats over Harry Potter, just in a little bit. But it's my guilty pleasure for Harry Potter, but Lord of the Rings top of the line.
Lord of the Rings, yep.
All right, holy quail, go for it.
Okay, I love these two questions. Okay. Lockdowns, there's no place for lockdowns, regardless of the amount of deaths. Like
Huh?
you said, it's caused
Ooh,
irreparable
Ooh,
damage
I don't know
to
about
the
that.
youth, to our psychosis.
I don't know about
everything.
that,
And this
bro.
is coming from someone who's actually, I was in quarantine way before COVID even started, because 4 years ago I was in a coma with a brain virus, and I developed an autoimmune disease because of it. I had
What?
less white blood cells than a cancer patient on daily doses of chemotherapy.
Oh my
so
God.
when the lockdowns happened, I had already been in quarantine. Like that was my life.
Oh my God.
And I can tell you, by being in quarantine for that long, it affects you profoundly and like psychologically and emotionally. I was insanely depressed and so insanely alone, and I would never wish that on anyone. And also, I actually caught COVID. Being 100% in lockdown, I caught it through the vent system of my apartment from my neighbor.
We gotta get you
So,
to the
you know-
suburbs.
Yeah, I gotta get to the suburbs, exactly.
I mean-
And I live in Florida, and I'm very grateful for our governor that kept our businesses open. That's like why a lot of people from California fled over here to Florida, because our governor instated freedom and
Dude.
like, you know, and opened our schools. He understood the importance of children
Hold
going
on.
back to school and not being in lockdown. So for that, I am very, very
She
grateful
caught it
for
from the
Governor
vent
DeSantis.
system?
And as for my favorite movies, I'm not copying off of you, Gunnar. My favorite movies are like Pirates of the Caribbean, and Harry Potter. I literally could
Lord of the
narrate
Rings, bro,
every
that
single
movie's so
word
good.
in all the movies.
Those
by
three
heart.
movies
I
are so
would
good.
sit in the school bus, and everyone would have wouldn't have earphones or anything, and I would just I would narrate all the words. I would be like, I should have known you would have been here, Professor Dumbledore.
Okay.
Like
Oh
literally.
Okay, she's going cringe mode now. Listen. Bro, if she caught COVID from the vents, right? Dude, it's good. Look, I don't like the lockdowns. Okay? But dude, if the flu virus went down to like 1%, right? And COVID was like 97%, bro, that is so much more ridiculously viral. You know what I mean? Like, dude, if you can catch that shit from the vents, good thing you weren't getting spat on by people, dude. Like, legitimately. What the
in
fuck?
The character development and the plot development.
Also,
and that's why I love it.
I think the lockdowns were too much
Wait,
So it has
what's it about?
in a lot of
You've
places.
Got Mail. It has Tom Hanks.
But
He's gonna be watching it tonight, like no cap.
You're 35.
But,
You don't need to be saying no cap.
Oh man,
No,
that's
that
fucking
movie-
awesome.
I'm
I'm
gonna be honest.
Listen.
That movie looks like it sucks. No, not anything.
Yeah, no,
Bro.
it is.
It's before your time, Gunnar. Before your time, buddy.
Definitely before my time.
Yeah.
All right. So, before the final vote, go ahead and if you want to conclude on pretty much
I'll
everything
tell you the,
we've talked about, if you want to have one final note to say,
when it ends, I'll
before
tell you my
the
view
decision,
on it.
now is your time. And of course, we're gonna start with Gunnar, and then we'll let Holy Quail finish it off.
She's 35
Why do you
apparently.
deserve to win, and
Bro, look at the way she moves.
by all means,
Bro, she
please
goes.
recognize the Holy Quail.
Is there a prize pool?
She moves
Is there a prize pool? Not
so
for this-
flirty. You know what I mean, bro? It's
Well,
like,
honestly, I fought
dude,
well.
men move like this,
Holy
bro.
Grail,
I'm
I
like,
actually respect you a lot.
I'm like this, bro. I'm like this.
Your
She's like,
opinions line up very well with mine, and I can tell that you have some good influences in your life, and that made me very happy to know that you and your
look at
mom-
that, look at that,
That's what I.
bro.
do.
Instead of
It
just
made me
going,
very
huh?
disappointed to
She
hear that,
goes,
actually.
I do it for the mother-daughter combos, and I'm glad you girls.
You know, she looks around and she goes.
But thank you, Holy Quail. You're literally an FBI.
You turn to her and she goes.
Falling for it. Nice try, FBI. You can't invent a woman.
Like, come on, bro.
Perfect, and I'm not gonna fall for it. Okay, trust me. Nice try, FBI.
She's got that seduction movement down, dude.
Final words before.
Yeah, she's got this. Everything is flirty about her, dude. Everything is soft. It's like.
Just like, don't worry, Gunnar. I am too perfect.
Everything is nice and soft.
I'm the first person to think that.
You know what I mean?
I think that's why I'm still single. But what's it called? But yes, no, I am just so grateful to be on this
Wait,
round.
a group
to be
one?
able
What the
to
fuck is that?
meet people that I've admired for so long, like you, Gunnar. I got to chat with Cam more. We were on an e-date the other day, and I just wish I could have talked to her more. So I was happy I got to see that.
Said nothing about me again.
Everyone was just fantastic, and even Roy. I mean,
these women sleeping on us, boys.
You always told me stories about Roy, and I finally get to meet Roy, so I was really happy about that.
What about Mini, bro?
Even if I don't win, I am just so.
And what about the Don, huh? I want to know.
I think I was gonna get this far.
Bro, she talked about Nina. She didn't even talk about me. What the
I'm
fuck?
immensely grateful for everyone who tuned into my stream and voted for me. Honestly, it just means the world to me. I can't stop smiling. But yeah, so no matter what happens, I already feel like a winner, so thank you for that.
Oh, you already feel like a winner? Okay, I'll vote Guna then.
What's going on here?
I'll vote Guna.
Shut up, dude. No, we are not. We met when I was on tour, actually, when she was living in Phoenix, and I was performing in Phoenix. So, long story short. But, by the way, guys,
Bro,
so we'll get into that in a sec. But
when he
Twitch
says
poll is on,
performing-
Twitch poll. So go to twitch.tv.
When he says I'm a performer, all I can think about is he's like a sex guy.
The second version of.
You're like, oh yeah,
the
I was
unpopular
performing
opinion.
and
Who was going to win?
Oh, you did theater? No, I didn't do
Holy
theater.
Quail
Oh, I
Gunnar
see.
Gooch. Gunnar Gooch has been in the lead this entire Royale, it seems like. And I would love to see Holy Quail pull up and upset. Let's see if Twitch chat has farm boys from Gunnar Gooch's chat, or
Bro.
if they have eyes and ears and can actually vote for who they
Yeah, he's
want
a gigolo.
to see take home the
She
title.
already feels like a winner. So you know what, bro? I know Guna has mental problems. You know? So I'm voting for I'm voting for Guna. Cause he doesn't
Well,
feel
guys,
like a
so once
winner.
again, go
She already
vote,
feels
go
like a
vote,
winner.
go vote.
And 2022, it's about feeling like a winner. It's not actually winning. So let's make Guna feel like a winner, huh?
How you feeling so far? Because it's pretty 9, 10, 11, 12. It's only like what, 12? That's not too bad for
She's
you, right?
seductive, dude.
Oh.
That's how a girl.
Too bad.
Listen, guys pick game, girls move. You know, girls with good game, they move. You know, they look at you and they go.
This was a piece I made that actually the design went on a
They
t-shirt,
you know
for
what I mean?
Operation Underground Railroads. That's a non-profit organization that goes to rescue children from sex trafficking. And so people can find that on my about and
Yeah, that's a woman with game right there.
Support a good cause.
That's what a woman with game looks like.
The whole flirting thing, but that's something that I believe that women are
Yeah.
trying to bring beauty into this world.
Yeah, the other girls on Twitch.
Put that much beauty and that much
Listen,
onto a can.
the other girls on Twitch are guys. Okay, they're dudes. She's super feminine. Why do you think she? Instead of saying, she just.
Touch when it comes to the art they make, and I just hope that I can have a woman that can fill my home with something as beautiful as that.
It's so great that you bring that up because I actually always
Gunnar.
wanted to make.
You know,
I've never seen
Gunnar.
Gunnar like this before. Like it's kind of, I don't even know how to handle him.
Skrills.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to bring you around more often, Holy Quail, just to keep him in check.
Dude, I've told you for many years, Datum, I'm an asset.
Oh, I've known this for many years. You didn't have to tell me.
Here's the thing, Quail. I'm used to fucking around with.
Look
girls
at that, bro.
They buy a canvas and they smoke some weed and they put some shitty little painting.
But I'm sorry, you think her head needs her
Yours
arm
is
like this?
art.
You
That
think
belongs
she
on a
needs to
fucking
do
painting
this?
Or on a wall. These girls, they're just painting like finger painting.
No.
It's disgusting. I butter them up with it like, oh yeah, you did great, honey. That really speaks to me. But yours actually does speak to me.
Oh.
Yeah, she's got game.
So much.
She's got. Look
Chat
at that.
has voted. Chat has voted.
Bro, she's got game. She's got
I didn't even
game.
bear to look. I didn't even look.
She's got game.
The winner of the second version of the unpopular
She's
opinion
flirting, bro.
goes to The Holy Quail.
She's not nervous.
With 164 votes compared to 63 by Gooner.
She's flirting.
Gooch. The Holy Quail, congratulations, you have won the second version of the Unpopular Opinion, first time on, practically new to Twitch, beating Gooner Gooch in the final round despite him being in the lead the entire fucking Royale.
She was good. Also,
I think she's muted.
Also, that answer was a little too based. Her answer of what would justify a lockdown, and she's like, nothing.
You know, I think this is like the first time that Gooner Gooch is not raging from losing, and he's actually smiling. Like, look at this puppy dog smile he's got.
I think that's too based. Too based.
So
That's pushing too based.
Oh, the Holy Quail. How do you feel?
I'm like shaking because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna beat Gooner. There's no way. There's no way. And I was very happy just to get to this round. Like I was saying, I was just so happy just to be here and to be on your rail. And
No, you did good. I liked all your answers.
Yeah, even like 99 mortality, she's like, nope. Nope. Give me freedom or give me death.
Questions that made me think harder, and that's how I was able
Well, I'll
to
give you
come up
freedom
with
and death,
better
I guess.
answers. So it wouldn't have been the same without you, Gooner. I thank you so much.
I know. All right, I'll let you.
You guys are sweet. Gooner Gooch, my friend.
We're fine.
Always a pleasure to have you around, dude. You're a
Next
fucking
time I'm
W.
on.
Twitch.tv
Next time I'm on, I'm
/Gooner
going.
Gooch. Hey, man, thank you. Go ahead and shout yourself out. Say your last words of peace. And we.
/Gooner Gooch, Instagram.com/Gooner Gooch.
Next time. Next time I'm pulling all the cards, boys.
Very good structure too. I like the questions.
Yeah, I like that.
Some of the people, they didn't like the questions, so they kind of zoned out, but we had some heavy hitters tonight that were able to kind of reignite.
Yeah, we did have some heavy fucking hitters, bro. You had MiniDonbee.
Trying to balance it out.
If I'm in, you always have heavy hitters.
Right on, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And the Holy Quail winner.
Let's talk about the show and the questions. Dude, I think the show was actually really good. I would love it if John did something like this, dude. I enjoyed myself. Did you guys have a good time, bro? This is exactly what I meant, right? This is exactly what I meant as a good Royale, bro. Boom. You drop the questions, right? There's a little bit of flirting going on, but it's never, it's never, you know, just circling and circling and circling and circling, right? You have certain topics, you have certain times. Not chaotic, bro. It's a linear progression. You know, I think this is really good. Yeah, not bad for an admitted pedo. Slippery, thank you for the follow. Dude, it was good. I think this is how you should run a show. I think this is good. I think it's good. You know? There were moments where people were ranting, right? There were moments where people were ranting. There were moments where people went 1v1. I think this was great, dude. I think this was fantastic. Right? Like, it had everything. It had the flirting, bro. It had the good answers, the memes, the jokes, the 1v1s, the 2v1s, you know? Back and forth. It was great. Nice, concise. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I liked it. I liked it. And I like that there was structure. You know? Beginning, middle, and end. That's good. Because honestly, with the John Royales, dude, you never know what's the beginning, what's the middle, what's the end. You never know, bro. Like, you'll come on at 3 a.m. and there's 5 people on. Then you'll be 5 a.m. and there's 10 people on. And you're like, what the fuck? Then it's fucking like 10 a.m. or whatever, and nobody's there, and it's just John speaking about flat Earth. And you're like, oh, I thought it was a Royale. You know? Yeah. You gotta keep the structure. You gotta keep it structured. It's a good show. It was a good show, bro. I enjoyed myself. Everybody enjoyed it. You guys enjoyed it. There were funny moments. There were, you know, Yeah. Yeah. I like this, bro. You don't like the contestant shit talking? I like the spice, bro. I like the spice. I think the spice is fine. The spice is good because you can get some funny moments out of it, right? You can get some funny moments out of it. I would just look. I would love it if John just added structure, added a little bit of structure to his royales, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to listen. He doesn't want to add structure to his royales. But what I tell him is like, bro, people will like come at a certain hour and they're confused as to what's going on because sometimes there's like royale energy and sometimes like we're flirting with the people. Sometimes we're answering questions about like recent topics. The next hour we're answering questions about men and women. You know what I mean? It's too amorphous. Too amorphous. Nice and concise. Couple of questions. Boom. Good show. Yeah. Good show. Totally want AFK for this? Ah, that's fine. Yes, Okas, I agree. Okas, I agree. It's good to derail, but you gotta bring it back. The thing with John's is usually it derails and it derails into a different topic and then it derails into another topic and it derails into another topic and then somebody's flirting and then two people are fighting and then everybody gets muted and then nobody gets muted. It's like so much chaos. Yeah. That's what I think. I think Datum was a great host, dude. I think Datum was a great host. And also, I'm gonna say, bro, listen, if you're gonna do like those questions, like the I'm not ungrateful, bro. I'm not ungrateful. I'm not ungrateful. I love John. And I'm thankful for him getting me on the Royales, but I think his Royales would grow if they had a certain structure, dude. He's structuring them now a little bit more. Like tomorrow, guys, there's gonna be a Royale, apparently. I'll be on, right? A lot of people are gonna be on. Yeah, tomorrow, hopefully we can get a good show. And like this, what Datum did was great, dude. Like 3 hours. Everybody knows when the Royale is gonna happen. I think that's good, bro. Because sometimes John is like out of content and he's like, okay, you know what? Hey, Royale. Let's do a Royale. He brings 5 people on and 10 minutes later he's like, nope, no more Royale. And it's like, bro, what's going on? You know? You know what I mean? I think it would do so good, bro. If he just Wednesdays, Royale. Or Mondays, Royale. Tuesdays, Royale. Like a certain day. Royale day. And he brings a couple of questions. You can derail a little. You can joke around a little. But he brings us back, you know? He brings us back. I think that's good. Because here we derailed, right? And we were brought back. I think this was a great show, dude. Yeah, I think this was a great show. Right? I think John is like a funnier guy. But he's not as good of an organizer, obviously. Right? That's basically it. And also, dude, when she said, I will say the topics like the mortality rate, like it's too simple. Yeah, you have to lead the team, yeah. Look, I think that mortality question of like how high does it need to be for there to be lockdowns? Well, it depends, right? Because like, for example, if it doesn't kill you, but it fucks you up for your whole life, that could even be worse for some people. Like, imagine, I don't know, dude. Imagine an illness that fucks you up for your whole life and your skin is super sensitive for your whole life. It doesn't kill you, but it makes your skin super sensitive. Bro, that sounds like hell. You know what I mean? And for those, like, mortality wouldn't matter as much, right? And it's like, okay, it's not a mortal thing, but it'll fuck you up for life. You know? So it's a complicated answer. And with, like, COVID, when they were saying that people were kind of getting their lungs fucked up for life, or at least chronically, you know? And also, dude, also what matters is if there's not enough beds to take care of people, if the mortality isn't that high, it doesn't really matter if you're taking a lot of space, right? You know what I mean? Like, if the mortality is basically zero, if the mortality is zero, if you don't go to a hospital, no, my bad. If the mortality is zero, if you go to a hospital, it's still a problem. You know what I mean? Even if it has 100% success rate for them to fix you in the hospital, you still need to go to the hospital and you still take on a lot of resources. You know? So I don't think mortality is the only thing that should be weighed. And I also think that the people who you are trying to like rein in are very important. For example, the Japanese, you could tell the Japanese that, guys, put on masks and lock down, and they will do it. They will listen to you. But you cannot tell a rebel people like the Americans to do it, because they will rebel against it. Just be like, guys, like, Fridays, we're gonna close the bar a lot sooner. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna close the bar sooner, and we're gonna put a restriction on the amount of people that can go to the bars and things like that, right? You restrict other than just like say no, nobody's leaving, because nobody will listen to you. If you restrict it, people are like, okay, I won't go this week, but I'll go next week. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know how to work with the people that you have. If you have a rebel people, like I said, the Americans, they're not going to listen to you if you try to choke them the fuck out, right? They're just not going to listen to you. So, yeah, I mean, those are my views, man, on that. And also, dude, listen, hey, if she caught COVID from a fucking vent, Jesus Christ, man. Like, if she caught COVID from the vent from the neighbor, dude, that's a really, really, like, you know, that's a really potent virus, dude. That is not your normal virus, you know? Bro, if you can catch that shit after the whole vent system, like, fuck, imagine what happens when somebody coughs right in front of your face. Nah, but I wouldn't know the exact number. It would depend on the people. It would depend on the people, to be honest. And yeah, definitely not just a mortality rate, bro, because if somebody who breaks their leg can't get a bed because you have COVID and now their leg gets infected and they have to cut their leg off, that's kind of somewhat on you too. You know what I mean? Like, that guy would have gotten his legs fixed. Now he can't get it fixed because you're taking up a fucking spot. Now the mortality rate is kind of like, who gives a fuck? You know, you just fucked that guy up for life because you needed a bed for the respirator or whatever, you know? It's a little more complicated than that, I think. But, man, I like the show. I like the show. I thought it was a good show. Oh, dude, I wanted to watch this shit with you guys. You know how I've always told you these slot streamers, man, they... Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, you can say that, but as soon as, like, you break an arm or something, and then every bed is full, and you're like, dude, I need an arm surgery now, and they're like, I'm sorry, we can't. Everybody's sick. Every doctor is sick, and everybody here is sick. Bro, who gives a fuck if you don't die from it? Like, you're gonna lose function in your arm because of it, right? Yeah, that happened in Spain. People weren't being treated because of COVID restrictions. That happened in Mexico too, dude. That happened in Mexico too. And that story of the broken arm and shit, that happened in a lot of places. That happened in a lot of places, bro. People would break bones and they couldn't be attended to. Because there were like 70-year-old people on respirators and shit. You know? Obviously, when it was... People, yeah, of course people died because of it. And also people lost like function of certain things for their whole life because of it too. It's not so simple as, hey, does it kill you? It's not that simple. It really isn't that simple. I know people like to say like, hey, yeah, but did it kill you? Well, no, but if it fucks you up for life, or if it fucks somebody else up for life because you took a spot, we have to take that into account, dude. You know, like, death isn't the worst thing that can happen to you. I'm pretty sure we can all imagine things worse than death. You know what I mean? Like, bro, imagine perpetual torture. I think that's worse than death. Like, perpetual pain? I think that's worse than death. You know? So yeah, I think it's a little bit more complicated than that. What's up, Big Daddy? But no, dude, I wanted to watch this. And... Who were the finalists? Guna and the girl, the woman.